Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome to another throbbing edition of the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. You're listening and hopefully watching the dulcet tones of myself, Maffew, joined by Jack, not a jobber.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes I forget. I try myself to not say the end bit, but it just comes out anyway. And we are joined, first time this trio's got together for a podcast, by the arrogance of youth himself, Fraser Porter.
Yeah, I decided to bless you all with my presence on this week's podcast.
Yeah, there we go. Ross was like, I want to come in. We're like, no.
No, you can stay home this
I hope Ross had a lovely birthday this week.
Yes.
It was his birthday.
His present is not doing the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, he gets a week off.
Yeah.
He gets a week off. He gets to miss out on this one. But a big bumper episode, SummerSlam.
Oh, God.
It's going to be a long one, boys.
Oh, God.
So good.
How are you, Maffew?
I'm very happy and positive because what a bloody good week it's been for the wrestling.
Fair play. Yeah.
It's always nice when things end up nice after, several few weeks of and and we will also be watching our language because given news, we will also be trying to just say things in a nice, streamlined, happiest way as possible. Not because we've all turned simple, but just because Mr. YouTube sometimes gets a bit snippy when it comes to paying us.
The bulk of the Vince news is gone now, so we don't have to reference
we can look
it
at
as
them
in depth.
Yeah, the positive side of things and the looking forward rather than looking back.
Well
on
done.
it.
What little ray of sunshine you are, pal. But like I said, I think at this point, it might be at the point with YouTube and words where Vince news become a dirty word. So I can't even say that.
So wait until the word news becomes a dirty word, and then we're ruined.
I think we're past the point of that, Fraser. But how the hell are you doing, pal?
We're all doing good. I think we're all doing good. I was quite tired after SummerSlam. Very tired.
Yeah.
It was a long night. I think I was in during the day on Saturday getting all the lovely content ready, and then back in the evening. It was a long one.
You had an eventful Saturday.
Well,
actually.
Jack, I will get on to that.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a reason I won't discuss it just now.
Okay.
It's at the start of the show they go, oh, still to come, an IC title match.
Stay
Titles
tuned
on the line.
for what chaos happened on Saturday.
Oh.
And I'm also fine, thank you as well, Maffew.
Good to hear, mate.
I've had a shave, so I look like, as I said upstairs, I look like a small babby man. And everyone went, yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do look like a babby man.
Quite similar to the puppet that's...
More than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he's also had a shave. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But no, I can't complain. Mr. Chutney keeps waking me up in the morning.
Every day you've come in this week, it's been another
that
thing
cat.
with Mr.
For
Butney.
newcomers,
Mr.
this
Butney.
is your cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the chutney delivery man.
Out of Mango and Chutney. But her name works standalone. whereas
Chutney
his,
delivery man.
Bum, bum, bum. Delivery!
Chutney's normally the nicer of the two. But he's just been a terror. Scratching the side of the bed. Lock him out the room. Scratching their door.
Put him in a different room and lock that door.
Oh, no. I can't do that to him.
Put him in a box where it exists and doesn't exist at the same time.
The honeymoon cat period is over. Yeah.
You've got to deal with him full time now.
I know. I live there now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Peter Austin, who is on his honeymoon.
Yeah.
He has a lovely time. And shout out to Matt Stewart, one of our editors at Cultaholic, who's also on his honeymoon.
It's the time of love at the
I know.
moment.
Everyone's
Yeah.
getting married.
We're just going to appreciate the positivity of this week because God knows it won't last. But yeah.
Should we? We've got some big news.
I've got a lot of news. Also, the big news this week for myself is I'm buzzing as well, not just because of the work wrestling and everything else to get onto, but I was so happy in a weird way. I marked out for something that wasn't wrestling. After years of watching and enjoying comedian Limmy, and he does those sketches where, I heard this guy's accent. Oh, is it bad like? And it's that, hey, I know it's very sorry about that. Hey, you're talking about me, hey. I spoke to someone on the phone who did that. Because you never know when people are doing jokes about stuff you're not that familiar with. You're like, is he making that accent up? Is he putting it on? And I talk to someone that's told all my Scottish friends. I finally talked to someone in real life who had that. I was so happy.
the typical
stay off
Scot-
that.
Absolutely stay
Yeah, I
on that, man.
looked, and then I looked at myself, I guess, because obviously Limmy in the same sketch going, ha, ha, ha.
He does quite a lot of the typical Glaswegian accent. The top one, the uni of Glasgow.
Okay.
Which is the all right, pal. How are you doing? Are you having a great day? It's almost Drew McIntyre levels. Where he's like, I'm the WWE
His
champion.
has been warped by transatlantic.
Living in Tennessee and
yeah.
whatnot. But yeah, every time Limmy gets brought up in the office, which I'm surprised you were very quick not to do it. Usually the first thing someone does when they bring Limmy up is go, you're Scottish. Do you like Limmy?
I did that.
And I'm not a big Limmy fan. And it got me, not in hot water, but I was at my girlfriend's family's house, and I think her stepdad was talking about Lemmy. I was like, not a big fan. I don't think he's that funny.
They are also Scottish.
They are Scottish.
Okay.
They live in Glasgow, and Lemmy's obviously a big deal in Glasgow. I was like, I'm not really a big fan. He's not that. I think he's just a bit overrated. Oh. And then her mum revealed that Lemmy is her cousin. It's maybe not first cousin, but like it's third. They share a grandparent.
Close enough.
But it's close enough that it's a relation. And it was just, I think
he's dreadful, to be honest.
I think he's a waste of comedic space.
You didn't do Alan Partridge's. Can I tell you something? I love Lemmy.
I absolutely adore Lemmy.
We used to call him Sweaty Raphael. I've realised it's you.
How you doing? Well, that's absolutely fair enough. So the accent that he's doing, the thing, what's that? Is
he does a lot of...
Is it Glaswegian?
He does a lot of Glaswegian ones and a lot of Edinburgh. A lot of the time, because the Glaswegian humour is taking the mick of Edinburgh, where I'm from.
Because they did that on Chewing the Fat as well, didn't they?
Yeah. It's a lot of battle between the two cities, and it's just take shots at each other.
Fraser's not from Edinburgh, but near enough.
Yes.
And I've occasionally caught Fraser saying something, like if I go like, oh, how's that going? Oh, you're doing a bit of that, eh? You'll end it with A. And
Yeah, and you do, you're like, you're doing it. It's a Scottish thing.
Another one that I've learned from people I've met in wrestling from more Glasgow, like Jen and Kenny and Susie, end sentences with but. Oh, is that so but? Which means like, is that right? I think.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, or like, I'll sometimes do it. I've done it a few times already today, actually. I'm surprised you've not caught on it. The fact that you've mentioned it here, where I'll be like, yeah, but... And then I'll just stop and I've got nothing else to say.
Oh, no, I do that as well. That's just... Aye.
But it is quite a Scottish thing, or just like. I think that's just a general UK thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scotland with a Lemmy accent is very take the piss of Edinburgh.
Big talk during the Commonwealth Games as well. It's just been... It's been riotous upstairs, the rivalry. No, it hasn't. It's been...
Yeah.
Yes,
Big up Scotland.
Wonderful. Unrelated, but I do like it when Irish people, they say, oh, how's the form? Because no one's explained that to me before. So I was like, oh, not too bad, pal. Could be back straight, you know? Walking normal.
Oh, how's the form?
Yeah. Oh, you're asking me how I am. Right, thank you, pal.
I've never heard that one, but I don't know many Irish people.
What's the crack's the one?
Is
that down here as well?
Yeah, what's the crack?
Yeah.
But I think I think that's got Irish origins.
Yeah, because when I was over in Ireland briefly a few years back, I did overtime in a Tesco for some reason. And one of the guys was like, "Hey, what's the crack, fella? You're not going to understand what that means." And I'm like, "No, we do have. We have
You
that."
literally just stole that entire
It's like
expression.
you've stolen it from me.
Because our default one is, and this is great for people who don't understand English coming to Newcastle, is we'll go, "Yeah, reet," and they're like, "What word is that?" What if they just ask me?
Yeah, reet.
And then you say, "I'll read back," and
So
then that's all you do.
Away, man.
And then you nod your head
Away.
like that, like the smallest possible nod. All right. Anyway, on that lovely introduction, thank you, Jack. It's beautiful.
The upwards chin.
Look at that professional. Is it so good?
Nod your head up if you know the person, or down.
No, down. That could be misinterpreted. That's like you talking to me.
Oh yeah, it could be in a challenge. Yeah.
Because like,
No, I wouldn't.
home,
No. Take that.
If I was walking past someone,
for friend, that for enemy.
It's so the Americans watching this like what?
Because it's very British, the head nod, right? Isn't it? Like you wouldn't get that anywhere else.
Acknowledged.
You walk past someone, you just.
All right. See, the upwards one's a bit of a challenge.
I always think that's someone I don't know, but I still want to. I'm saying, you know.
Okay.
Thinking about it now.
So
thinking about it now with my 5'7", I think I'll do that to everybody just so they can see what I'm doing if I do that. It's like, all right, that's the top of your head, thanks. The news.
Aye.
Yeah, let's get on to that.
Yeah, sorry about that. A big win in Ric Flair's last match.
Woo!
The news is he's doing all right, but no on this bloody podcast, it's a card subject to change.
Yeah.
He won. Wow, who saw that coming? Teaming up with his son-in-law Andrade.
I genuinely thought he would lose.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm stupid.
It's his last.
I just thought, yeah, dude, he's a wrestler's wrestler. He'll do the wrestler thing. But I forgot. He's Ric Flair.
He's already gone out on his back once.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He needs the victory back here.
Yeah, against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Jeff Jarrett, the smartest man in wrestling right now, just want to point out.
Yeah.
Of course, it was rough as hell. Ric Flair was literally unable to physically move his body upwards, so it was a double pin. No one cared. And he was on camera telling Andrade afterwards, I passed out.
Oh my God.
Ric Flair then said on the mic afterwards, everything you've heard about me is true. To which the police stopped bothering Dane Cook to go look after Rick. And then he said he's going to go party with Kid Rock. So,
well, we're signing off.
Yeah.
Kid Rock the night before, we just put on quite a show at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was something I don't think anyone wants to see.
No.
Well,
Especially not from Kid Rock.
And then he tried to flip the bird, and then they censored him.
Quickly got him off camera.
There you go.
There was
the radio edit.
Special guest in the front row, Undertaker, Mick Foley. Bret Hart. Mm-hmm. Famous Ric Flair hater,
Have you ever seen that meme?
It's
It's a guy well dressed, he's looking like that, and it says, I came to my biggest hater's funeral to make sure he was dead. That's all I thought about when I saw Bret there.
Ric Flair at one point faked a heart attack in front of his daughter.
Yeah, that should never have been done.
I really hope he prepped her beforehand and was like, I'm going to pretend to have a heart attack.
He went to the Pierce Hawthorne School of Selling.
Yeah.
And just was like, I'll do that. I'll do the old trick.
Yeah, it was not a good idea.
Yeah. No thanks.
None of this was a good idea.
No.
It was only aired on Fight TV because Live Leak went out of business years ago.
Was the rest of the show not fairly decent?
The rest of the show was magnificent.
Yeah.
What an undercard.
Yeah. And then it would just go to the main event. It was like, okay, yeah, this is what we're actually paid for.
The
And it's not great.
machines.
Yeah.
Machine guns.
Yeah, Josh Alexander for 2. The Von Erichs have improved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The Lucha guys did their thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ric Flair at top.
DDP. Did a diamond cutter.
Yes. Yeah, he did. Who was it on, though? I saw
Sorry
someone.
about that bit.
Was he in the crowd as well?
He
was.
I
He
think
jumped the barrier.
Yeah, because people were posting pictures because he was behind Undertaker's
Undertaker
wife.
going- yeah,
so
going,
like,
oh my God.
stalking again.
Not again.
Bloody hell. So yeah, good time was had by all.
Yeah.
And by all, we mean Conrad Thompson's enormous bulging wallet.
How
Fair
long
play
until we
to you.
see Ric Flair's last match too?
No.
Electric Boogaloo. Like,
Please.
2 Rick, 2 Flair.
This has to be the last one.
Too Flair, too furious?
yeah.
Tokyo Drift. No.
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch. She's hungry. Becky Lynch confirmed separated shoulder during the SummerSlam match. People watching this on a big old TV, like I did when my mates came around. Thought, God, that's a big lump sticking out the shoulder. Did she be working out, or is it? No, she confirms it was a proper separated shoulder. So on Raw, she came out with her arm in a sling. More on that later on, and no idea what the timeline's going to be for when she comes back. Nice that they had the angle again to set things up. However, she responded to someone who posted a picture of both Roman with both belts and Becky with both belts and asking who did it better. Becky replied, me, I showed up to work.
Oh, shots fired. Maybe the feud going into next year is Becky Roman. That's who takes the belts.
A man
my
versus
God,
a woman.
yes.
I know, right?
Fraser.
It's a new era, Jack.
It's a
Triple
new
H is
day.
in charge. Could have any match.
He had
now.
that match with Stephanie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
We saw
Triple threat, wasn't it?
Ronda pick up Triple H at WrestleMania a few years back. You never know. Never know.
I think it's
I wanna
not
see that
going to
match now.
I think
It's not going to happen.
No. Recent WWE tryouts, quote, a disaster. The recent
What?
tryouts ahead of SummerSlam were a disaster, according to Brian Alvarez. The company held their latest tryouts in Nashville, Tennessee, ahead of the July 30th pay-per-view, and I guess Ric Flair's match. The tryouts did not go smoothly, though. According to Alvarez, there were, quote, a ton of injuries, including several concussions. The word coming out of WWE since then is that more independent wrestlers will be in attendance at upcoming tryouts. Okay. They're not getting rid of the NIL program, but this idea of no indie wrestlers, all NIL folks like Lash Legend and Ivy Nile and folks like that, the point of this, there was a ton of injuries at the set of tryouts. It's the blind leading the blind. It sounded like a disaster. Oof.
Doesn't sound good. It sounds like they kind of do, as it says there in the report, that they might shift back to having independent talents because they're a bit safer.
I didn't know
Who'd
about
have thought
this.
people have done this thing for years might be better than
Trained
just
specifically.
ex-football player.
I watched the little video package they put out, and it seemed like the tone was really different because all I could think of was comparing it to Triple H and Tough Enough, going like, "You're on the road, your wife's at home, what's you doing? Don't know." Just all that. And take a bum. And this was all like really positive and like, come on guys, show your personality, don't be afraid to have fun. I didn't realise that they all got in there and
Butting
injured
heads,
each other.
got concussions, just running at each other.
Dwight Howard was there from the NBA,
Yeah,
Oh, I saw that going around, yeah.
6'10",
crazy.
6'10", athletic dude, cutting a promo about sending your souls down to hell with the demons. I was like, this isn't the gimmick I had
He
in mind
gets
for
it.
Dwight.
He's just a sports guy. He wanted to be a theatre guy, but he went the wrong line.
Yeah,
He's one of the, apparently, regarded as one of the biggest wastes of potential in NBA history. He's won a championship, but he should have won multiple, apparently. He should have, because you look at him, he's just like, he's 6'10", but he's not lanky.
he's a
like-
millionaire
he's like-
who should be a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's the Barry Windham of basketball.
yeah.
And some good news. Dana Warrior, no longer working in WWE Creative. I like to think this is Triple H with his massive hammer / scythe.
Yeah,
it's getting rid
I
of some
forgot
folk.
she was even there.
I'm like, wait, Dana Warrior's on creative? Oh, I vaguely remember that being reported as a thing. Right,
Yeah.
okay, cool. She'd been working on creative remotely from home prior to leaving the role. She's still with WWE, but she's now working full-time in the company's community relations department.
She literally was playing Total Extreme Wrestling. She was booking it from home.
Yeah, on her computer.
Spreadsheet. Yeah, that's class.
Maybe that's what she was doing, booking it on like TEW or EWR,
Going,
and then going,
This got 83%.
that's going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as the last few weeks have proven, showing your rating to the person in charge is going to generate good things.
That's why Cody was brought over. She
It's a very
booked him
forced
on
thing.
the...
That was a very forced Jonathan Gresham.
Oh.
It's still been unconfirmed. I'm pretty sure it's just a big joke, but he hasn't said no.
Okay.
That apparently he tried to show his PWI rating to Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think that's
No,
a
to
joke.
be fair,
booking.
if there's any booker that would work on, it would be Tony
It would
Khan.
be, yeah. Look how good I am.
Actually,
Makes it kayfabe.
I know PWI. Yeah, you're right. WWE Raw draws biggest viewership in 2 years. A big night for WWE Raw, so thank you, Dana Warrior. The show on Monday was watched by 2.23 million on Monday. The biggest number in 1849 demo since the Raw after Mania 38.
Wow.
The first MD Arena one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently it's just an overall growth in the popularity.
38.
Inadvertently.
Oh.
Would have been
2020.
36.
I thought it was the biggest one since that first MD Arena. Excuse me. Maybe that was just overall, not in the demo.
Yeah. Well, it certainly would have drawn the empty arena stuff would have drawn a lot of people
I think
in.
I've read somewhere something comparing it to that first MD Arena Raw and saying that it was like the biggest rating since that.
then.
Yeah.
Quite
But that was
possibly,
just
so
in the key demo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. Weirdly, because of the Vince news, sorry, YouTube, that people are paying attention.
There's a
to
bit more
it.
intrigue, isn't there? Like Adam streamed Raw reactions this past week because there was an interest in it. Folk are keen to tune in. The same for SmackDown. It was like last week. It was like, oh, okay, this is his first week in charge going into a pay-per-view. What's going to change? And it, as we'll get on to soon, there might be some little things, there might not be, but it was intriguing to be like, oh, we need to tune in.
I don't want to spoil anything, guys, but we'll talk about it later. But I'm back on the old WWE train. Tony Khan can do one. I've crossed the line.
That was your big moment on Saturday night, Fraser. I'm back on the WWE bandwagon.
I loved the show. It was so good. I don't care about this indie nonsense anymore.
And go back to their bingo halls.
Yeah, I want sports entertainment, damn it. Anyway.
Triple H, like the sickos. yes. Also, it's not all positivity for Triple H. He did go on the Logan Paul podcast and did the Vince McMahon lie that he's been saying for decades. Apparently, we'll just keep on pretending this is a real thing. I'll say this about Vince. Massive shoes that I couldn't even dream begin to think I could fill.
This
I'll
metaphor's
skip ahead.
weird. It ends up him saying, I don't think I could fill his shoes. Loads of us would have to jump into these shoes.
Yeah, it's going to take an entire team of people to jump in those shoes.
It really
These are
is.
some big shoes,
big,
Fraser.
yeah.
The
big
metaphor
shoes.
went way too far.
Sideshow Bob. The vision to take this tiny little thing happening in bars to this big global sensation like nothing else. WrestleMania is one of those valuable sports franchises on the planet. It's complete balls. Wrestling, yes, is in some smoky bars and stuff like that, but for decades prior to WWF, the glory days of Lou Tez, Gorgeous George, etc., could bore you to tears with the giant attendances that they had
I mean,
beforehand.
Meltzer loves to bring it up even today, at the most inopportune of times, when someone really wants to talk about a current angle, and he's like, oh, it's not as big as the old thing. Like,
yeah, because
It's not as big as this
the
old thing.
I don't know.
Well, there's a great small little Norm Macdonald line where he goes, hey, according to the history books, the good guys won every single time. How about that? That comes up in my head a lot.
And it's weird for Triple H to say this, because he based his whole thing around the NWA style of heel. He loved Flair, and he loved Harley Race, and he loved all that. He wasn't looking at, I don't know, Earthquake. I was going to say, I don't know why Earthquake. But you know what I mean? He's more a fan of wrestling. than-
Yeah.
But you not remember when Ric Flair took on Harley Race at Shearer's bar? Meant that.
Nines. Is
That's
it
the
called Shearer's
amount
again
of
now? I
people
don't
that
know.
were there. 9 people. Shocking, because it's only a small place. Road Dogg. Although Road Dogg has been critical of AEW in recent weeks, calling the TNT Championship the, quote, jabroni title, he went on Busted Open Radio in a quote that went everywhere, says, I'm not retired, I'm unemployed. I see things on the Tony Khan TV show that appall me. I could help with that. I have been begging him for a job on every platform I can, and I want to know the reason why he won't hire me. Why would you say that?
Honestly, it's a great quote. It gave us so much engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like,
Big
why?
photo of Road Dogg. I'm begging him for a job. It's great. Like, why would you say that? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. How is this going to help?
Yeah, please, mate. I'm going to go public with the fact that you're not giving me a job.
He was talking about how great they were for a bit, and then he talked about how rubbish they were for a bit, and everyone went, he's not been hired, has he? But for him to come out and confirm that.
But now he's going to try and play both sides. Next week, Triple H is in charge. He could get...
Neither one of them.
Not yet.
Remember Hunter?
Come on, Hunt.
And all of them. Yeah. Come on, mate.
Imagine Road Dogg's like, Will of Uncle Phil going, how come you don't want me now? But instead of Phil hugging him, just reverses out the door.
I know what's going to end the next Botchamania.
Yeah.
Oh, perish the thought. And we're on the good news.
Is Uncle Phil Billy Gunn?
Yeah, he would be.
Maybe.
It's just, instead of that, it's just message scene. The good news, other than, of course, sorry, Fraser, but it's coming home.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Fraser.
Happy to see that.
Mate, I'll talk about it after, but I watched that with my girlfriend, her sister, and her mum, and I felt like I'd done something wrong. I was getting antagonised towards the end, even though I wanted England to win.
Yeah.
I think you said to me you didn't explain the offside rule.
I didn't say anything.
Which is good.
But for a phase of the match, one of them started to deem any forward pass an offside, and I just kept my mouth shut. There was confusion over throw-ins versus corners, kept my mouth shut. Wanted England to win, supported them. But as the bottle of wine got drank more and more throughout the second half, it started turning into like, go on, lasses, do what the men couldn't do. And I'm like, oh no.
She's got a point.
I know, yeah, but then at one point, one of them went, yes, we will beat the Germans. The men couldn't beat the Germans. And I was like, oh no, we did beat Germany in Euro. And it all turned then.
There you go, that's what they want,
and I'm pretty sure when the final whistle went, one of them, I don't know who, shouted, yes, we've done it. We've beat the men. I'm just like, what have I done? I didn't do anything wrong.
But no, it is, obviously, yeah, I can see why that would be, but it's great to see.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was really good.
I mean, I think you're similar to me, Jack, and maybe Fraser as well, when if you saw women's football on TV, it would be on Soccer AM and they'll be laughing at it. Or it'd be like Richard Keys going, like, unable to speak because he was laughing that hard. Because it used to be rubbish. Because I've got friends now who are getting into it and they're female.
But
and
it was
like,
rubbish because of a lack of funding, a lack of publicity.
Well, of course, that's what they're saying, isn't it? Of course. And they're saying, like, why are we not getting the respect? Why are they still like, I talk about it and my male friends are like, shut up. Like this, and it's because of that. It's very similar to how women...
Did they not?
The women's wrestling in WWE went from being, hey, the Divas title, haha, big pink belt, and now it's like one of the best things I've got going.
Have they not like broken attendance records for women's football for the
tickets were cheaper though?
No.
That's what people can say, as if it's a bad thing.
But
well,
we're getting more people in to watch the football. It's really cool.
But sorry, well done, the Lionesses.
Yeah,
it's come home. You were going to say as well as that. Sorry.
That's the penultimate thing. The biggest news, because I thought Russ was going to be here, Max Dupri returns to Maximum Male Models at SmackDown.
I'm after a week.
I mentioned that in This Week in Wrestling.
Fantastic. After a week of not being on the show, because the report was, Vince isn't happy with this dude. He doesn't get him. Suddenly Vince is gone. And he's like, whoa, dodge that bullet.
He survived. Yeah. It's the first sort of case of that, really.
Perfect timing. Yep. He's like the bit in... Oh, no, he's not, because that guy dies anyway.
I'm writing this down from the video.
The bit in Jurassic Park where he's on the toilet and it eats the thing around him and he's still... But then it eats
it does.
I always loved that bit as a kid because he shuts the door. T-Rex is like, where'd he gone?
All right, it's like the bit in Aladdin where he's in the snowy bit and the thing's rolling down and he gets in the window and the window rolls over him.
Yeah. I wasn't a big LA Knight. He's done his best there. I wasn't a big LA Knight fan. But I'm happy to see Max Dupri back.
You're not a fan of LA Knight?
No, I called him, in front of Ross, because I know Ross is a big fan. I called him the QT Marshall of NXT. Because I just didn't like his character. I thought he was a bit crap.
You can't say that to Ross.
I
imagine his response...
No, it wasn't a response. It was just a death stare across the table.
That was me like when CM Punk says that Cena's become like the New York Yankees and he just instantly punches him in the face.
It was close to it. Yeah, it was tense.
Or even worse than that, when I dared say anything critical about Wendy Chu the other week and Ross looked like he was about to square down.
Ross doesn't even like Wendy Chu that much.
No, but it's attacking NXT.
Yeah, she's a symbol of NXT
right.
2.0.
Yeah, which is, of course, Cultaholic's half-year promotion of the year.
How'd that one happen, guys? Come on.
Well, it's good seeing you, Fraser. That was all the news this week.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
That's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame. Maybe not then. In condescending order from last week, Maurice, 10%.
It was a lazy pick from Ross. It was a lazy pick.
What was the actual pick? Because I just see Maurice.
Yeah, wait, hang on. It wasn't
Maurice.
Maurice, was it?
Maurice Cush's fit.
Right.
That's not what it was.
That literally is what it was.
I don't remember.
Just because she's been on Raw recently.
She's been doing a great job.
She's been doing a great job.
But he went because I fancy her.
Right, okay. 10%. It's quite
what it deserves.
Quite poor performance.
Wrinkled the Duck, 17%. I'm good. I thought that was a surefire hit. Richard Tubman, though. An incredibly well-deserved 73%. Well done. It's nice
done,
that
Richard.
the podcast Patreon people are showing
appreciate
respect
him,
to a
yeah.
man, an unseen force, like the plagues of Egypt.
Like the plagues of Egypt.
Right. You feel the impact, but you never see it.
Now I'm just imagining a swarm of locusts, all with Richard's face and beard.
And you go, you all right? It's budget 10,000 locusts going. All right.
There was a lot of love on the Patreon comment section for the vote for Richard, being like,
good.
obviously it's Richard. So really, it's quite poor from the folk that didn't vote for Richard.
It is. I remember the first time Richard appeared on camera, I think was during mine and Sam's travel vlogs in Japan. And because he was holding the camera, but because he knows quite a lot about Japan and he is going to live there for a year, we'd occasionally turn the camera on him and he'd talk about how he was feeling, about how his experience was and stuff.
Yeah.
And the comments were just like, he's great, like more of him.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he had the iconic just standing
Metro.
in the background, the Metro, which is brilliant.
It's very self-effacing though. It's very good.
Oh, he's
very good at his
fantastic.
job.
Yeah.
Very just gonna miss him a lot.
Big shoes to fill, Dan.
Big shoes.
Big
Oh,
shoes.
yeah,
that's
I'm
right.
gonna have to jump
Huge.
into those shoes. There was his leave-in do last week.
Oh, yeah, with that fantastic little Indian place
You went to
in
the meal.
Jesmond.
Dabblewall.
That's right.
It's lovely. I've been before.
It looks like, just a shed from the outside. And you keep on going, it just keeps on going and going and going. It's like, all right. And it was lovely. I had duck, North Indian
You
style.
had Wrinkle the Duck.
Oh, no!
That's why he didn't win.
I went in for a penny, out for a pound. And it was, I'd never had that before. It was magnificent. Dan was there and everything. Like, it's just a lovely, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you not
good
go?
food,
Was that last Thursday?
Yeah.
So
Some
I just
people
wanted
went on the Thursday and some people went
drawing the fact that on that same day he nominated Wrinkle, he went and ate a duck.
I love ducks. In all forms.
Yeah. And then some of us went out on the Friday with him, and some of his pals from home came along as well. But we arrived before his pals from home. So Bachi's just scanning the window outside the bar, waiting for anybody dressed remotely like Richard. So if someone walked past in a tracksuit, you'd be like, that's got to be one of yours. It wasn't. And then Richard's mates turned up, just normal men.
Just innocent men.
Richard's definitely the edgy one out of his group of men.
Right.
Oh,
Because they turned up in jeans and shirts and t-shirts and that, and Bachi was visibly disappointed. Lovely night.
He's often like that when he sees poor people.
They are from Whitley. But nothing against Whitley Bay. God.
Yeah, well, how can we say anything bad about the place that gave us all COVID?
It was a good karaoke night.
But
Yeah.
a few of us went out after that, and I just remember at the end of the night just giving him a hug goodbye before I got in my taxi. I just kept going, hope you have such a sick time. You have a sick time. I don't know why. And he was like, yeah, cheers, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did that as well. It's just like, you're so talented and great. I know you're going to have an amazing time in Japan. And he's just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. So humble.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely person.
Rise and grind. So
Yeah.
humble. Stay humble.
That's
He's
right.
the Justin Bieber in the back of all this.
He's telling Japanese people, namaste. And who voted? Was it you?
Yes.
Fantastic. You won. Well done.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You may go first then.
I'm so sorry. At the risk of... This is called the list of Fraser, right? This week, I've chronicled secretly, at the risk of Fraser doing something similar back to me to get revenge in future, I've made the list of Fraser, which is a list of things he was arrogant about in the office this week. We're going to start
He's
off.
making notes. It's
I-
like Green Lantern fan.
But I read
I've only
this.
seen you 2 days.
I read this to Bethany last night, and she agreed with a lot of them with you. So I
yes.
can't.
Thanks, Bethany.
So there's a whole mixture of things. Some you might agree with, Maffew. Some you might not. We're going to see
Go
which
ahead.
side you take. Number 1, mayonnaise in Greg's products. Fraser claims that when he's at home in his town in Scotland, he will ask them to make him a non-mayonnaise version of a Greg's product. I
Don't
bet
like
they
mayonnaise.
hate seeing him.
Yeah,
Like-
probably.
like-
I am
like-
friends with the folk in the town, in my hometown, Greg's.
Okay.
So it's less.
Okay.
I've
I've got to give you a chance to defend
Yeah, I
yourself
can
as well.
re-
This
yeah.
is like wrestlers' court.
Yeah,
I've got a question for the
accused.
Yeah. The accused.
Yeah.
What do you mean a non-mayo?
I don't like mayonnaise.
No,
I just-
that's absolutely fair enough. But what product?
If I go for a Mexican oval bite, if I want a sandwich, I hardly ever
A
go.
what?
I hardly ever
Mexican
go
overbite.
for.
Yeah, there's Mexican overbite.
Yeah,
Okay.
I never go for a sandwich in Greg's. If on the off chance I did,
Right.
I'd be like, "Can I get a Mexican oval bite? Is there any chance without mayo?" And they'll make me a fresh one.
Apparently, as someone who like doesn't mind mayo, I don't realize, which Fraser does, that a lot of things have mayo.
It's so tough to get a
Dan's
meal deal.
nodding along.
Yeah, it's so tough. Right?
You
Do
don't
you
like
like
mayo
mayo?
either?
Just ham sandwich. That's all
Yeah,
I need.
it's that, or it's like the hoisin duck wrap from
I was going to say,
Tesco,
yeah.
or the sweet chili chicken, and that's it. They have for a while they had a mango chutney one.
Okay.
Mango and chutney.
Yeah.
But they don't accommodate anyone that doesn't like mayo or butter. It's if you've got no mayo, they go, right, let's lather this thing in butter.
That's the only one that Bethany didn't agree with you with.
Okay. I know you said before that she says grow up.
I've said that Fraser doesn't like mayonnaise, and she went, well, he just needs to grow up then.
Oh, I'm with Fraser here on this point because people, as someone who can't have dairy, people who complain about people who have dietary or just taste requirements are the most annoying guests on earth.
This is backfired
Yes,
massively
yeah.
already.
Oh, I'm sorry to inconvenience to you and your meal. Oh, hang on, it's not. How about you keep your nose out of me non-mayo sandwich?
This is Maffew. I'm pitching it to the wrong audience here because Maffew once took a bag of Doritos back to the airport shop because he didn't read what flavour it was.
Jesus wept.
What flavour?
This was nearly 10 years ago. Yeah, it was because it was red. It wasn't. Maybe it was Doritos. It's different over there, you know. But it's red. I got it, and I got it. Oh, it's just plain, or whatever, plain cheese, whatever. And then I went, I'm very sorry, Greg. I thought this was this, and she said, this is at the tiny airport in the northwest. I'm stumbling for this. I wasn't expecting this.
Seattle.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
One of them. The really small airport in Washington. And she said, I'm really sorry about that, hun. And she had nothing else to be doing. So do you want a refund or just get a different packet? And I went, oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
But I brought that up, and it's one of these things where you say something on a podcast that people listen to, and they will rag on you for years. Quite deserve it, I guess.
Number two, Harry Styles being good.
Right, yeah, I stand by this. He's really talented. He's got really good music.
Well, just the music.
I'm
All his
sick of
music
that.
is really
I-
Like, at least you could say, like, his dressing up.
His last two albums.
This is just music we're talking about.
His last two albums have been fantastic.
Do you know what one of
I
them is
stand
called?
by
He was
it.
like, Jack, I recommend you listen to this album called Harry's
Harry's House.
Harry's House.
Yeah.
Is that the name?
It's the name of it.
No,
Yeah.
Jack, you've won. You've won this point.
1-1.
I
1-1.
stand by it.
Okay.
Harry's House is a great album.
Number three, The Noble Sport of Bowls. We were watching the Bulls in the Commonwealth, and Fraser was like, this is a rubbish sport.
It is
I just
rubbish.
whipped my phone out. Ooh, got a third one. There we go.
It is.
Because it started off me thinking there's not going to be enough things to make this a Hall of Fame. The Bulls was the turning point. I was like, it's only bloody Friday. Come on.
Do you want to add another one just impromptu? Cricket, not a fan.
Oh!
But yeah,
I
Bulls.
love cricket.
Bulls,
And if
I can
Ross was here,
say.
he'd agree.
Bulls, I can say. My second cousin is representing Scotland for the Blind Bulls.
Yes, she said
at the
that.
Commonwealth.
And I hope
So-
And you still don't like
Still
it?
like it.
Wow.
Oh, good. Is this a thing where you like blind bowls, but not?
I just find it a
Understandable.
bowling sport, bowling sport to watch, boring sport to watch.
Okay.
The TV station,
Well,
Babe Station.
wait, hang on.
Sorry.
How often, Jack?
I stand by it. It's a good channel.
Jack, when was the last time you watched bowls on TV willingly?
Babe Station, or Bowls.
that.
Willingly, I don't know.
Exactly.
Well,
But I appreciate it when
Are you
it's
just
on.
saying this
You were
because
not-
Fraser said it? When was the last time you played bowls?
You
I've
were
never
not
played
glued
Bulls
to the
in a while.
Oh,
television.
well
when it
then,
was on.
nah, I think you're being picky then. I think Fraser's got this.
He needs to have
2-1
some
to
content.
Fraser.
I know.
Babe Station, because this requires some context.
Yeah,
obviously.
please,
Yeah,
please give
please.
the context.
Aiden showed, this is a joint one, Fraser and Jack Atkins were both very arrogant about this. Fraser went, have you seen that sketch where...
Double-teamed.
Have you seen that sketch where the... Babe Station. Have you seen that sketch where the comedian rings up Babe Station and just talks about biscuits or cheese? Was it? Biscuit? I can't remember
It
which
was
one
neither.
No, but which one did he say?
Aiden was like, oh, he just phones up Babe Station and talks about tea, his cup of tea.
Tea. And then I just hear this almighty commotion from Fraser and Jack Atkins, both going, he didn't mention tea once. And Aiden's like, oh, didn't he? And they both laughed at Aiden. And I went, hang on, guys. Maybe this was a recurring series of sketches where the comedian rings up Babe Station and talks about mundane things. And tea was one of them. And he sent you the wrong
That's
link.
true, but Aiden had just watched it and gone, I'll send you the link now. And he went, here it is, watch
Okay.
it. And then stared at us while we were going, where does he get to the tea bit?
Fair
But
enough.
it was very good. It was a very good sketch. He was talking about, he phoned up Babe Station going, where'd you get the lighting rig from?
Right, okay.
And they were like, if you phone back in half an hour,
So
I'll
that
get the
wasn't an
manager."
attack on the concept of Babe Station. Just
No.
this one comedy
One
thing.
comedy thing.
What's
next?
The song Jerusalem.
Right.
What? The
Yeah.
Sing along
those
thing?
feet in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ancient times, walk upon England. Yeah.
by what's his name?
Well, William Blake wrote the
William Blake,
poem,
thank you,
but then
yeah.
it got put to music by someone else.
Right.
But Jack, we looked up who has taken the song as their own. Shall we go?
Fraser had never heard of it because he's Scottish. Fair enough.
Yeah,
It's not our song.
And England are using it in the Commonwealth, and we've had that on the TV in the office. And
I hear it a lot.
And I was like, oh, Jerusalem. And I was saying to Bethany, like, she never heard of it before. Fraser's like, I've never heard of it. So we really did a deep dive on the history of the song Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Jerusalem's a metaphor. It's not saying we know that Jerusalem's not in England, but unfortunately, when researching the song, it has been used by a wide variety.
A very
of groups.
wide amount of groups.
Some of them controversial.
Yeah, you've got like Labour Party in 1945 in the run up to the general election.
But it's also the official anthem.
I'm sure that's not what you're referring to.
It's
then
also
it's-
the official anthem of the Conservative Party.
Yeah, so they play it.
Is it their official anthem?
It's
Apparently so.
they play
At
it
their
every
conference,
party
they play it.
conference.
But it's also the official anthem of the suffragettes.
Yeah, the
So-
suffragettes
But that's...
Everyone all across the
Women's
spectrum.
Institute.
The Women's Institute.
and the BNP.
And the PNP as well. It's all over the place.
So it is getting about. It's not as good as Flower of Scotland, and I stand by it.
Oh, yeah.
Or
That's a good
Ireland's
one.
Call. That is
there
the
are-
best national anthem for rugby.
There are occasional petitions to make Jerusalem replace God Save the Queen as the national anthem.
And do you know who's
I
a big
don't think God Save the Queen's a good... Actually, I think we're off topic here, but...
Yes, maybe we are.
Yeah, sorry,
Anyway, the
but,
song Jerusalem,
Okay.
which plays before the cricket. So,
Yeah.
cricket. And
Yeah.
then Aidan went, I don't want to say it because people say, Amazon Echo device, play Jerusalem. And I went, things I always thought I'd hear Aidan say, take that off. Jag Atkins cried. I was proud of that one. Phone contracts, the second last one. I can't really remember the situation.
Yeah, well, my dad messaged me yesterday because my mum and dad were like, "Oh, we'll pay off the last 2 months of your phone contract
Such
for
a
you."
nice
Just as
gesture.
like, times
okay.
are tough. They were
Yeah.
like, "We'll help pay them off." And my dad was like, "I'm going to get you this really good SIM deal." I was like, "No, you don't have to do that. I've got a good SIM deal at the moment." He was like, "No, I've got you a good one. It's £15 a month. It's 6 gigabytes of data, and it's 5,000 minutes, whatever. I was like, yeah, but my current one's 50 gigabytes of data for £11. He was like, no, you don't need that. You don't use that much. So I was complaining to Jack.
He's like Eric Cartman, he's so spoiled. But no, I think you've won that one.
I think I won that one, yeah.
And the last one, making up his teachers' names at school.
Right, no,
Fraser
I did,
claims that he had a maths teacher called Mr. McMath.
I did have a math.
The arrogance on display.
I did have a math. Right. If, by
Then
chance.
I Googled it on Instagram. I was like, let's find him. And I went, I think I found a Mr. McMath. And you went, no, that's his son.
It's his
Also a
son.
maths teacher, also called Mr. McMath.
No, his son's not a maths teacher.
Oh,
No, his son is
Why
a
not?
joiner in the local area. So
least
my
he's
maths
using maths
teacher...
as
Mr.
well.
McRubbish, the maths teacher then, or the swap
My
roles.
maths teacher was genuinely Gus McMath.
And then there's a Gus McMath Jr.
there is a Gus McMath Jr.
Kennedy McMath.
In the small village we live with, Mr. Meat the Butcher.
Yeah.
I feel like Peebles has been painted as this tiny little small village, but it's not. We've got a decent amount of people there. There's a
Everyone's in
sizable
different
village.
coloured houses.
Yeah, it's
I've
like,
always been the maths teacher.
anyone from Peebles
Mr.
watching,
Torrance.
please back me up in the comments.
Mr. McMath.
Mr. McMath was my math teacher. He wasn't a very good math teacher. He
You
was
can't
one of
say
those...
that publicly.
What?
It's fine,
People
he's
will
retired.
find him.
He's
What
retired,
grade
that's
did he get?
I was bad at maths, but he was one of...
I see.
It's not Mr. McMath's fault.
He was
I see.
one of those teachers that would go into the cupboard and come out smelling of smoke, and would always take a pen at the board and be like, "Aye, that doesn't work." Go back in, and it'd be like 10 minutes later, and he'd come out, and he's clearly had a smoke in that cupboard that had a window, and he's come back out, and then you're like, "What is that?" And he would.
Did you go to school in the 60s?
Well, he
He went
felt,
to a cupboard for a tab.
he felt like he was straight out of that. He'd come in and he'd lean over
You'd
you
at
as you're
least
writing.
make an excuse and go outside. Like, why does he just go in the cupboard?
he would do it during class times. He also had a flask in his cupboard that we knew about and we'd reported a few times.
Grass.
What was in it?
We don't know, but he was
Was it other tabs?
he would come in
It was
close.
numbers. Hey, children.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. McMath.
You're writing on your desk, writing on your book. He'd come in and he'd lean right close in,
Aye.
and he'd do the.
Okay.
It was great. Love you, Mr. McMath. And his wife was one of the support teachers, so it was also Mrs. McMath.
So
Mrs. McMahon.
that was the Linda.
So she also
Linda
do
McMath.
math.
no, she was just a learning support teacher.
Oh,
So that was
Damn it.
I'm sorry that took so long, but that was my list of Fraser.
that was mint.
Thank you. I know that not all of the I've come across as the bad guy in a lot of them, but I thought I saved the best one to last.
I'll get you back one day. Next time someone's not on the podcast.
No, because my ego is far more fragile than yours, so it's not fair. I'll not be happy.
I can't wait for Fraser to get his pen out and
Yeah.
get the arrogance of age.
I'll sit
List out for
cross-legged
Jack
on the
next week.
table There's a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
Oh,
Let's cut a promo.
No.
And then Ross will come in and cut the mic out. Yeah.
Anyway, right, that was
Oh,
cool.
God, that's a good list, though.
Yeah. So what's next? Your wrinkle.
I am wrinkled after that. God, got cornrows on my forehead from laughing that hard. All right. Well, I anticipated it being like an all wrestling thing because it's been such a great week for wrestling. So, now it's actually, I've got the pick of the litter here. I'm conflicted because now I don't need to do it. But I'm still, you know what? Go for it, Maffew. Carpe diem. Logan Paul.
I am
my God.
shocked. We were talking about how are you going to pretend that he wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I know.
As soon as the match finished, we were both like, yeah, I don't think Maffew will like him.
No.
I have had a lot of mentions.
Shocked.
From the, what the Pauls call themselves.
The polls.
The low
Sorry,
guy.
the
the
fan
low
base.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the low, that kind of works, actually. In terms of puns, I've heard a lot worse. Mr. McMath. The low gangs. The low. No, I should put Mr. McMath in instead. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
The low gangs have been getting on my case as well. Because in my head, I haven't said, boo Logan Paul, me no like, me old man, me listen to music on cassette tapes. But I think that's what people have been hearing. I've said I've been interested in seeing the reaction to him because he was booed when Miz turned on him at WrestleMania.
He did a bad thing that
They
time.
edited the audio.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about that. Like, but
he did do a bad thing.
I know, but you're not helping my cause.
Sorry.
And then on the Raw, Madison Square Garden, the audio was very heavily edited. You know, Penn and Teller were doing their best magic tricks to make it sound like he wasn't being booed, but he clearly was. So I merely said, it's going to be interesting to see what a mostly non-TikToky crossover low gang crowd are actually going to react to.
A wrestling crowd.
Even though the Miz is amazing at what he does, you know, it's still going to be interesting to see what happened. And what happened, he came, obviously get on Twitter, it's my Hall of Fame picks, so I'll go into it now. He came out, crowd, you could see, obviously with the stadium, it's really hard to judge properly, but he was distinct, like mild boo, why, how can we like you? And he absolutely destroyed.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
I'm putting this in the Hall of Fame so people can actually hear, because obviously I think I've been clear and concise, but like I said, people go, Matthew old, he don't like the young. I'm like, no, it's fine. Obviously Matthew jealous. He wishes he'd collect Pokemon cards or whatever. I'm like, no. But I was like, no, I'll say if he's bad or anything like that. But no, he did an outstanding job. He looked so good. And more importantly, after he did all the spots and the matches like based around him getting cheered and hit that amazing frog splash and everything else like that,
God.
crowd cheering. Loud cheers at a stadium is very hard to pull off.
Yeah.
So I am putting him here in the Hall of Fame to show that I'm saying this about him.
He deserves it.
I'm shocked, but fair play, Matthew. Because I was like, how is he going to pretend that it wasn't good? But you
can't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think in the last week as well, I reiterated that Logan Paul hit a better Three Amigos than Finn
You
Balor.
did say that.
Yeah.
You did say
But no
that
one
as well.
hears that. They'll hear it now. I'll say it again. Logan Paul for Hall of Fame this week.
He's good. He is really, really good. It was really impressive.
Well, thank you, Fraser.
what
Not so
he
about
did.
yourself.
So well done. I'm proud of you for nominating.
I'm proud of you too.
Well done, Maffew.
Join the low guy.
Oh, see, the thing is, if the crowd are impressed by Logan Paul, what are they going to be like when KSI shows up?
Yeah.
It's inevitable at
Good.
this point, isn't it?
Good.
He knows his wrestling.
It was a good. He knows his wrestling content creators.
That's right, he does.
It'll be interesting to see because Alvarez made a good point, saying he was actually talking about Pat McAfee, saying that his match wasn't as good as his previous two.
Yeah.
Which is fair. You still did well for a non-wrestler, of course. But Alvarez was making the very fair point, I think, that like you risk becoming normalized or like there's diminishing returns. So it'll be very interesting to see where Logan Paul goes from here. Because like obviously they held enough back in the first one, and then he was like, oh, I can also do a standing moonsault and a frog splash. And they were like, do that. And now where do they go? Because he can't keep on. He's not Rob Van Dam. Like,
Well, obviously the answer is to set up the mega four-way celebrity main event of next year's WrestleMania, which will be him, Pat McAfee, Johnny Knoxville, and Bad Bunny. Because apparently you can't be a celebrity in wrestling now without having a 4-star minimum
Without
match.
being good,
now,
yeah.
So near pressure, pal.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Logan Paul is my pick. I know
Wow.
it's a big thing to jump out, Fraser, but you got the
Well,
legs for it. What
I
you
think the pick that I've got, I think, could top it. It's Mr. Gus McMath that we're.
Are you actually?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
right.
It's,
Oh, please.
And we mentioned at the start briefly that Saturday was quite a busy day for me.
Oh my God, yes. Okay.
And it started like any normal Saturday. I came in, first thing, wrote the news.
No, this is worth this build-up.
Yeah, it's worth it. Wrote the news. We shot some of the news, got it all done, and we were working hard, me and Sam. We're in separate offices on a Saturday. I'm next door, Sam's through here. At about 11 o'clock in the morning, I saw some police walk past the building. I said to Sam, oh, there's cops outside. So he was like, yeah, I saw a couple. Then more cops arrived. And one of them buzzed on the door and was like, it's the police, open up. So I was like, all right, okay, cool. Went downstairs. They were like, are you alone? Has anyone come in here? Is the building secure? I was like, yeah, I'm on my own. He was like, does anyone else have access to this building? I was like, yeah, the person next door has got the keys in here and can get in here. And he was like, right, we're going to do a sweep. So they searched the entire next door office and was like, okay, it's clear. You can go. We need you to hide in that room, in the juggling room where we film our news. Hide in there, lights off, and get as far in the corner, hide. Quite a terrifying ordeal, yeah. So they're like doing that. There was a big loud noise coming from what would be above us, but quite a bit.
Yeah, there's like the
student housing
accommodation around our office, kind of. Yeah.
So there was lots of noise and commotion, and then all about 12 cops, I would say, all stormed into Unit 6 and started run upstairs and sort of ran about the place, then came running back down.
You can't get into the student thing from our building. They thought you could, but you can't. It's a cupboard.
Looking at it, I can see how you
can. Because there's a door, you open it, and it's a cupboard.
Yeah.
So I imagine them like,
yeah. Mr. McMath, what are you doing on the top?
So they, So they did that. They came running back down. That pen doesn't work. So they came running down and were like, right, how do we get upstairs? How do we? And I was like, oh, there's a door next door. And they're like, get back in that room. And then they heard more noise. They ran out the building. They were now like, I went upstairs and hid sort of in the upstairs studio so I could still hear because the window was open. But there was lots of commotion, lots of shouting. I don't know how to get around this with YouTube strict.
They thought that someone might have had some
dangerous thing.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I think
not
that's
a pew, but maybe a
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. They thought they had a point. They thought they had a pointy.
Sorry, playing days is telling the story now.
They thought they had a pointy, but they could have potentially had a pew. So yeah. So they were like, they came with their own pews that were tasy pews.
Yeah.
Electric pews. And they were like, we don't want to pew you.
Not to Fraser.
Not
this
to
is
me.
To someone,
to someone up in the
noise,
balconies off the student housing. We don't want to pew you. Please get out now. Please come down peacefully. Then there was lots more shouting, and they got a battering thing, like to knock the door down of the student housing. They seem to have done that because there was lots of loud banging. And then there was more shouting up the top, and then one of the cops went right in the corner, and about 10 minutes later returned with more armour on. So that was fun.
He evolved.
He did evolve, yeah. So he came in. They closed all the gates at the bottom so no one could get out. Yeah. They told me to put the shutters down, so I did. So I was completely safe. But yeah, they were coming in. They stormed up there. They managed to get someone in cuffs and managed to walk them away. But it was quite drawn out. It was like half an hour, and then they managed to get the guy away. The person, it appeared when I looked out the window that they'd spat on the cops, and then they were really rushed away. And they were like, "Oh, there's 2 more people in." So they were stuck around for a bit, and they were checking all the drains for stuff, and they were checking all the car boots for things. It was quite a big moment, but they stormed Cultaholic HQ. When I spoke to my dad afterwards, he was in the police, and I was like, what's the kind of procedures for this sort of thing? If I was told to get hidden and stuff like that, he confirmed that it could have most likely been the pokey with a potential for a pew.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Rather than
but
a
only
snorty
Fraser and Sam were here.
So what was Sam doing then?
Sam was in here, and I was on the phone to him, giving him a running commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
I could see kind of everything up the top. But what the perfect thing was when they searched the place, I'm the only one here. Now we have some strange things in our office. Maybe Papa Jack was there. I'm not sure. But we also have the love of Andrew's life, Beryl.
The anime body pillow.
The anime body pillow that he took to Coop a few months back, and that was just sitting just on the floor, just in the corner with some stains around its mouth. And I'm the only one in the office. And And they're going, are you all right, mate? You know, can you go and hide in that room with the body pillow that we've just seen is in here? And also like steel chairs with people's faces on them. And
all the masks
and little figurines and a sofa with a camera pointed at it.
No.
I don't know what the police thought, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come back soon.
Yeah, it looks wrong, actually. It looks really bad.
What's going on here? We had quite a few streaming rooms where the camera's pointing at something.
Oil
drums.
This is barrels,
Barrels. Kendo sticks lying about.
Just Tom Campbell working.
Yeah, so that was my Saturday, and then I did the rest of my shift, and then came back in for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I would have taken a week off.
But yeah, that was a fun. I remember you were messaging me going, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, I checked.
So did Adam. Everyone sort of checked in because obviously it's like
I did first. I checked it first.
You both messaged me like within a minute apart.
Really?
From, I was like,
that's probably when Sam put.
I was like, I know. Yeah, they've been informed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. It was really cool. I was just trying to get some graphics made. I needed to get some content pumped out.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that you're all right.
So my pick is Northeast Police raiding Cultaholic.
Okay.
The police raid of Cultaholic.
Do we want that? Do we really want that on the Patreon?
Should we say the police raid of Cultaholic?
The great Cultaholic Police Raid of 2022.
Assault on
Sam was
Cultaholic FC.
It'll likely be in the Chronicle soon. And it'll be like YouTuber stars brush with...
No, it won't. Imagine. It'd be so good. But don't talk to the Chronicle.
No, definitely not talk to the Chronicle.
We hate the Chronicle. Sorry if you work for the Chronicle and you're watching them.
My old lecturer used to.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm more fan of the Shield Gazette.
Whoa.
Shield.
What was yours called in Sunderland, Dan? Oh, the Echo. Sunderland Echo, of course.
With the People shirt.
What's the County Durham one?
We can't read.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Speechless after that.
It's quite a big Hall of Fame section.
Good. I mean,
yeah, it's big.
The wrestling was really good this week, but I don't know anything can follow.
But I mean,
Logan Paul's match with Miz, all of the arrogance of youth.
I'm really torn. I want all of them to win because if you win, I'm in twice.
Yeah, that's true.
Right,
actually, yeah.
God, but I'll tell you what, there's no losers this week, no matter what, because those were some amazing picks. And to remind you, those 3 picks you can pick at patreon.com/Cultaholic. I'm very sorry, I'm still reading from the story.
You've got it.
Logan Paul, who was really good.
The List of Fraser.
The List of Fraser. And
just me surviving a police raid.
Fraser versus the world.
Yeah. The Saturday morning police raid.
Yeah, we'll call it.
We'll come up with good wording.
That sounds like a TV show.
Yeah,
I like that. Saturday morning police raid at Cultaholic.
Yeah.
Go to that patreon.com, put your vote in.
Yeah, we'll be up soon.
And then go have yourself a break afterwards to come up for the week of wrestling.
We're going to have one now.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling, which can't compare to this week in Hall of Fame.
No, yeah,
so we'll do our best. SmackDown, which is subtitled The Bloody Scots,
So,
you've even done the
So,
Bloody Scots,
unfortunately, I meant to put the Celts because it was Drew and Sheamus, and I've made a huge mistake. I've just put the Bloody Scots.
I think Jack knew who was going to be on this episode.
I did it there unintentionally. I like it.
Drew McIntyre wins. By the way, if you have that accent, please let us know. Drew McIntyre wins a 25-minute good old-fashioned Irish Donnybrook match against Sheamus. Afterwards, Drew cuts a promo about how he'll win the title before getting ambushed and beaten down by Theory. Oh, no. It was a good match. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus have good matches, even if they have bad matches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just rather tickled by the fact that they had the lovely flags at ringside, didn't they?
Yeah,
There's the big old Scottish one there. That was right. And then...
for the Saltire for the Scots.
Yeah, there we go. And the Ivory Coast flag there, Sheamus.
Which he replied to you on Twitter.
He did. He went, dual nationality, lads. I like Sheamus.
I loved your picture you used of the Ivory Coast football fans all going, come on, Sheamus.
Yeah, a lot of love for that. But apart that aside, and even though people go, wait, they must have the little holes to put in. They must have deliberately put
They've done it the wrong way.
They'll have to fight to get that done.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was, a good old-fashioned Irish Donnybrook.
It was good. Yeah,
Of course,
really
everyone in
good.
Ireland knows as one of them, right?
I'm excited for when the reverses and Drew has a good old classic battered Mars bar match. We've got a deep fried pizza match.
I was
That'd
going
be
to say
good.
a square go, but ICW have already
They've got the square go.
Yeah.
Mon then pal. It's
What?
the Mon then pal match.
The what?
Mon then
Pal.
Mon then.
Yeah.
Mon then pal.
Mon then pal.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I knew Square Go from ICW, and then it wasn't like years later. I was like, oh, that's what you say if you want to fight.
You could have a
Right,
caber
right.
tossing match, which makes it sound much worse than it actually is.
It's just throwing a big
Yeah,
plank.
yeah.
Big
Just-
log.
Just have a whole match where you're tossing the caber.
No, in Triple H, you'd like a caber toss, and then Sheamus up. I involved my mate Caber. He's really excited for the match now, and it's just guy they got from the little sessions. So yeah, lovely. And then Butch got battered
Per bitch.
like a Mars bar. Yeah, so it was all good.
Yeah, good. It was,
Fantastic.
it was a good match.
Good way to
Drew
kick off
looking
SmackDown.
good for Clash at the Castle.
Yes.
I'm glad they got some time for this as well. 25 minutes. Pretty
And I
decent.
like as well, another good thing, big long match wasn't on SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could have been.
Oh,
but I'm-
bless you.
Oh, you all
Ignore me,
right?
Ignore me, it's just a sneeze.
I think it could have been on SmackDown. It was on SmackDown. It could have been on SummerSlam, and it would have felt quite important on there. But I think
It stood out more because it was on. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Start more, and it meant that SummerSlam wasn't ungodly long.
Yes,
Which is
yeah.
one thing. We're not back to the awful days of 2017-18.
Oh my god.
Happy Corbin has bought a front row ticket and throws popcorn at Pat McAfee, his former housemate. The two get into an argument, which leads to Corbin kicking Pat in the Kevin balls.
Shout out to Kevin Ball, former
Balls.
Sunderland captain there, Dan. That was for you.
Lads.
The most Cockney Mackham you'll ever hear.
Was he?
He's just a Cockney, but he played for Sunderland for like years and years and years. Anyway,
It's a waste of Happy Corbin's money. He could have just.
ticket?
He's got lots of it.
Could've got that
It's
comp.
just
That's
a
why
way.
he's got a lot of money.
he could have got that comp. He
Comp.
could have got
He
a
could've got a comp
guesty.
ticket.
Yeah.
I need it for myself. To sit.
Guesty.
That would be a good thing for Pat to say. Well, you actually bought that. You couldn't get on the guest list.
Yeah.
You worked here for how many years?
People hate you. Yeah.
I like the little rivalry and the little things that Happy Corbin and Pat McAfee have been doing. It's been
Yeah.
good. It's been good
I've
fun.
enjoyed it.
Happy Corbin is good at these bits where it's just like, I'm just going to be a dick.
I like Happy
Ah,
Corbin.
you
Happy Corbin's great.
I miss Moss as his sidekick.
Yeah.
Me and Fraser used to love that upstairs. I'd be
Oh.
like, look at this joke.
Even
they
during
tell.
shows. Astronaut in the Ocean, Madcap Moss coming out.
So astronaut. So because pay per view started like 1 a.m. in the UK, me and Fraser are often flagging at the start, and we need to drink coffee and we need to
Yeah.
get all hyped. I made the mistake of ordering a Chinese munchie box, which
How
much did it cost you,
destroyed
Jack?
me. It cost me a lot of money.
A lot of money.
One of the big munchie boxes then.
It was more. I ate like a third of it. It was like
Do you know what?
16.
Yeah, it was like £16.50.
But I thought I was like, I'm so hungry. I was hungover from the Richards thing. I've not eaten all day. I'm gonna destroy this munchie box.
Oh,
And I didn't.
no.
But the way we worked
Carbon
it-
up at that stage of the day, mate.
For the amount of food you got for the price, it's good value, but only if you eat all of it or you're a family of 4.
Yeah. But she did it once, and he got 2 because it was buy one get one free, and he ate similarly like a third of one
Yeah.
munchie box.
Wait, he did 2?
I
buy one,
remember
get one
walking
free.
in, and he was like, "Would you like any salted chicken? There's way too much for it." I did.
Was this for a stream?
This was a couple of years ago now. It's probably pre-pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Pre-panny
just-
D.
he's trying to do that. No, what's that called again? That genre of YouTube.
Mukbangs.
Mukbangs.
Yeah.
Mudbang. I always call it Mudkip.
Mudkips.
Anyway, Shotzi beats Alia in a short singles match. Meanwhile, backstage, Natalya and Sonya Deville antagonize Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan. Ronda storms the ring where Shotzi is cutting a promo on her and just beats her up. Just nothing. Ronda suggests a tag match. Herself and Liv versus Natalya and Sonya. The good guys win. Yay.
Yay.
I was watching this live with people on Discord because we set Molly clocks or get ready for SummerSlam. And I was just like, all right, here we go. Shotzi versus Alia. Alia's going to win. And Shotzi won.
Yeah, she
that's
actually got
nice.
victory.
Yeah, and I was
Surprise.
Like, we're like, yay, go on, get him, tank girl, and all this, and then, and then just Ronda just absolutely.
She's got to look strong.
What is it?
Got to look strong.
Yeah, obviously, because she's obviously going to be around for the next few months of SmackDown.
Ronda's not strong enough.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Astronaut in the Ocean, by the way, is mine and Fraser's hype-up song
hype
before
song.
the pay-per-view, so we put that on.
For every show.
We know it's not a very good song, but it is hilarious.
Whoa.
I mean, it's a
Whoa,
brilliant
bro.
song. They used it for one pay-per-view once, and we were like,
I think
Is
it
that
was
your,
Royal
like-
Rumble, and
yeah.
we just
It's become like an ironic thing now. Yeah.
Is that like
not
Chicago
ironic.
Bulls coming out there?
Yeah, it's our, what you know about rolling.
been down in the. We'll get
And then,
demonetized if we sing
we
it
do all of
properly. Yeah.
We're too good at it.
Yeah.
But
No
then,
for no perfect as
but
well.
then,
lads.
like, Owen, Joel, and Luke, some combination of them are the editors on hand during pay-per-views, and they'll be sat there, headphones on, not joining in. Just
probably hating life because we were like trying to stay awake.
Right.
How to be funny on Twitter? What do we do? That's it. That's all we do.
Spring rolls.
Yeah. Going, don't look at me. Because I'm surprised that wasn't on your list.
Fraser tried to take a picture of me, and I felt greasy and Chinese box, munchie box, just grease everywhere. I was like,
don't look at me.
Again, partridge all the Toblerone. Jeff Jarrett holds a meeting with the Usos and Street Profits in the ring so he can show off his arms. The two teams get into a brawl, which the Street Profits win, but at one stage, Jarrett gets caught with an accidental super kick from the Usos. Oh, no.
which fooled me. I thought the Street Profits were going to win.
Yeah. More on that later on, but Jarrett got kicked right in the slap nuts.
Jarrett kicked right. So you said Jericho kicked right in the slap nuts.
Oh, sorry.
Jarrett.
Jericho. No. Maxine Dupri, well done, introduces the beachwear collection. Max Dupri arrives and says they're still looking for clients to titillate the juices of our guilty pleasures. How are we able to say that and not get demonetized?
But he is back, as we've said in the news.
Yeah.
He is like, he's timed it well.
Yeah.
He seemed to be a bit more LA Knight than Max Dupri.
Not complaining.
Yeah, because he was less, I don't want to say like...
He was more bombastic again.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yes.
The Viking Raiders, sorry, it says here the Viking Raiders, the new and improved Viking Raiders.
I think they're back to just the Viking Raiders.
Vicious.
The new Vicious.
Oh, new
Viking
Vicious.
Raiders.
I think they're new and improved, like Monster Munch flavour.
On cagematch.net, I checked this, and I think they're back to just the Viking Raiders.
Again, just Triple H's little chipping away, a little tiny hammer, getting things sorted.
It's like Power Wash Simulator. He's just cleaning everything.
What a game, by the way. The plain old, ready salted Viking Raiders, which Maffew will be returning to the proper flavour, beat the New Day, and after the match, they Pillmanize Wood's ankle.
So there's rumours that the New Day are taking time off. This could be a reason.
Could be the way. Fair enough then.
Or maybe just Woods.
So that leaves Viking Raiders to feud with
The Usos?
But
they're both heels?
Yeah, I guess. Is there any other tag team?
Shanky and Jinder?
Yes. Yeah, that's what we want. A dance
There's no
off.
SmackDown tag team
Shanky
division.
and a dance off with the War Raiders, Viking Raiders, not even War Raiders.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman cuts a promo about how Roman Reigns is going to batter Brock Lesnar. Like a what? Like a battered Mars bar.
Mars bar. Yeah.
That didn't work, sorry. Lesnar arrives and corners Paul. The Theory runs out to blindside Brock. Brock fights off Theory, who bails the outside, where Drew McIntyre claymores him on the ramp. Drew stares down Brock to end the show.
Now, this for me kind of confirmed Theory would not be successfully cashing in at SummerSlam because they're already teasing Drew versus Roman / Brock, whoever wins. So I thought Theory, maybe he's not going to actually do it. They'd also overpromised it.
His chances of cashing in drastic go down once that Triple H is in charge.
Yeah. That's
Oh, yeah, there was a big difference between before SummerSlam and after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So.
Like I think he had a good opportunity, or it was likely that he would cash in when Vince was in charge.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not successfully, but actually cash in.
Yeah.
And be featured.
Yeah.
There you go.
AEW Rampage. Destination, oh no. Ruby, oh no. That's good.
Thank you.
That's a good one, Jack. The Best Friends and Orange Cassidy win a 6-man tag against Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. The bad guys try to beat down OC afterwards, but Wardlow makes the save and they bravely run away.
Wardlow is now like one of the best friends. He's like best friends affiliated.
He's one of the boys.
He's one of the
He's a
lads.
good guy, so he sees good guys in trouble. He's there to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've not actually said why he's friends with them, but
Not as far as I've seen, but we don't watch the reams and reams of...
being the leads and all of the backstage stuff.
One of the big debates upstairs revolves around whether Sour Boy is funny or not.
He's not funny.
He's not funny.
He's not funny.
It's
Sorry,
the
boy.
funniest thing
It's just
Anderson and Gallows have done on BTE, but it's a one-person race.
I
at
will
that point.
accept that.
Yeah.
That is definitely the funniest they've ever been.
But is it funny because of Jack Atkins and Aiden being huge fans of it and going, Sour Boy?
It's not funny.
It's funny because you can hear everybody else laughing at it, and when you hear other people laughing at something, it makes even the unfunniest thing funny.
guess that's
Apart from like
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory or something like that. Like,
Pew pew. Shots fired.
it's like that clip. Again, I don't always be in the lead, but sometimes they clip it when it's is it Nick Jackson. It goes, "Can you handle that? Can you handle that?" And everyone's just like going, that's funny because if they just stare at him like this, like Lance Storm, it would be like, that's just a bit crap. That, but if you see them laughing at it, it's funny.
I liked FTR on Aaron Solo's Between Two Ferns knockoff that he does, the Hey EW. There's like a YouTube interview where it's deliberately awkward humour and stuff. And he had FTR on and he was like, not Aaron Solo. What's he called?
RJ City?
Yes.
I was wondering, like, what the hell are you talking about?
Not yet. And he goes,
I was wondering, like, what the hell
Not
are you talking about?
yet. And he goes,
You'd be flattered you got those two mates.
he goes, you guys are getting really cheered now, and you've not changed anything. And I think that's bad. And they're like, okay. He's like, I've got a list of things for you to make a baby face, a good guy entrance. Come on. And they follow it's so weird. Like they go behind the curtain in his little set, and they come out and go, come on, huh? Yeah. And I found that one. That was
Yeah, it was
funny.
good.
I like RJ City. I think he's a fantastic character. Some of those things could be a bit, like, forced. But I love him generally.
But FTR
when he's funny, he's funny.
are so unimpressed that it works.
I hate this. I'm so critical of the people I like and I say negative stuff rather than positive. No, you know what? He's the funniest guy in the world. There we go. Ethan Page squashes Leon Ruff in.
Yes,
Yep.
he does. More on that on Dynamite.
The crowd are like, oh, it's that guy. All right, bye.
We only wanted you for Josh Alexander.
Yeah. We've already got 2 dimes. Backstage, Cole Carter, speaking of which, is offered a spot in the factory. That's 2 dimes. QT Marshall tells him to sleep on it, but in his own bed, not with the fishes.
They've done that a few times now. He said, what was it, a Shark Week? He was like, he's swimming with sharks, not the fishes anymore. And
They've
now
done it a lot.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just keep having him be a monster.
he was can I say that? He was sleeping with the fishes, actually.
Yeah.
That is the PG way of saying that,
Yeah.
unless you're Troy McClure. On NXT, that's how they disposed of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just keep him as a mobster, I think. With aqua powers, no.
Yeah, he's an
Aquaman
undead.
monster.
He's an undead gangster. He has to he comes out. He's completely washed out. He's
Yeah.
seaweed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Make
God.
it that. No more characters in wrestling. That would solve that.
That would- yeah.
Hailing from underneath the bridge. You know.
Yeah. Undead aqua mobster is
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's money.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
That's
I'm
funny.
mobbing here.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's on NXT next week.
It's mobbing time.
He just comes back.
The Codfather. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack wins again. Lee Moriarty beats Matt Sydal after distraction from Stokely Hathaway. After match, Moriarty accepts Stokely's business card. So Lee teamed up with Gresham. Gresham turned bad person on Lee. Gresham left, and then Lee Moriarty's turned bad on Matt Sydal weeks later.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, pretty much. Well done. Yeah.
Wow, great.
Stokely's collecting wrestlers like Pokemon.
Or like Thanos with the Infinity Stones, because I've got to make a Marvel reference.
They don't know that. I found
I
out.
know,
you
great.
thank you,
Don't worry.
God.
He's only read the plot synopsis of them.
It's only the most popular
I
film
know,
series
right?
ever made.
How about DC cancelling everything? Am I right?
Oh,
Bloody superheroes. Oh, I've got powers. What a real story with grit.
Gresham was out of AEW quicker than Batgirl out of HBO Max. Words.
This is how Ross feels when I make a computer game reference from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Remember Stuntman on the PS2?
He's like, blah, 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 blah. FIFA 03. Oh, yeah. Tony Schiavone brings out William Regal and Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio asks stablemate and fellow Ring of Honor title holder Wheeler Yuta to come to the ring. Jericho interrupts and talks trash. He's very good at that. Yuta says he can beat Jericho, so Jericho challenges him to a match on Dynamite. Yuta declines because he already knows he can beat him. Jericho gets angry and puts his #1 contender status on the line, and Yuta accepts.
Yes. One thing that doesn't exist in wrestling is botches. In a movie, there's probably 100 mistakes in movies, but they cut them all out.
That's right.
You ever watch a hockey match and see a player miss an open goal? Yeah, it's embarrassing, but it's not a botch. Shut your effing mouth.
The crowd are really respectful at these sports games, be it football or hockey. They go, well, they're playing great, lads. Come on, they're doing their best. You often hear that.
True, Geordie's coming for you.
I can't run him. I'm scared.
I'm scared of him. He's huge.
Oh, yeah, as long as I get like 10 feet away distance between us, I'm fine. If he comes any closer than that, I'm knackered. We see an acclaimed music video aimed at those ass boys. A dumpster match is announced for next week's Dynamite, presumably in reference to their dumpster asses.
Oh.
Yeah, that
Dump trunk asses.
Dump truck.
Dumpster ass isn't a thing, is it? Dump
Yo,
truck.
they've got a dump truck.
They got some dumpies, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dump truck ass.
Much if you went up to someone, you said that wrong, like I just did. Goes,
Hey, you've
wow,
got a dumpster.
Hey. Look, I just want to say this. I saw you across the room. You've got a dumpster ass.
You've got a dumpster
Your
bottom.
ass is dumpster.
Yeah, you stink.
That could be a reference to it, though. I didn't think about that. Did they explain why they're doing a dumpster?
Depends if they're a fan of the thong song or not, where she's got dumps like a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too young for that
I don't
song.
know it.
You know the thong song, okay?
Yeah.
We all know the
Ah.
thong song. We
Let's
all
just
love
go.
Yeah.
He was the commander of Deep Space Nine. Anna Jay beats Ruby Soho in the main event, choking her out with her own cast.
Yeah.
Owen Hart style, very
Yeah.
nice.
But poor Ruby, man.
That's the thing. It's like she could have beat anyone else. Ruby's kind of been wasted
There
in this
was
spot.
there was an excuse that she's injured and she used the cast, but
Yeah, right. Plot-wise, it made sense.
it did.
But
it did.
don't have her lose.
Maybe
Don't have her
this
lose.
is built into. Maybe Ruby will get a big one over on Anna Jay.
Yeah, it's
Possibly.
involved in a Jericho feud, so this is just part one of many.
I can't
Yeah.
emphasize enough how much I would have enjoyed Ruby Soho winning the Owen Hart tournament.
I think she should have because it's
Yeah.
kind of killed a bit of her momentum.
Yeah, but it didn't need it.
Yeah,
It would have been hilarious watching Adam Cole and Ruby Soho.
Celebrate.
That would have been way better.
It would be
Yeah.
so funny if Adam Cole's like, yeah.
Tony consoling Brett.
Yeah. Or British just going, you better not stare at her. And Adam's just like looking.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, that was AEW Rampage. SummerSlam, the most cerebral party of the summer.
Yes.
Bianca Belair beats Becky Lynch to retain the Raw Women's title. After the match, Becky shakes Belair's hand and gives her a hug, therefore putting a bow on their feud. That has been going for a year because it started when
Yeah.
Becky returned at SummerSlam.
It feels like she's been here for longer than a year.
Right, and now
Really?
she's
Yeah.
out after SummerSlam this year.
Yeah. But now she's
Wow.
a face again.
Yeah, and it was
which
a
is
nice
good.
way of dealing with that. That was fantastic.
Really good match as
was
well.
good.
Oh,
Really
even
good match.
even
Especially
stronger
'cause-
considering a
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she going for a left-handed handshake? I thought it was symbolic. I was like, don't trust her. Not with the left arm.
left.
And I realized the right arm was hanging off. And I thought, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
She's like, Gohan when he's battling Freezer.
What?
And his arm's all,
See that Freezer. See when I did the work experience years and years ago, everyone just made references to that, and I don't know what it's from.
Oh, Freezer, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
I never
right.
would have put those two together.
Loads of people
but
were like, oh, like Freezer from insert there.
That's their favorite reference for someone called Fraser?
It's that or Frasier.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
There you go.
Fraser, you mean like in Dragon Ball Z?
are you in your final form?
Exactly, yeah. I don't know Dragon Ball. It's
Dragon
me.
Ball Z.
Do I look like the guy? Maybe that's why.
No.
No?
He's purple.
Fraser has like 6 forms, and you're like none of them. So
He's
I mean, with some method, maybe.
he's a
you know,
purple and silver alien. You don't look like Freezer.
You should see me after work.
Okay, fair enough.
when the police knock on the door. They tease a beat down. Oh, sorry, Bailey. That's right, Bailey. That makes a surprise return with the 90s comic style tights, which got loads of pockets.
Yeah,
I
all
think
the
that's always
pockets.
cool, yeah. Along with Dakota Kai. All right,
What
she's
are you
back
doing
again.
here?
And Io Shirai.
Oh.
Now named Io Sky.
Io Sky.
Yo, Sky,
So,
all caps.
Reports of Io Shirai leaving. Was it Meltzer reported that?
There's quite a few places were
Yeah,
reporting that.
apparently-
And then she tweeted a lot of
think
like lol rumors. Or
Alvarez
something.
said she had 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, she had a month left on her contract and had indicated that she was wanting to go back to Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
But so she's going to stick around.
Yeah.
Well,
It's exciting though, and I liked a little bit of Corey Graves. I think on commentary was like, Dakota Kai, she isn't even employed here. We
Yeah.
let her go.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, this is quite a big moment. Really
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's a little
three
bit more
great
to-
wrestlers coming back. And then they tease a beatdown of Belair, but Becky stands, I'm sure there's people standing online, stands alongside her, and then Bailey and her pals bravely back off.
I stand everyone involved.
Yeah.
I'm a Dakota guy. I think she's brilliant.
Ah,
I've said this before and it's not caught on. I'm trying to start a
I
fan
think
club.
you should
but-
do it. I
Okay.
wonder what Jack Atkins' opinion was on it, because he's not a Dakota Kai fan.
Jack
Did you
Atkins-
not?
No, he doesn't like her.
God. It doesn't matter.
Well, you know what? The last
How
stuff
can
she
you
was
not
doing
think she's
wasn't
great?
too
Cool.
Yeah, I guess
Interesting, she mentioned on Twitter that she's still allowed to Twitch stream.
Okay.
So I wonder if that's
Triple
going to be
H
a
changed
little
that.
change coming.
Maybe.
A little change.
Maybe.
I think that was just literally this morning that she tweeted that.
Wow.
So more Twitch from
Again, just
It's everything's changing.
winds of change, isn't it?
It all begins again.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also I'll put here, Monk's excitement. Is it me or am I only just noticing that Ric Flair's back in the Then Now Forever intro?
Oh, is he?
He apparently thanked Triple H for thanked Vince McMahon for putting him back in.
That's who you want to thank right now.
Yeah,
I think this was a little while ago.
This, yeah, a couple
I've only
of
just noticed it.
I see.
So maybe it's just me. Okay, fair enough. Again, already talked about this, but if you skip the Hall of Fame, why would you? Logan Paul faces The Miz. Ciampa tries to interfere and gets ejected, but he refuses to leave the ringside area. So AJ Styles just comes through the crowd and attacks him. Logan wins with the skull crushing finale, but not after frog splashing Miz through the announce table and hitting every move beautifully, looking like he's been trained to do this since birth and getting a monster reaction in the process. I have nothing negative to say about this.
I get why It's annoying though. Why aren't I good at these things? Why is he 6'3" and ripped and...
Yeah. He's so good. He was so good. It's ridiculous, and it is angry, and it's annoying and upsetting.
And even funnier is he looks like a wrestler, and he's going to go backstage and just talk about Pokemon cards with like the rest of the roster.
He'll fit in.
Yeah, he will.
Right?
I think, did you either of you watch his podcast where Triple H went on, or little bits from it?
Well, we talked about a little bit on the news.
Just that one bit where he's, those smoky bars.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the rest of it where Triple H is like, I was asked what he thought of Logan Paul joining WWE, and he was like, I don't know who he was.
I didn't know who he was.
Who is he?
I think he said, who the F is that?
Yeah. But Logan Paul came across as like genuinely a wrestling fan who loves the industry, and it's cool to see that more, as you said, the 4 celebrities that have come in recently.
The Horseman, maybe.
Is he the best one? Yeah, I think he was better than Bad Bunny.
I think. But Pat's match with Adam Cole was amazing.
It really was.
And his match
and the
with
War
Theory.
Games.
But
I think
Pat
And the
McAfee
Theory.
had other matches prior to that, just like on an indie level.
Well, no, let's not go crazy. I'd like really.
Yeah,
didn't.
I think
His own thing.
before this I would have said Pat, but this might have taken Logan above Pat for me. Just
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, I haven't seen enough of just because in that one match, Miz and Morrison were flying all over. He did really well, but Miz and Morrison were like,
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great because you can tell, because again, you have to put a lot of effort into these things. You can tell that they are fans of wrestling.
Yeah.
If he was going to make a mockery of it, he would have, done it in this match, right?
Tyson
But-
Fury.
Yeah, right. Or like those NBA players, like, what's that family? Who just, like...
Oh, the balls.
Yeah. And all that, like, we don't care about this. But you can tell, obviously, the effort he's putting in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even better, you can give him even more praise to the dude. Someone said a while ago, and I haven't really thought about this because I'm old. I've got lower back pain. I don't have a TikTok. Dupri obviously does a great thing with it, Then Now Forever, emphasizing this happened in the 80s and the 90s. Hey, Cena, Mankind, Foley, Undertaker, whatever. But it's like, all right, how are kids supposed to get into this when like every week someone comes out, I'm going to be the best IC champions than Shawn Michaels. And it's like, hey, Logan Paul, kids love him.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So
He does all dabs and flossies and Fortnite. So
This
kids
is how
will
I
love
see
him.
you. This is
Exactly. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, you nailed him.
does the TikToks. That's him.
And even better, like we're watching it, my mates came round for the first time. That's what they do, right? My mates came round to see dabbing for Paul, to see the show. It's the first time I've had people not only watch it in real life since prior to lockdown, which is staggering to me.
That must have been a nice time.
Yeah, but they came round to mine, so I got all the dips and stuff.
Put on Astronaut in the Ocean.
Of
Let's all
course,
go wild.
keep yourself
right.
hyped.
I was even like, hello and welcome to Maffew's pre-show. Because I'm like, wow, people are here. And they had such a good time. And they were going...
Did you book Tom Campbell for the...
Sure, yeah.
I just like, here's
Question of math.
Here's Littles, Tom Campbell. It's just me. But like, they were there going, I hate this because they don't like Logan Paul. But I'm like, damn it, he's kicking it.
good.
Yeah.
He's doing so good.
Yeah.
And then the Maximum Male Models promoted Pure Life Water. And then
is great.
They said, I love this segment. They all look peggable.
This is what your friend said, is it?
That's what my friend
Not
said.
the words of Matthew. the
Yeah,
words
that
of
was
his
a
friend.
quote. The peggable MMM.
It was so funny.
It was
thought it was really good.
They're one of the best parts.
This is so good.
I have no idea where it's going.
No,
None whatsoever, but they're fun. And
Maybe
they're self-aware.
they'll feud with... maybe
Oh,
they're-
right, yeah, they're the SmackDown tag team.
Yeah,
Just I guess.
but they're not
They're
baby
heel.
faces.
Well,
Look at them, of course the baby face.
The bit that really made me laugh was when Mansoir has done his bit, and it cuts to Marseille, and he's drinking water, but barely any of it's good. It's just it's just bouncing off his lip down onto his chest. I'm like, this is hilarious.
It's so funny.
Then there's a bit where they're playfully like, hee hee.
Yeah.
So good.
Takes a lot of boxes. Theory attacks Bobby Lashley before their match. Lashley submits him in a few minutes to retain the US title. Because of everything going on with the SummerSlam build and all the other stuff with WWE, it was like, oh yeah, this match is happening. And they've barely mentioned it because all the emphasis has been put on Theory and the Money in the Bank thing. So I thought this match was going to get nothing, and it was just Bobby Lashley beating up
It was like
Theory.
4 minutes long.
Yeah, to giant reactions. So we all love Lashley. Crowd loves
yeah.
Lashley. Good.
Theory did that whole thing where he attacked him before, and then they were like, do you still want to wrestle? And Lashley's like, yes, I'll beat him in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And he did. And fair enough. I mean, it doesn't help Theory out, but I feel like if something more comes of Theory's briefcase and all that, but it's easy to forget, I suppose. But
Yeah.
it worked for the live crowd, definitely.
I think though sitting there also made us think, or it made me certainly think, there might be a bigger chance.
Because it was so short.
Yeah, it's so short. They're saving him. He's going to be involved in the main event somehow. Good match, though, for what it was.
Yeah.
It gives Lashley the belt again. Or keeps the belt on Lashley, I should say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then Edge returns with a new look to help the Mysterios win their no DQ match against the Judgment Day. Really forget who it was who tweeted it, because I follow the really, really funny people on Twitter. And of course it was. But Edge came out with this red spiky jacket, his shaved head, and going grrr, like that with shades. And someone just said, "Oh God, I think it was Tape Machines." Said, "Just a reminder that Christian's the divorced one." Yep. Didn't really care about the match. It was just a setup for Edge returning.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad or anything.
Yeah.
Ray appeared to get in a fight with the ring ropes at the end. It was just there.
No, you pointed out during the match the ropes looked very slack.
Oh, when Ray did his
Yeah, they
splash at the end, he just went.
Yeah, they had the Alien Ant Farm ropes.
Yeah.
It's just I
What
wonder
a
if
music
that.
video.
I wonder if that was for the final thing in the night with the ring.
To help him
help
lift
with
it.
it,
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Oh, yeah, people were noticing, because I didn't notice this thing, that they didn't have the LED screens.
Yeah, on the side of the ring, they had them on the barricade instead as well.
One of my favourite news stories that comes about every week in the Build to Hell in a Cell every year is there's footholes in the cage of the cell. It's like there's always.
right.
Always footholds. I think it's quite funny that Edge 2 years in a row does the Brood at SummerSlam, the exact same thing. Or the fact that the Judgment Day didn't notice all the production crew bringing these steps out onto the stage for him to stand in and then just wait for his moment.
Yeah.
Because he waited. The Mysterios were getting beat down.
You've got to wait.
They're getting beat
This is the
down.
good guy.
Yeah, the good guy's waiting. I'll wait for... Is it not? No, it's not. It's not. They're not beat up
So
enough.
you're,
wait,
you're
let me-
saying this didn't make sense.
Wait, not yet.
You're
yeah.
saying this didn't make sense in kayfabe.
In kayfabe, because
Right.
Edge would just surely just be like, right, I'm going to...
But he's
He's just arrived at the arena. I'm going to run. Not, guys,
he's
can you
driven
get...
by demons.
Can you get my stairs and my fire going, please?
Wait for it. I've had surgery 5 times. I might. Yeah, now's the
Yeah,
time.
there we go.
The Corey or someone said driven by demons when he was making his way down the ring. I was like, that's his new. But they haven't. I don't think they've said that since. I
Yeah.
thought it was just one cool line.
He's got to think of
his
one thing to
t-shirt
say.
Yeah.
is demonic.
Does it say driven by demons?
It
I thought was
doesn't. It's like a
two
tarot
sound
card.
bites.
You should do
or
a Josh
something.
Matthews and go, "It's Edge."
Yes.
Where we are. Pat McAfee beats Happy Corbin after a low blow behind the referee's back. I remember that Pat came out to Seven Nation Army at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
thought, we're going to see this here at
I
SummerSlam.
know.
That'd be nice.
I know.
No, we didn't get that, but we did get the lovely choir chant,
Yes.
which I thought worked. This was a big mess, but in a nice way. Like, obviously didn't compare to Cole or War Games or Theory. Yeah, it was Theory right now.
Yeah.
But I liked it for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Michael Cole was the MVP of the match.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He was. You see the end when. Well, first of all, when he argues with Corbin, I thought he was going to hit him. I was like, go on.
I thought that was it.
I
Like,
was having flashbacks to JR with the jar of
Yeah, yeah.
sweets and like, but I really thought he was going to get involved in the finish. When the ref got bumped or distracted, I was like, it's Cole's time to shine, but sadly not.
then he gets to the ring and he goes, "Michael Cole, baby!" It's the sunset flip.
The thing I was most excited though about this match wasn't actually anything to do with the match itself, but getting to tweet the Vine that is, oh my God, they were roommates.
They were roommates.
And just tweet that out. And I did it twice to make
And they
them-
were roommates.
God, they were roommates. It's perfect Vine.
And Cole at the end getting high-fived off Pat.
Yeah.
Cole was the happiest little boy. He was like, yay, cool friends.
And
done
also,
it.
we had that line with Corey Graves who got what set it up. Cole's like, "Shut up, Corey," and then Corey said something like, "I liked you better when
You weren't allowed to have an opinion.
we wanted to have an opinion." Then they all hang out now, and wow, what a major improvement we've seen on comedy.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it?
Cole was on fire that whole show. He was really
Yeah.
good.
Chance for him when he stood up to Corbin as well.
Yeah.
So good.
He's got that hot young thing with Pat McAfee, and he's going to his life's being re-energized.
Yeah.
I like when like Michael Cole's like, oh, Happy Corbin is such a horrible person, forgetting that Michael Cole was not that nice about
He's done
10
some
years
horrible
ago. Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
You're not a coal miner?
Oh God, no. Let's
Down
move
the
on. Move on.
mines.
Down the
We're being positive. And afterwards, Drew McIntyre cuts a big happy babyface promo about his title shot at Clash of the Castle and some kid in the front row. Drew McIntyre's had some really forced, wanky promos the last few years, which I think have taken away a lot of the momentum that he had when he was basically lockdown king. This was a good, positive, like, no, don't worry, he's going to be able to speak like a
Yeah.
human being now.
Definitely.
And this was great because the crowd were like, yeah, Drew, you sound like a human being. You're not going, I remember William Wallace. And just like, oh, God, shut up. No, it was great. The crowd chanting for that kid and everything else like that. Good. Yay.
Yeah.
That was really
Positive.
good promo. The only thing, next step I want is to ditch the sword.
Please.
Yeah,
Just ditch the sword,
needs to
but
go.
really good steps going forward for even that promo.
The crowd are going to be well behind him in Wales. Wales.
Yeah.
Even though he's not Welsh. But
No Welsh,
yeah,
but it's like, the
Yeah,
homeboy's
they're
back.
going to shout
UK.
close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
The crowd will be really hot for him. Don't know if he'll win.
That's the big question, isn't it?
Ooh,
Yeah,
how
we'll
can
see.
you do it? Because how can you do it and not have him win? But also, how can you have Roman lose?
Just
Yeah.
have one of the titles change hands.
Yes, that
That's
would
really
be
what
the
it
way
should
to
be.
do
But
it.
how do you do that where Roman just goes, I'm just putting one of the belts on?
I think because like, Drew, you stink. You couldn't win at hook or duck. You're not getting 2 title shots. We just get 1. How about that?
Yeah, it could be.
I thought that would work.
just-
And then it's
yeah.
like, oh,
You
okay.
could just have Heyman do some wrangling, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make Adam Pearce go, he only won the number 1 contendership for this match.
If they
It
say
took him
it's
15
only,
times to beat Sheamus, in fairness. Yeah, he only deserves
if they
one
say
title
it's
shot.
only one, then if they before the show they go, there's only one belt on the line, I'll be like, oh, hang on.
Keep the Universal title on Roman, give Drew the WWE.
Oh, the arrogance of youth, man.
Oh,
It's the way he says it. It's the way he says it. Nadal versus Djokovic in the final.
It would have been if Nadal didn't get injured.
Okay.
Didn't get injured.
And then what is... sorry.
Phrases people come up to me at North and go, the arrogance of youth.
Yeah, I had I was
Anyway,
busy at the
in
roast.
fairness, he did go, is there a way we can monetize
Yeah,
this
is
later?
there a way?
I was
Do you
gonna
want
say-
Arrogance of Youth t-shirts?
Yeah.
If Thunder Roses walk around with a sandbagging since 2014 shirt, you can
Yeah.
have like an arrogance of youth
I'd
since
like
birth.
3 people. I was like running about getting ready to like interview someone, and then I had like someone just go, arrogance of youth. As I walked past, I'm like,
working hard.
Hi. I think as folk were leaving, the bit out of the venue,
Yeah.
standing there, I think we'd just done an interview with Boisterous Behaviour. They've won the titles. And then someone just goes, arrogance of youth. What? Like, thanks, Joe.
You're over, brother. You're over.
Yeah.
You got a
Thank you.
catchphrase.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway.
And then it's weird to say this, but probably the biggest negative of the entire night, which was the Usos versus the Street Profits with guest ref Jeff Jarrett. I was all but guaranteed in my head that Street Profits were going to win. Special guest referee after last month's shenanigans. Great. Not only did the match not even compare to their classic last month, this wasn't even the same universe. And Jeff Jarrett was a complete non-factor.
Yeah.
It was just, hey, somebody famous to go along with Pat and Logan Paul and
He did a
everything else
bit
like
of aggressively breaking up the 5 count early
But
on,
that
but apart
was
from
nothing.
that, yeah.
Was it just to get that pop in Nashville?
that.
Yeah.
And they went,
That
you're
was
going
literally
to
it.
be in town for Ric Flair's last match.
Yeah.
Let's get you in the
But
show.
he didn't even factor into the finish.
finish.
It was weird.
I guess, though, that's kind of subverting. We're all like, they're going to do something. It's going to be some shenanigans. And it's, a special guest referee actually did the job
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, the
played
gimmick was he was a good ref.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they brought him in, right? They were like, our refs can't get the job done.
Yeah.
Well, when you
This
put it
one
like
will.
that, that was it. It was like, oh yeah, great. But then it was like, but the bad guys won last time due to
Yeah.
the shenanigans. And this time, sorry,
They
just,
just-
what did I say? Yeah. Now
Yeah.
the bad guys won again, and there was no excuses.
But
And I was like,
Go for it, Jack.
So what's going on with Montez Ford? He's a bit of an angry little boy.
I think we both sort of, when that shot,
Yeah.
we both were like, video package.
Because basically earlier in the match, he got a 2 count and lost his mind to
Yeah,
Jarrett.
he
And
did.
for no reason, because it was fair. And he was like, what? And then at the end, when they sat there all sad, and Dawkins is like, oh. But Ford's like, And I'm like, what's he thinking?
Just love your
2
description.
guest referees.
Like, I love your
Clash at the
descriptions
castle.
there of no words, just he's like,
Yeah,
and then the other's like,
It got it across. I think that people understand what I mean.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I like
thank
it.
you. Thank you. Dawkins was like, and Ford was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it works.
Things that make you go, Riddle crashes the show and demands that Seth Rollins get out here. Seth swaggers out. Again, even Seth, I was positive about the show, just comes out, yeah, whatever, beats him up, and then goes back with them.
The funniest bit was when Seth fakes turning around and goes, no, I'm going for him. Because the shot of the hard cam had all of them running,
Yeah.
like all the refs and that
Right.
going like, no, Seth, stop. It looked like Chariots of Fire.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jerusalem.
Quite a long,
Hey, nice.
Bring me
long
my
ramp to
sword
run
up.
down. It was weird to have him just Riddle be like, yeah, I'm here, and I'm gonna get beat up. But he is injured. He is injured.
But it made him look like a silly boy and a
chump.
punk bitch.
Damn right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he got
you
beat
told
by a
him.
man wearing an orange hoodie.
If you could pull it off.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
You pull it off.
Richard Tubman.
Yeah.
Richard
Tubman
Tubman could pull
Tubman
that
could do
off.
it.
Jack Atkins could pull that off.
That's
Yeah.
him walking into the Tokyo Dome next year.
Who's the third most fashionable member of the office? If we know that the first two are Tubman and...
Tubman and Atkins.
Is
He's
it
sitting right
Roxy
over there.
Drip?
Dan Heffel.
Owen, maybe? I mean,
Owen's quite fashionable, but it's a different type of fashion to...
he scrubs up well.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew looks nice in a suit. He looked wonderful. He looked scrummy in that anime body pillow video.
Yeah, he did.
He really looked
Yeah,
good.
he did look scrummy.
A lot of us just dressed like skater boys, I think.
Yeah.
Sam dresses like a skater boy.
Yeah.
Andrew
Yeah, but he's
Andrew dressed like a
editing, so,
skater
you know.
boy. I often dress like a skater
Tom
boy.
sometimes puts a blazer on.
Tom.
You've been
It's
quite
Tom
smart
Campbell.
recently.
Thank
It's
you.
my
I've tried to
favourite.
step up
Your
my game.
ties. You've had
Thank
ties
you.
on for
Yeah.
podcasts.
It's someone. It's one of yous. It's most bloody one
one
of
of
yous.
yous.
What about the triple jump side? You know, there's some fashionable cats over there. James Jenkins.
It's
the
literally
beard.
only Ashton, isn't it?
It's just
She's the only
Ashton.
one who experiments with her. She was wearing dungarees the other day.
She is quite
I
fashionable.
like a competitor.
I couldn't pull off the dungarees.
So should we
Have
say
you tried them?
They
when I
had,
was like 2. I think.
they had this very discussion on the Triple Jump After Dark podcast on their Patreon
Okay.
All right.
with about who's the most fashionable. They both agreed it was Tubman,
Yeah.
Atkins, and then just a massive gap for everyone.
That's fair.
is, yeah.
And then I think Ben and Peter went, it's probably Ashton.
It probably is.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
Jack G. King.
Seth
there as well,
Rollins.
actually.
Tubman's the Seth Rollins of Cultaholic.
Yeah.
I've had Jack Atkins compliment upwards of 2 of my T-shirt choices before. So
I like the Venom one.
Yeah.
What have you got today? Oh, that's cool.
Savage.
Yeah.
Wrestling one.
Yeah.
But yeah. He liked my Wham one with George Michael and the other one from Wham.
Nice. The other one.
That's what it says on the t-shirt.
Name 5 songs.
And funny enough, this discussion about fashion in the office lasted longer than Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. That ended with Liv Morgan pinning Rousey whilst in the armbar, but tapping just before the count of 3. Ronda is angry. That's not like her. And she beats up both Liv and the referee. And I think another referee that came out as well.
Yeah. She's suspended
Yes.
for reals, but not for reals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The contract's up for a bit, so sort of. You know what? I'm glad this went brief because the build's been weird because everyone loves Liv. It's great, but they didn't want to turn Ronda heel beforehand. So it was face versus face, but Liv was the most heel because she cashed in Money in the Bank. But they're like, no, pretend it's a good moment. It's a good moment. So I was like, all right, where are they going with this then? And it was all right what they did for the 4 minutes, but then I'm really glad that Ronda turned heel afterwards because otherwise it's like, where we're going with this, lads.
I'm glad that Triple H, 2 of the first things he's done is Becky as a face and Ronda as a heel. It's just the
It
way
makes
it
more
works.
sense.
Yeah, it's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Ronda openly hates wrestling fans.
Yeah. She's not coming out there going, I love all of you. Her genuine reaction is the you people promo.
Yeah.
The only thing with this is Liv Morgan tapping out while she's pinning Ronda. Well, obviously you can see the red.
You brought this up on the night, sorry.
No, let's go for
You
it.
brought this up on the night. The pain's too excruciating. She's gonna break her arm.
It was literally the next tap.
Oh, I remember The Rock doing it when he was in the ankle lock and he grabbed the rope and went, or was it Austin? Someone did anyway. It's the pain's too much.
Aye. Angle and Undertaker did it.
Was it under? Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah, got him in the
Undertaker tapped out or biker taker.
Yeah, biker taker. Sorry, and then
Yeah.
one,
I mean, it's-
2, 3.
Ah, that
It
was
works, but I just didn't like it here.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was a.
I thought the idea was just to make
Clever way
Ronda
out.
mad, but not harm Liv.
Not harm Liv.
And I think it was a perfect situation.
It got
for
the job
setup.
done, yeah.
Liv always sells really well.
Yeah.
I always think, oh, she's really sore, and she was. Her
Yeah.
arm was really.
She
sore.
was, huh?
Yeah.
One of her cows had a calf recently.
Aww.
Oh,
Yeah, just the one
what,
of
do you know? Did she name it?
just calf. Just put on Twitter prior to the show. I just got a
Mr.
calf.
Well, if it's from your, because if
the way-
your neck of the woods, it was Mrs. Milk.
But the way it was told to me was, oh, Liv Morgan's just had a calf. It's like,
Oh God,
what? What's going on?
sounds like a Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Bethany's recently sent away for one of those DNA things where you find out about your
Yeah.
heritage and stuff.
I did that recently as well.
Nice.
Well, my mum did.
But Chutney was milling about while she was doing it, and I was like, it's going to come back. You're like, oh, you're 20% cat. Or they send back a half human cat hybrid, like the fly.
no.
Like things out of Doctor Who. There's another reference that you. Do you no, the cat
No,
people in
no.
Doctor Who. No.
I know David
Cat
Tennant
people,
shouts
but
a
Yeah.
lot and
Classic
gets
Who, or
emotional.
do you mean like
No Who.
Oh,
Just
never mind.
cat people.
cat
The people, the like
cat
cats.
people
Do you know what one about, Dan?
walk like
Yeah,
cat.
good.
Talk like people. Yeah, so that brings us to universally beloved good guy Kane appearing to express the belief that the attendance figures were accurate.
When you said express belief, I was like, oh no, where's he going to go?
Well, Kane's had issues with miscounting numbers and stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
Let's move on quickly. And then, we were like, all right, cool. It's Lesnar versus Reigns, part 9001. All right, cool. Seen this before. Last man standing, whatever. Here comes Cowboy Brock at his tractor. Okay, that looks
That
nice.
was different.
Yeah.
I just insist that like Brock's like, I'm not walking all the way there. Have you seen the size of that? And then they have the match, and it starts off, and it's like, okay, suplex on the outside, tables, blah, 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 hit the cameraman. All right. Okay. So what are you doing tomorrow? You all right? All right. Do you want to lift back? No, that's cool. No. At one stage, Brock Lesnar uses the tractor to lift up a corner of the ring, sending Roman Reigns tumbling out of it.
That looked like a scary bump to take.
He German suplexed himself.
He did, Ross Tweddle, who originally made that joke on Twitter.
Did he? Oh, there you go. Well done, Ross. Good joke.
And also, a bit that I didn't notice until they uploaded the
Oh,
clip.
you've
sorry.
been caught with your hand on the coach hand.
Arrogance.
No. I imagine that a lot of people made that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
'cause I
saying
think-
you plagiarized Ross's content.
Thank you.
But yeah.
I am. But Brock Lesnar on top of the tractor, throwing the microphone at Roman Reigns. I swear when I watched this live, we didn't
Oh my
notice it.
God.
He threw it, and then the next shot, it showed Roman Reigns holding it. I assumed that he already had a mic in his hand. It was only when they really, showed the proper shot, we could see it all in one take, that Brock threw that, and Roman caught it like it was nothing.
Well, I made a fool
Speechless.
of myself when I was watching this with Fraser, because I said to him, the camera's just caught Roman winking at Brock. Like, I thought it was just a moment between them as human, as real,
Right.
a shoot moment between them, like, don't worry, we'll have a good time. But then that angle came out of him throwing the mic, and he just goes, I was like, oh!
It's neither wonder he winked.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roman
he
Reigns
must-
just
he
breaks
must have been like-
character. Yes, lads, we did it!
He's, oh my god. Stay cool.
imagine being that cool. I'd have done a lap of the ring.
High-fiving Heyman. And then it keeps on going. He puts Roman Reigns in the tractor scoop, it's not a technical term, and he drops out.
Plops him
He
onto the ring.
drops him like a sack of hay.
Yeah.
Right there in the ring. They keep on going. Oh, here comes Theory. He gets battered. And then he gets battered some more. And then the Usos show
Before
up.
he could cash in. That's quite
Yes.
crucial. He's still got the briefcase.
I swear, these referees are like, what's that, Theory? What? You want to cash in? The what? What, your gyro? The money in the bank? And then it's like, all right. And then by that time, German suplex. But and Brock would not stay down. Roman kept on hitting him, and Brock kept on getting up, and then kept on getting up, and they kept on going. And me and my mates at the edge of the seat, apart from someone who fell asleep and was furious when they realised they missed one of the best things to happen this year. Kept on going. Eventually, they hit him another time with both belts, and then they pile everything on top of him.
Oh, but
and stay on
before
top.
that, Heyman got F5 through the
And then,
announce table.
F5. Like, I had no expectations for this match whatsoever. Oh my God, was that wrong?
That makes me think this might be the end of the feud, finally, because Heyman,
I mean, Jesus,
were they not saving like the Heyman bump for...
Yeah.
He never takes bumps, really, anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's not for a while in a
No.
way. Yeah.
I remember
And
Cornette
it was a
saying
big
that
bump.
Heyman's soft and stuff. Cornette was like, I would take the bumps. Heyman never took the bumps.
Yeah. Well, then Heyman famously screwed over Jerry Lawler when he was booked to do scaffold matches, and he left like the week of the shows. It's like, I don't want to take the bumps.
See if Theory cashed in, how would that work? In a triple
Many people
threat,
point that out. Hang
last
on,
man
like,
standing?
would it still be a last man standing match? Would this be a new match?
Because if you look at the one example we've had with Seth cashing in at WrestleMania, it started a new match.
It was just triple. Yeah.
But surely they've not got a ring at that point because it's.
Oh, this is getting into like gaming tournaments, like a double Jeopardy losers bracket. Oh,
Yeah, right,
I don't know. Sorry,
Go on,
gamers.
Take a shot at all the
Yeah,
game.
gamers, sorry.
Nerds.
Take that hungry
Smash
box.
Brothers. I'm Mario. Which Nintendo character are you? Sorry, Matthew.
I'm Peach, thanks for asking. So, yeah, this was a way, way better pay-per-view than I was really happy because me and my mates were there. Again, all the scran, chicken wings, the lot.
Lovely. The dips.
Yeah, what
course.
dips did you have? Buffalo.
Did
That's
you
why I
get
was
the 4
going.
dips that come in Asda or whatever? Like 3 of them are the same. They're all
Yeah,
different,
they're
just
all- it's
sour
like-
cream.
What I do
salsa.
is I take the cardboard bit and I put it in the bin, and they're like, here you go. That one's red, that one's beige, that one's white. There you go. I have no idea.
Breadsticks are always good. Something's happened to me in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, there's a lot going on at home.
It's the cats, Mr. Button.
Yeah, Mr. Chutney's been a dick.
But yeah, any other thoughts on this magnificent pay-per-view?
It was the best
I loved
pay-per-view
it.
in a while.
Yeah.
Did I enjoy it more than WrestleMania? Yeah, in certain ways, yeah. I think it was better quality overall. With WrestleMania being so long, there's certain bits that weren't as good. Overall, really, really good show.
Yeah.
Just one last note on it. When Reigns is looking all cool with all the belts and his muscles and that, and Heyman's propped up by the Usos going, so funny.
It's like that could be Hall of Fame worthy.
It's so good. He kept that face for so long, just like.
Reigns just doesn't care. Just belts on there.
Reigns down the
care.
Usos, put him in the tractor.
Yeah.
Also, people pointing out that the Usos helped Brock suplex one of the other Usos. It was Jimmy helped suplex Jay. Obviously for safety.
Oh,
but
right.
there's a footage of them from the crowd being like, why did they just both German?
Jericho's right about these people who point out
It's
stuff
stupid,
like that.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Jimmy should let his brother just be dropped on his head.
Especially-
Hey, let me help you, Brock. Yeah, cheers.
With Big E's recent injury, of course you want it to be safe, but I saw a massive amount of people. I think I tweeted something about that spot in the match, being like, "Oh, that looks rough,"
Yeah.
sort of thing, and then folk replying, going, "Oh, so and so helped suplex them." I'm like, just enjoy it.
Brock should just yell at the crowd, "It's fake." Come on. Yeah, I just used the tractor to put the ring up.
Brock did that first time as well. He
Right.
wasn't in rehearsals for it.
I didn't even think he could do that with a tractor.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think anyone's
With the
ever
ring,
done
I mean,
that with a
you know what I
tractor.
mean.
But yeah, I know what you mean. I thought it worked anyway.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Absolutely.
Pops me, not gonna lie.
Pop the boys.
Thanks to the fiver, Triple H. Raw, the women matter again. Okay. Becky Lynch opens the show with her arm in a sling. She says that no man defines her, she defines the man. Then Becca Belair arrives and says, "You really are the man." I like this was like the day after the Flair match.
Yeah.
Like, Becky leaves and Belair talks about the mutual respect they share. Backstage, we see Bayley, Io, and Dakota beating Becky down. Belair rushes backstage. Later, the trio hint that there'll be more shenanigans to come tonight. I love that word, shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
But yeah, suddenly these three women show up and there's like, wow, interest in the women's division.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
fantastic.
injected a bit of fun back into it.
And a bit of fire as well.
Ooh, give me fuel, give me fire.
That's good. How did you rehearse that?
I'm a pro. Allegedly.
Then we get a lovely video package emphasizing the importance of the United States title.
Yes, we did.
JBL voicing it and showing all
Yeah.
these video, rather than having a guy come out and goes, "I want to be the blah, blah, blah." So like, actually show it. These great
It went
wrestlers,
back
the
to
US
its old
belt.
history as well.
Even with, for some reason, like 98 era Bret Hart with the US title.
Yeah.
Hitting DDP with a chair. I'm like, wow,
Leave that.
oh, that's what we all love and remember. Yeah, that period. But still, it's like, wow, all these greats have held the United States
Yeah.
title. Tonight, there'll be 2 triple threat matches. We're going to each go into a match later on. It's like, all right. So AJ Styles versus The Miz versus Mustafa Ali. Hey, Mustafa's back on TV.
He is.
All right. He'll go on to face the winner of as I just said. Good match. Obviously, Miz and Styles feuding. That bloody finish.
So good.
So if you missed it,
Oh, here we
we'll
go.
reenact
Yeah.
it.
Mustafa Ali.
All three of us.
Goes, all right, hey, hits the 450 as opposed to the reverse one.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You'll see why. Onto The Miz. Miz pushes him up. Whoop. Styles grabs him.
Yeah.
Onto The Miz.
Is that why-
And then Styles has to think about it and pins Mustafa Ali because then the feud between him and The Miz can continue. And what are you doing?
1, 2. Oh! He's fired up. Come on.
Puppet Jack shooting.
Is this why you brought Puppet Jack on today?
Canadian Destroyer.
Oh!
Okay.
Puppet Jack, baby.
Can
Yeah, that's a bet. Oh, looking good.
can put him in
What's this?
This is why he gets paid the
just
big
that,
bucks.
just to prop his face up.
Okay, yeah. Wow, how coy of
There you
him.
go.
He's so...
Yeah.
Daryl. What's that vine with the guys on the phone?
He's a teenage girl on his phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good match. What a finish. Seth Rollins cuts a promo bragging about beating up Riddle again because, to remind everybody, he's the biggest babyface, heely babyface in the company. He's interrupted by the Street Profits, who remind Seth that they once took the tag titles from him and mock him for losing to a one-armed Cody Rhodes. Seth then goes, wait, aren't you guys splitting up? And they go, shut up. They then play rock, paper, scissors. But then Ford rushes the ring before Dawkins has a chance. Oh, trouble in paradise. Seth wins the match, but it's a very good showing between both men. And then Dawkins saves Ford from attempted beatdown.
It really felt like a test run almost from Montez Ford to have a big singles match. I mean, Seth, he's not probably the biggest matchup he's had at this point, but it's probably the...
He had the Reigns one, but apart from that...
it's sort of the most he's featured. So it's really cool to see him get that opportunity, and it does add to their feud or potential future tension. I really like that.
Scared for what's going to happen.
Well, like there's a recurring feel during this program that everything was trying to... there wasn't any just segments for the sake of segments. This was like Seth coming out there and then, hey, we've got history. Those lines playing up. Yeah, we'll have a match with you now. There was a reason for this. This wasn't just a throwaway match.
Yeah.
I like that. There was actually trying to give some importance to every segment this week, which I think has been missing from the show for years. Asuka and Alexa Bliss have a singles match, but is disrupted by Bayley, Io, and Dakota. They beat both women down until Belair makes a save and challenges one of them to a match tonight, and Io seems to accept. Ooh.
Gonna be good.
And then Ciampa wins the other triple threat match against Dolph Ziggler and Chad Gable, and will face AJ Styles to determine Bobby Lashley's #1 contender later on. Wow, Triple H is back and Ciampa's getting a push.
Yeah.
Oh. What a coinkydink.
After help from The Miz. No, that was later.
Later. Yeah. Oh, man. Spoilers.
Sorry. You showing how the sausage is made? Edge cuts a promo apologising to fans for how he's been recently. He said his aim for the Judgment Day was to give a chance to some underappreciated wrestlers, but now he wants to destroy the group. I think this is... I get why they're doing it because, we need like headliners now. Start. But it was a really, really abrupt finish to the Judgment Day, which was about Edge being evil and stuff.
Yeah.
It was evil goth mate. But now they've kicked him out. It's like, that sucked, right? It's like, no.
Yeah.
And Alvarez pointed out I was listening, I've mentioned Alvarez a few times. It was all on the same show, I think, his review of...
Yeah.
He said that Edge left Judgment Day, because he didn't want to do the spooky stuff, and then was like, they have done not one spooky thing since Edge left, and they haven't.
They've not, have they?
No, they've just been
There was
up.
a horrific thing. Finn Balor now wears long tights. Scariest thing I've seen in years. But yeah, I get why they're doing it. Edge will probably get cheered because, yay, 998. But
just
he'll be
bringing that music back as well. And just being like, yeah, okay, we're sorry for that heel run.
Yep.
Just bring back Edge.
Edge says, my bad. Asuka and Bliss come out to even the odds in Belair's match with Io. The match ends in a no contest with a big brawl, and officials run out to separate the two sides. Yeah, it's going to be a big thing going on. At least, again, there was a reason for this.
Was it meant to be Becky and not like Bliss or someone?
Probably. There was a bit of a scramble there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because that's the only part of the show that felt like there was no reason for that match to be happening.
Yeah.
But if obviously speculation, but if it was meant to be Becky, that would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah. And Becky, Asuka, and Bianca were all in that feud for a little while as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And Bliss is literally like, I need something to do.
Yeah.
I'm just back here doing nothing but mess around with a puppet, and who wants to see that? Accompanied by The Miz, AJ Styles beats Ciampa to become the #1 contender. How does he do that, Jack?
Miz helps.
That's right!
Oh, not heard that one.
Backstage, Lashley admits that Ciampa deserves a shot, but he's more than ready to beat him.
I'm really excited for that match. That'll be really, really good.
I want Ciampa to win.
Yeah, me too.
Who do you want to... Because you like both of these guys.
Yeah, but I also think because Operation we need stars now, seeing as Cody's out and Drew's probably not going to win a Clash of the Castle, it's like, we need Lashley, Edge, the top of the card. I can see Miz and Ciampa cheating to get the title off him.
And then Lashley goes up.
And then Lashley's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
You guys stay on this floor. I'm getting the next lift up, all right?
Fair enough.
And then the Usos retain their tag titles against the Mysterios. After the match, the Judgment Day run down to attack the Mysterios. Edge tries to make the save, but Rhea Ripley shoves Dom in the way of a spear to end the show.
Did you see Rhea Ripley's tweet?
I saw a bunch of her tweets.
I don't know what's going on. So if you've not seen it...
No, I've not seen it.
It's when she's strangling Dom with her legs.
I've seen the photo, yes.
Yeah,
I've not seen
and
the
she
tweet.
put like, he be living all your dreams or something like that.
I think I was asking...
She'd be right.
And then loads of people reply like, yep.
During the show, I was asking you, can I get away with that tweet? I think it was Dom domming this match.
I was about to say,
And I said...
some things just write
Dom
themselves.
being quite the sub here.
And I said, I don't know if that'll
So
work.
Mysterio.
I was starting to be like, I don't know, would that be funny? He'd already tweeted it.
I'd
He was
already
like,
tweeted it.
it's too
Oh.
good. Yeah.
What was the other one that I did?
Doming this match. Dom is now Dom's subbing.
Yeah.
Dom's a little sub boy. Dom Subway sandwich, what snack, Dom?
Just like a postman, Pat delivered.
Pat delivered, yeah.
And Ring of Fire, no, it's not Johnny Cash, it's Edge coming back.
Oh.
That one pained me.
That sounds like something that the official WWE account would do.
Yeah, that's what we're
going for.
Yeah, but I thought Raw was really good.
Yeah, it was good Raw.
I was going to say, even that main event, because Dominic Mysterio, he's rubbish. But this was a good match. I love saying that.
Sad to say
Useless.
Logan Paul's coming in and they're better than him. He's the better Mysterio son.
No.
Right, Dominic's been doing this for years now, and he's just gotten worse. Logan Paul comes in, day one, he's better than them.
Logan Paul excels in that featured high spotty match.
Yep.
But I think if it was him and Dom having a proper,
I suppose the technical exhibition Dominic Mysterio gives us
but I
every
think
week.
Dom would have to lead Logan Paul through a normal match.
Oh my God!
I really do.
Possibly no, he could probably lead the match. Yeah, you're right.
Imagine Logan Paul's calling spots to Dominic. What?
But the fact that they had the 2 triple threat matches and they're going, oh, we'll meet in the main event or one of the main events of tonight. It really made me think of when I watched Raw as a kid.
Yeah,
I'd be like, that
things running
feels
through the night.
and be like, oh, this is a storyline for this show. And
Fraser,
was so
I completely agree.
I loved it.
There used to be stuff when I was watching. Me and obviously Tom watched all the SmackDowns, call it classic SmackDown review. Hey, and in 2000 era, everything fits. It's like watching Game of Thrones. When obviously not the later seasons, but like
With
there's
racial
stuff like
stereotypes also.
yeah. But like there's like a bit around me. Like as I was a kid, I still remember when Jericho's feuding with China, and so he got to a room and hits a hand and stuff. And so Mark Henry comes out that week at SmackDown and goes, "Hey, look, me and China have got history, so I don't appreciate that." And they have a match. He's like, that's as simple it can be. It's like, but there's been so many times on Raw where it seems like, I guess maybe because of the late rights and stuff, it's just, here's a match. You're like, all it takes is that few seconds or maybe a minute to go, hey, do you remember 5 years ago when you didn't shake my hand? Well, we're fighting tonight. And that's still better than nothing.
I loved it was maybe more of a Nitro thing, and then WWE used it in big moments like Backlash 2000. But like so many Nitros were like, so-and-so's never showing up tonight. And then it cuts to the outside. And any vehicle is like, oh my God. But it's always exciting.
We lied to you, the fans. But I was very entertained by most of Raw. And it didn't feel like 3 hours. Like,
it didn't feel like a chore to sit through. Like you're going with having the first triple threat and the second one being like, all right, I now need to watch the final match later. And then that's made me intrigued for next week.
Yep.
It's done its job.
Yes.
Yeah, also, advertising stuff for next week, which we haven't had in a while as well. So,
obviously, though, we're seeing changes, and it's kind of, I guess, confirmation bias. We're going, oh, there's a new head of creative, and there's new things changing. So we're seeing little changes. I don't know if we didn't know about the behind-the-scenes stuff, whether we would pick up on that.
There were the odd weeks
That's
when
a
we
good
go.
point.
There were that is a very good point. There were odd weeks when we'd go like, oh, that was a good Raw, but maybe we wouldn't have linked it to this wider thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If we didn't know anything of behind-the-scenes restructuring, we probably would just be like,
But I
that was
think
slightly better, but we
the
wouldn't be
fact
going, oh, that was so good.
Dakota and Io and Ciampa and them are all now prominent. I think we'd have gone some things up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's a very good point. I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
What do you think?
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below.
YouTubers.
NXT 2.0. Cowie Nation or MDM Yay.
That's brilliant.
Chris Ross was here as well.
10 points to Jack.
Thank you.
Kaden Carter and Katana Chance win the women's tag titles in a four-way.
The Cowie girls.
That's right.
Yeah,
last eliminating Toxic Attraction in a four-way for the vacant belts because I guess Cora Jade just doesn't want it.
And the pop was like WrestleMania 3. It was huge. And I said, this started a conversation between me and Fraser. I said, where do you stand on the theory that there are plants in NXT 2.0? And you have quite an interesting take on it.
I think at the start of NXT 2.0, there definitely were plants. And I think over time, they've removed plants to make it seem like a more natural reaction so that you can then be like, okay, this person is meant to get really cheered. Like LA Knight wasn't the biggest fan, like I mentioned earlier. But he got over with the crowd. But I think at the start, it was plants. And then they went, okay, now we'll phase them out.
And you said that it's like people are in on the joke now.
Yeah, it's sort of, the fans are self-aware at the quality of the show. And it's not great. But
yeah, because if they hadn't had those plans at the start of the show...
Fraser's not a fan of NXT 2.0.
That's not a problem, pal.
Yeah. Well, we always go really in-depth on it.
Of course
Ross
we do.
was its number one fan, and you nominated it promotion of the half year.
And it won.
I did win.
It did win, didn't it?
It's because you had the power.
He's in on the joke, though. I feel like he's self-aware.
As long as you're in on the joke, it's all right.
Because this gives him fuel for his internet show.
Ross has lost his way a little bit. Like, it started off ironic, but now I think Ross genuinely thinks it's good.
It started off as a joke.
Yeah.
He worked himself into a shoot.
He's worked himself into a shoot.
He was ready to shoot on me when I said last week about... Was it Wendy Chu? I think it was. Yeah. But yeah, other people in the match, Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile, and Yulissa Leon and Valentina Feroz. And they were quickly eliminated, but in fairness, they were just there to pump up the numbers.
Yeah.
And so this was always going to be the thing. And yeah, I think I had these
Although
down as the
last
most...
week, me and Ross actually predicted that Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley would win.
Oh, well.
So we got it wrong.
Well, you're not in on the joke, obviously. No. Backstage, JB and BJ and Fallon Henley are confronted by the Schism. Joe Gacy tells BJ that his dad was very successful, unlike Cameron Grimes' dad.
Jesus.
And Christian could be heard selling Who's Dead. Later, BJ and Gacy have a match, which Gacy wins after Pretty Deadly, haven't you gone back home, interfere. After the match, Gacy cuts a promo on Grimes, saying his life has been defined by disappointment and loss, but now Gacy is offering a helping hand. And Grimes is shown watching angry backstage, and somebody who didn't catch goes, "Hey, he's talking about you! Hey, Grimes, look!" And also, a special mention is the fact that, because you're doing this at the entrance bit, he's looking head on the camera, so right next to some fans. Some fan yelled so loud, it showed up on the closed captions, "Joe Gacy likes pineapple on pizza."
That was my highlight of the show. I think I posted.
There was another one that you liked
Yeah.
later on with Tony.
I wrote that down as a specific note for pineapple
Wesley.
on pizza, and it was there was a later in Wesley's one.
I don't think I've mentioned Wesley in these notes, so you can talk about
You've
that.
got it here.
Have I?
You've got it
Okay.
here. But yeah, the same fan quite audibly just shouts something very. It's the same photo.
Yeah,
just very
Wesley talking about how Trick Williams thinks he's Muhammad Ali, and there's the picture, the famous picture, and then there's one of Trick Williams, and he's talking about, but it's really obvious what they're trying to show.
Yeah.
So one guy in the crowd, it's the same picture.
But I think the
Joe Gacy likes pineapple on his pizza.
Nailed the timing and loudness.
Yeah.
He was louder than Gacy. I think the best thing about that was I did a little cut of that, and Joe Gacy responded going, "No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Not
Well,
fan.
No, I liked it. I tried it like Ross with NXT 2.0. I thought everyone jokes about this so often. I'll try it. And I went, it's actually all right.
I'm not offended by it.
Okay.
But
No,
I
I'm
wouldn't
not my first
go out
pick,
my
yeah.
way to.
I would never choose it.
Yeah.
If someone had a pizza and went, "Do you want a slice of this pizza?" I was hungry. I wouldn't pick the pineapples off. But
It's
what about
Rachel's
you, John?
favorite topping for pizza, so it's very controversial when we order pizza because I'm like, no. I want a pepperoni, but she doesn't like that.
What about you, Dan?
No.
No.
I said
And
no.
that man can eat.
What?
Whoa.
We were at the Indian last time, man. You were.
Whoa!
Bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. What do you mean? Shots fired.
They're supposed to sound nice in my head. Does that sound bad?
That man can eat.
That man knows food.
He can put stuff
No, if
away.
you said that man knows food, then
He
yeah.
can chew and swallow.
Did anyone get
It's going
anything?
nowhere,
did anyone
really.
get
I'm
anything-
sorry, pal.
Did anyone go for anything proper spicy? What spicy though?
No, mine was sweet
Yeah, what's your Indian order usually?
Jalfrezi.
Jalfrezi.
korma.
Madras.
I'm usually a Madras or a Rogan Josh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently Jalfrezi's the next one up to Madras. So we're in similar ball.
Yeah, similar bowl.
But I like that. I've tried Madrasas and it's just a bit too one note for me.
I'm not doing it to enjoy
If
it.
I'm in the mood for one, then
Yeah.
lovely. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. How dare we get distracted watching NXT 2.0? Yeah, that fan later on, you could hear him shouting, "Cheese pizza!"
Shout out, Anth. Sorry, Anth.
Sorry, Anth.
Sorry.
It's Kamala Hayes' birthday, so he makes an open challenge for his North American title. Oh, I like this bit. So he says, whoever gets to the ring first gets the shot. So here comes Giovanni Vinci. And obviously his entrance goes, Vini, Vidi, Vici, which is Italian for I came. And he's doing that. And we see Nathan Fraser running mid freeze frame.
Mid-frame.
Showing
And
that EPL speed.
Yeah.
I could probably make the EPL. I played on the wing. I like to take risks.
he runs past him, and then we find you, huh? As he gets in there, and he's already in the match. And he just has to commentate, going, this is balls this, yeah.
I mean, I thought that was hilarious. The little freeze frame, the timing,
great.
The timing would be much easier for them, but just the whole idea of him speeding down and the camera operator being like, "No, get him." That was great.
It was good.
Yeah,
I love that bit. And then you have
Match was good.
Yeah, nice little match. But obviously, Giovanni Vici is not happy about these things. He went, spaghetti-o, and he pushed Fraser off the top rope, and then he nailed that fantastic leg drop that he's always hitting, which I love about him. And then Vinci then posed post-match until the snapshot happened. Like, lovely little bit here for the best things on NXT right now.
So I was excited for Vinci to feud with Chase U, but now I've realised that was just a vehicle for him to feud with Nathan Fraser, who was the flag bearer of the week for Chase U. So I don't know what's next for Chase U. That's the big question, because were they there this week?
They weren't on, I don't think. But I think what's next for them is undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
Yeah, of course.
Andre Chase
take on Roman and win.
And easily beat him, because he's only got the bloodline of 3 people.
He's got loads.
Chase U's got a whole university.
Yeah.
And have you seen how angry he gets? He gets really angry.
Yeah.
Roman can't compete with that.
Imagine if that happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also liked Wade Barrett having to go with fellow countryman Nathan Fraser, which I guess is technically correct, but is it not if you're from
Well, you can vote in
Jersey?
elections, I guess.
Oh, he's part of...
Actually, you just count.
But separate Commonwealth nation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? That's the Treaty of Nice, isn't it? We got that.
Oh.
That's what I'm
What am I
concerned.
talking about? What am I talking
Are they
about?
going to salute?
I'm going to Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to Nice in a few weeks.
Oh, ask them about it.
I will do. I just walk up to people on the street. Yeah,
Obviously, they're like, of course, everybody knows this.
yeah, of course.
That's fun about it. Wade Barrett hosts the contract signing between Bron Breakker and JD McDonough, who is, of course, the cool serial killer. JD says that he welcomes pain and that he's going to tear Bron's muscles off the bone.
Oh.
Bron acknowledges that JD is intelligent and says that when he's defending the NXT title, he becomes an animal.
Yeah.
JD signs the contract in his own blood and offers his bloody hand for Bron to shoot. Bloody finger. Bron just holds up the belt instead, going, not go away, I'm not getting your hep. Yeah. So JD, I can see what they're going for here. Crowd does not care about JD.
Not at all.
The plants didn't even care about this. And it's like, I'm going to sign. Obviously, Bron let himself open here because he's a big dumb dummy. And because you said, like, I'll sign it first. It's like, great, JD can sign whatever now.
Yeah.
He's yours. But then JD goes, no, I'll sign it with my own blood. And it's like, Beep. He does that.
Just a big
JD. Yeah. Smiley face. But then he does that. And it's just, there's nothing coming out. And Bron's like, whoa. And no one cared. He's like supposed to be this proud Klingon warrior with his knife gapped his hand. It's just beep. And then Bron, I can't believe he's done that.
There was this mishap with the blood capsule last week as well, the opposite way. You saw him do it. Yeah. Oh, man.
You can see his fingering at this week.
I hope he does it for the people of Ivory Coast. I really do.
It was just a very weird moment where he had his bloody finger and he's just staring down Bron and he just puts it fully in his mouth and pulls it out so slowly. It's just like...
I think we've got to reevaluate the cool serial killer. Maybe the cool bit's not.
It's not cool. He's not cool at all.
No. The crowd don't dare make any noise around him. They're so scared he's going to eat them.
Yeah.
Cool, Hannibal, killer, drinks his blood. Can out-confuse Bron Breakker? I mean, how hard is that? Yeah, this is a bit crap. Backstage, Apollo Crews makes friends with the Creed brothers and uses his future abilities to realise they'd kick his ass. Yeah. So he makes friends with them instantly, but warns them to keep their wits about them during the upcoming match against Tony D'Angelo and Stacks.
Yeah, he knew what was about to happen.
It's so weird. Damon Kemp tells the Creeds that Roddy is running late, but says he'll make it in time to be ringside for their match. Apollo Crews instantly leaves in case, like, oh God, I hope they don't want me to be at ringside. Someone's not here. Well, too bad.
See, with Apollo's character, it's dumb, but I would rather he was doing a different type of character. And I was thinking about it. I want him to WWE, maybe not him, but WWE to do a Quantum Leap character.
I don't know what. I've never watched it.
Do you know Quantum Leap?
Yeah, I do. I'm old. Yeah.
You just have one wrestler jumping into the bodies of other wrestlers. So you just have like 1 week Apollo Crews is someone else's Apollo Crews, but in his body.
That is a
like
good
Nathan
idea.
Fraser's Apollo Crews for 1 week.
Yeah.
Or just like the hot dog man.
So like,
I think he just randomly comes along.
yeah.
Oh, it's like, wait, well, Apollo Crews supposed to wrestle? He's just there selling hot dogs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this week's a no-go for me.
Yeah.
Hot dogs, hot
Quantum
dogs.
Leap, it's such a good show.
It's an amazing
He would
idea
jump
for a
into the
gimmick.
bodies.
It is a good idea.
Jump into the bodies of people at different points in history.
Okay.
And it's like, oh no, this person is about to get a promotion, but I don't know how to host the presentation because I'm not him. I need to figure out how to.
Do you gain
He wakes
their,
up one day, he's Triple H. He's like, oh, yes!
gain their knowledge as well?
No.
Okay.
It's just him. And then there was the big reveal of when he looks in the mirror, he finally sees what he looks like. But I want that as a gimmick for NXT. As much as I don't like NXT, it would make me enjoy it.
I swear there was a lucha gimmick where like the name was like Legion and it was a different dude every time.
Yeah.
I swear that was a thing. I have to like research. Or maybe I just made it up.
Yeah, was that not that? Can we say the name of the TNA character that
Kazarian / TJP
yeah. Manic.
Oh yeah.
Was it
prior
Kazarian
to the
or
name
no?
change, it was Kazarian, then Daniels,
TJP.
then it was TJP, then it went back to Kazarian.
Okay.
That got a bit silly.
Pretty sure Alex Shelley was one. No, Chris Sabin was 1 week.
He would
Austin
never.
Aries was
He's
1
too
week.
Cool. Not Austin Aries. He's
not cool. He's not cool.
He used to be.
The Motor City Machine Gun. Too cool.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, Mandy Rose beats Sarai and tries to Pillmanize her leg afterwards, but Zoe Stark makes the save. Later, Mandy approaches Cora Jade backstage and tries to convince her to take out Zoe Stark. Cora refuses because it doesn't benefit her.
Yeah.
So Mandy teases the idea of a title shot. Cora says she'll think about it, which you think she'd be like, yeah, that sounds good, but...
Yeah, but she can't beat Mandy.
Yeah,
she knows.
Mandy Rose versus Sarai was not much.
No, yeah, poor Sarai, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Lots of Pillmanizing this week.
Lots, yeah, there was more to come.
Yeah.
On
Dynamite.
On
Wait,
Dynamite.
has Brian Pillman Jr. done that and just called it, I'm going to Pillmanize Jr. You?
He should.
Yeah,
Should
let
do
him
that.
take it.
Yeah.
Has he been Pillmanized?
I think someone hit his
You
head a
should do
while
it
ago.
every week, like Kenny from South Park.
He got hit in the head a while ago and he still hasn't recovered. Axiom, Tom's friend, is interviewed
Yeah,
backstage.
no, wait, no. I was about to be like,
no.
yes, he
they
did
are.
do does that. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. So so he's interviewed, and then he's interviewed by Duke Hudson. Give him his full name.
He showed. He was all right.
That's all right.
Thank
He's
you,
upgraded
thank you.
himself. We just call him Dull Hudson.
Dull
every
Hudson,
week.
yeah.
I never do. I feel sad when people do when Matthew.
You really feel that?
Imagine if he was listening to this and he just gets the bit in NXT. Are they
know.
going to do it this week? And they kind of
I know that's honestly what I think.
Oh,
of.
he follows.
Duke. And he's like,
He follows me on Twitter, so I'm gutted.
No.
but he does. I bet he's tuned in once, and you've all been like, "Oh, Dull Hudson, not another segment with Dull Hudson."
Oh, okay, nothing to do with him, but like Johnny Gargano was on Twitch, so I was like, all right, follow, and he goes, Matthew Butch follows you, and he went, oh, is that the real guy? He's like, oh man, like, we had a cool time when we met each other in England. I'm sorry you hate me now. I'm like, oh no. And I was like, no, it's not your fault you were booked, like that. It wasn't your fault Black and Gold turned into the same match 5 times a night, and then he just didn't reply. I'm like, oh great.
Oh no.
Let's travel home.
I know. That's the thing. That's the annoying thing. Ciampa Gargano, the first time round they did that feud, one of my favourite things in wrestling. It was just everything after that, where it's like, oh, okay, now it's
I remember me
neighbours.
and Matthew had a real debate once because he had this match with Kushida that was awesome, and Matthew was like, "This sucks," and I was like, "No."
Yeah, that's that era of Gargano where everyone was like, "It's such a great match." I go, all of this is just none of this is fitting together. Submissions, and then high flying, and then this, and then finish that like I don't know. An asteroid
In the
lands on your
ocean?
head.
Is their
Ruin my
feud
point
like
there.
the
Doesn't matter.
Terminator franchise of wrestling? The first 2 films, incredible.
I like this comparison.
The rest just
Forget it.
They're fun popcorn flicks.
I've
apart
seen one
from
of the Terminators.
a couple of them.
Yeah, I was going to say 3's a stretch. 4, I think, isn't that bad.
What's the
5,
one that
6
came,
onwards,
what was the one
you
that
better
came
be
out?
drunk for
I've
them.
only seen
Salvation.
Genesis or whatever.
Genesis. That's
Genesis is with a Y.
2015. Which was
You think
yeah,
so?
What was the one 2019?
Salvation was that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's one point in that film, like, because there's so much time travel and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, like, doesn't he go at the point, like, John Connor comes back in time to try and stop them, and they're like, how does that make
How is
any
it
sense?
possible? Yeah.
And they just went, don't worry about it. We've done time travel so often. We're just in our own universe, so it won't affect things. So you're like, fantastic. The main idea of this show is just gone now. Great.
So that's the Terminator of wrestling.
And that's Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. Or Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
This is it. The week that Duke Hudson says, hey, Johnny, do you want to listen to the Cultaholic podcast with me? Do I? And that's
We'll
what
get
he is.
Von Wagner around and everything.
Yeah. Who?
Anyway,
Von Wagner. Von Wagner.
Yeah.
because he's listening, he won't know if we call him the other name.
V-dub.
So they brawl down a multicolored corridor on the way to the ring, like a Nicholas Winding Refn film.
Okay.
Drop that, Drive or Godfrey Gibbs and stuff like that. It's just suddenly we're going down a normal-looking corridor with the lighting looks like this room almost, with the light and stuff like. Oh yeah, this
Synth
is
starts to play.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling's there, looking all hot.
Yeah. Ooh, that's obviously dull. And he should. Oh, I can't remember the name. He should have. what have I written here? Oh, yeah, but Duke beating him up, but he won't stay down. Keeps on trying to beat him up and goes, shut up, you nerd. Keeps him down some more. Shut up with your maths.
That's what he says all the time to me. Shut up, you nerd.
Yeah.
Mention a movie. Oh, nerd.
No,
The Godfather. No. They brawl away down the ring. Duke wins the brawl, but Axiom challenges him to a match, and he's like, silly Billy. But then he tries to give him the Splash Mountain powerbomb, turns into Frankenstein and bops him. Victory roll, 1, 2, 3. A massive upset victory, which would have been great, was well done. But I checked. Last time Duke Hudson won on TV was February against Dante Chen.
but this was more personality than he's ever shown in NXT.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It worked. You know what? I'm being picky. I'll take that back. This worked very well.
His gear reminded me very much of Joe Hendry.
What?
Just
Stu
the
Hudson's?
gold. Yeah, the gold trunks.
Oh, okay.
Just very classic
Ooh,
Hendry.
interesting.
Yeah,
Classic Henry.
classic.
Who defeated, slain Scotty 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And then they had a really fun spot where they did the worm. And
Nice. Can Henry do the worm?
he attempted it. He did attempt it. It was all right. It wasn't the worst.
I've got to say, I don't actually know who won that match. I just assumed that Joe won.
Joe won.
Oh,
Joe went over.
Yes!
And then Scotty stood in the ring for like 40 minutes and delivered a promo about how much he loves being in Newcastle. And then was like, yeah, my son's here, and he apparently means something to this city. His name's Keegan.
Oh, really?
The whole place erupted.
Yeah.
It just went over my head, but apparently football or something.
Yeah, he's just minor small person in
Minor
Newcastle
small.
history. Yeah.
Scotty went, I would love it.
I would love it if you did the worm. I would love it. Anyway, what we got? Backstage, Wesley challenges Trick Williams, should say, to a boxer versus wrestler match
They're
next
the
week
same.
with rounds. What I think.
Same photo.
I didn't realize that's what they're doing until they showed that photo, so I'm glad.
I don't like rounds matches. I find them hard to get into.
Yeah. Don't like them on NXT UK. Don't like them here.
Might be good.
No, it won't.
Okay.
It's NXT.
I remember when Impact brought like
The grand title.
a grand title.
Aye.
What was
Oh,
it?
ho, ho,
Aaron
ho, ho.
Rex.
Yeah.
With his,
and
what was it, a Liberace gimmick or something? That he had?
Yeah.
It was before he did the
Before that.
Liberace gimmick, so he
Oh.
was just that dude who was in WWE. Oh, so it's fine.
Boring Aaron Rex.
Yeah, he just hey, it's that dude. Oh, God. The Creed Brothers successfully obtained the tag titles against Tony D and Stax after Legado del Fantasma. Are you ready, lads? Are you ready? Betrays the family.
What?
Oh, my.
It's Mr. Butt. I was singing to Chutney while the Godfather theme was playing on an advert, and I call him Mr. Butt sometimes because Chutney, Buttney, Mr.
I thought I meant the
Very
Godfather.
clever.
No, and I was going, it's Mr. Butt, it's Mr. Butt. And and Bethany was like, what are you doing? I was like, living with the cats
Singing
has
to my
made me-
child.
living with the cats has made me less socially aware.
I've noticed this happens when people get cats.
No, he was going to.
Yeah, I have noticed
have
that.
noticed
I have
this,
noticed
yeah.
you've been really weird recently.
I should
I was
pretend
going to
that,
say something. But
I'm tempted to pretend I have a cat. People are like, you're all right. I've just got a cat. Oh, right. That's what's wrong with you.
Yeah, they turned on them. And I think I
Cats.
might have mentioned it, no.
Oh.
And then Tony and Santi rings him, and the cut was so funny.
perfect.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
sort of what? The phone rings, and then all of a sudden, a cameraman is right there, ready to strike.
It's the
with
way that Santos is dressed and the sunglasses and the shirt, and he's just like, hello. And I'm like, whoa.
And it's how he's like acting to someone off screen.
so good.
I'm going to fight you. And then it cuts back to,
Yeah.
and I say, oh.
it was hilarious.
It's
I liked it.
hilarious. Again, you've got to be in on the joke.
Matthew, I have to ask.
Emmerdale 2.0.
Because in this promo after the match, or in this little backstage bit, they implied that they're gonna settle it one-on-one. There's gonna be Tony
Mano a
versus
mano.
Santos, exactly. And Tony went, I think I know just the place. What does that mean? What kind of match is this gonna be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think in
At an Italian restaurant where you will be seen with your laptop.
going to take place in Raw Underground.
Oh, God, yeah.
2 years ago
Shane's
this week.
still there.
Yeah.
Hey, big guy!
They're still making the models dance. Dance.
The starving, they've been fed in years.
The dregs of retribution are trying to crash it. And I,
Yeah, no one's told Shane what's happened with the company. They're like, yeah, just keep that door shut.
There's people that were released 2 years ago that are still there.
Days
EC3
until the
going,
next Royal Rumble.
I'm controlling my narrative in here.
That's what it is. It's all dingy. Yes.
It is a real thing.
Oh my God, I've never seen Shane in EC3 in this. He just bulked up and shaved his head. He's EC3.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge if true. Tony did a cool move in this match where he did the easy money, what do I call it, where it's like a front suplex. Where I say front suplex, but instead of suplexing that way, you like throw them there so they land forward. And Julius was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
And he just splattered like someone throwing a spag ball against a wall. And I thought it was great. I think he looked really good here. And at least the camera angle with hey, use this. Okay. And his massive reaction, he looked, huh?
Statue on the other end or something. Yeah. That was when Escobar was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The finish, the lariat was really, he laid it in on poor Tony D. Felt bad for him.
They're really good, the Creed brothers. I know you say it quite a lot, but they are really good.
And they make their entrance, even though they're kind of together, they have to go separate ways. They can do the split screen and have the diamond in the middle of the split screen.
It's cool.
It's little things. Alba Fire beats Lash Legend.
Scotland.
Freedom!
Ross's favourite wrestler, Lash Legend.
Alba Fire is so good. She made Lash Legend look half trained. So good. Midway through the match, Roddy Strong tweets his congratulations to the Creed brothers, even though he never showed up to their match.
Yeah, they were like teasing, where's Roddy? Why is he not here?
Yeah.
They've not, and then I think Wade Barrett in commentary was like, oh, he's still at the tryouts in Nashville. Clearly cleaning up the mess that was, happened there.
Right.
Oh, did he?
Well, he was like, yeah. Then they were like, well, that was the weekend. This is Tuesday night. And then he was like, yeah, well, the Diamond Mine takes longer to find talents.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
Yeah. But that was apparently the kayfabe reason he's not there.
I think it was because he wasn't here. He was too busy going to Tony Khan's door to get that offer put through. Triple H is back. It's okay, mate. It's okay. And then we got the main event. Yes, with these title changes and everything else happening in the show, the main event, Tuesday night come event, Von Wagner himself feuding with Solo Sikoa in a Falls Count Anywhere match. They brawled, they did the big, stupid blah, 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 stuff. They went outside, and he dumped Solo in a dumpster. And the dumpster had a giant WWE logo on it.
Yeah, it's official WWE dumpster.
Have you not seen the official Cultaholic dumpsters outside?
That'll be
Have
next.
a big Cultaholic logo on it, yeah.
Because you've got to brand everything. Do you think they sell them?
Maybe.
WWEshop.com.
We had to get rid of that wooden coffin that we put Ross in on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
And that was weird around the office for a while.
Glad the police weren't here for that.
Yeah.
They open up, it's the body pillow.
yeah.
Solo pops out of the smelly dumpster and lobs bin bags at Von Wagner. I thought that was nice. Solo overcomes the cum, splashes Von through the announce table, shades of the great Logan Paul. Thank God Solo wins the match with the diving headbutt there. But early in the match, Solo embarrassed Carmelo Hayes in front of some lovely ladies.
Lovely ladies. I'm just glad I have an excuse to write lovely ladies.
Just push them when he's in the car. Yeah, whatever. Possibly setting up a future title shot. Yeah, it was one of Von Wagner's strongest matches that didn't involve three other really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
No, he did really well for this.
Yeah.
And
he's king of the streets and all this.
The headbutt through the announce table looked like it really hurt. Because he was landing
a
on
big, sturdy announce table.
Yeah, and Solo landed on
We
the
watched
side
it
of it.
slowly to see if it was a splash or not, and it's a diving headbutt.
I thought it was supposed to be a splash. Like,
His body lands.
how are we supposed to do it? Yeah, that sounds.
So his body landed on the side of the.
like old McFoley.
Right, yeah.
when he couldn't make it anymore.
It looked very painful, but it was a headbutt to sort of like this region across his chest.
That seems like a bad idea, but bless him, he's stronger than me. Any other thoughts on NXT, lads?
No.
Nah.
Let's quickly move on.
AEW Dynamite, no filters on Instagram.
We're going to make you retire like Vince McMahon.
Right.
Listen. Yeah.
Well done. Yeah. Jay Lethal beats Orange Cassidy in the opening match after working their leg a lot. He threatens to break Cassidy's leg after the match until Wardlow, who's friends of all the good guys and the best friends, make the save. It's worth pointing out that best friends try and go mano-a-mano with Santam Singh by standing on each other's shoulders and wearing a big coat like that one Australian wrestler.
Yes.
Who I couldn't remember the name of.
James Adelman.
James Adelman, that's right. Finally signed to AEW.
So stupid.
Adult man.
It was just too small.
That's brilliant.
Oh, it was great. I mean, I had
His
a
entrance
short,
would be like,
short shelf-life, but
Yeah.
God, it was good. And I was wondering, wait, Jay Lethal beat Orange Cassidy? What are we doing here? But then Sanjay Dutt tempts Wardlow into putting the TNT title on the line at Battle for the Belts 3.
Yes.
The
This
least
weekend.
good thing AEW have consistently put out. These are always whatever shows.
Yeah, they're very forgettable. And I think it also doesn't help that they tape them after Rampage, so the results are out there.
Ooh.
Oh.
Like it's a live Rampage, and then it's
But
like,
I'll be watching the football this weekend, so I won't see it. The football's back.
yeah, football's back.
Football, like,
Football.
you got fancy
League.
league sort out.
I've been stressing.
How's your team going, Dan? Good.
Yeah,
Thumbs
good.
up. Yeah, confident. You gonna put money on it? Yeah.
He's got 5 on it. He said.
Team Friendship's not in this year.
Team Friendship's not in this year because Team Friendship has 1 member left.
Yeah, we were crashed and burned, but we learned from our mistakes.
God, that sounds like Team Taz splitting up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
So
pretty
we'll
much.
skip ahead. Yeah, Taz announces that Team Taz is our. And I went, of course you are. You're my favourite thing of the show. He goes, no, I mean like it's over. It's done. No one
over.
listens to techno.
Imagine if you just gone.
Powerhouse, go on.
Team Taz is over. Right. We are.
I'm off.
Yeah, and that's because they said after last week, Hulk's the champ, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks don't like each other, so all 3 disbanded, and that's the end of it. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's a shame. It was a really, really good part of Dynamite. For the last, what,
loved him for years.
year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah,
Yeah, crazy.
yeah. And then Powerhouse Hobbs squashes Ren Jones, aka some guy, very quickly. After that match, Ricky Starks decides now's the best time to attack Hobbs, who then lays him out for Spinebuster.
Yeah. Not smart.
I love you, Ricky, but yeah. And going back to a chronological order, the Undisputed Elite head to the ring. Adam Cole
I wish
reveals...
Ross was here to run about this.
Adam Cole reveals that he and O'Reilly are still not cleared to wrestle. And that means that the Bucks can't compete in the Trios tournament. And they go, what do you mean? It's like, no, we can pick fish. He goes, no, you're not medically cleared to compete. Why is that? Because we're going to batter you. And they beat them down. Cole prepares to Pillmanize Matt Jackson's neck. God, what a week for Pillmanizing, eh? But Hangman Page runs out to make the save with lead pipe and butterflies on his jeans.
Everyone knows the butterflies on the jeans.
It's cool.
Shade to the late, great Tubman.
Yes, we said who could pull that off.
Yeah,
Tubman.
we did say Tubman.
Oh.
Yeah, Dan as well.
And Dan.
Yeah.
There you go. Page and Matt shake hands. This pretty much finalizes that the Young Bucks are turning good guys.
They're good guys. Yeah.
Oh, goody.
Because everyone relates to them and their struggles of owning a company and having lots of money.
They're fine when they're not talking.
Yeah.
Hangman Page doing all the sympathy would be fine. As soon as they put a microphone in front of them and they go, well, we are the best tag team on the planet, you know. And like, oh, yeah, great. I like my friends braggadocious. Yeah, all right, Jack, go on.
I think I'll put forward the point that Ross would almost certainly have said at this point, which is that I agree with it. I don't care about who the Bucks are or aren't friends with currently. And it's another storyline about the Bucks being betrayed. And then they've got their new friend, their old new friend back. And I'm just like, I don't care.
It also, have they teased this turn at all? I can't recall anything sort of like major unless it was on Being the Elite where they've been like...
There's been simmering tension for a while, but it feels like there's been moments where it was more in danger than now.
Yeah, because
like,
I mean, the Undisputed Elite haven't been on the show for a while, so them just coming back and going, oh yeah, the only way you can compete in the trios is if you team with Fish, and you're not going to team with Fish. They didn't even give them a chance to go, yeah, we will team with Fish.
This week, it's 1-0 to Triple H. Your move, Tony, because he's outbooked him this week.
Because you're back on the WWE bandwagon.
I hate All Elite Wrestling.
Decline
Tony,
£5. Yeah. But yeah, it says a lot. I think you've nailed the head there, Jack. It says a lot about the Bucks, about their personalities and who they are as people, when if they're a good guy or bad guy depends on who they're friends with.
Yes, yes.
Because they're their own devices. They're just poo houses.
Yeah.
Almost like poo housing, then. That's not right.
In Ocean's 11 2, that French cat burglar is the bad guy, but in Ocean's 11 3, he's the good guy, and Terry Benedict also gets on board.
Is there a reason?
I don't know. It's just who he's
Does
friends
he go
with.
like, it's good to be here with you good guys, or whatever?
They hire him for his skills, I believe.
He's all about the money.
Is it in Ocean's 11 2
Or Ocean's 12.
that Julia Roberts
Plays herself.
I've
They're
only
like,
heard about that.
do the bit, you look like her. And she's like, I don't look like
It's
her.
not as good as Ocean's 11.
It's
I
really
like
not.
Ocean's
I like
11.
the original as well.
I know you do, and I've tried to watch it, and it's really bad.
It's just,
Wow.
It's men in
It's
a room
wonderful.
going, we're gonna rob this casino, Johnny. And then there's another room, and they're like, oh, one day we'll rob this casino. I'm like, 2 hours
It's
in,
just-
lads. Oh, well, how's the casino plan coming along? Here, not bad. I want to see Brad Pitt and George Clooney talking
That's
about
true,
drinking whiskey and that in their tuxedos.
What about the Italian Job? Which one do you prefer?
I've only seen the original, so I can't comment on that one.
Okay.
Have you seen the remake?
The new one's crap. The Italian Job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oof.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare. I
Yeah.
decided to see that. Is it Wahlberg in that one?
Yeah, and Matt Damon as well, right? Is he not in
Italian
that?
Job. Oh, whatever. Why am I asking?
Can't remember.
But I want to hear Jack just do impressions of
The original Ocean's 11.
yeah, films from the
Well, we're here
60s.
we're here on the strip, obviously, and
you-
I've been
yeah.
monitoring the schedules of the security men. Oh, great! And then
Come
it
on,
takes
Frank,
another.
we could do it
He
your
gives him
way.
some like rear window or anything like
It
that. And
takes
he
so-
Hitchcock.
no,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not up on my golden age. I'm not.
No.
Up
You do any Jimmy Stewart impression?
Yeah, Jimmy
No,
Stewart.
I don't know.
Have you seen Casablanca?
No.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Too far, I've not seen Casablanca.
Oh,
either.
fair enough. Every Christmas it's on.
Yeah.
Do you not have a nana?
I think my dad likes it because he was probably forced to watch it as a child.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know.
Son, Casablanca's on. I've already seen it. I said Casablanca's
my
on.
dad likes miserable stuff. Like he likes musicals, and I was like, "What's your favorite musical?" That Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, what a musical.
Is that a good shout?
A really good musical. It's very
He likes
depressing.
Les Mis and he likes Fiddler on
If
the
I
Roof.
were a rich man.
Oh, that's not from that. Gwen
If I were a
Stefani.
rich... No.
no, no.
Yeah,
Oh
actually,
my
yeah, she
God.
samples a bit.
Sorry about that. That was my fault. That tangent.
It's a great musical.
Okay.
Tell your dad I approve.
Okay.
If I had a good friend. John Moxley says he doesn't care who wins between Jericho and Wheeler because his aim is always to hurt his opponent. Attaboy. Elsewhere, Christian Cage says Jungle Boy is a terrible person for bringing Christian's personal life into their feud. Something Christian would never stoop to. Oh, he's so great.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy drives up and tries to attack, but gets stopped by security. His shirt says something I can't say on this.
Yes, we can't.
Oh, what does it rhyme with?
Christian is a Liz Trussy.
Oh,
Okay.
well done,
That's
Jack. I
good.
couldn't think of anything.
That's a good one.
Well done.
Future Prime Minister.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, yeah.
Yay.
And then, wait, is Triple H booking AEW as well? Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter beat Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm, with Hayter getting the pin on Tonberg in the first hour of AEW Dynamite in this part of the country. Localized.
Don't leave me
Oh,
hanging.
sorry. I didn't say sorry.
Left you hanging.
No, I
Embarrassing.
didn't. Sorry.
And they got-
I would never.
And they got time.
Yeah, they got some time.
It's a new day, that's what I'm told. So this started off slow and like, all right, this is just going nowhere. And then it really built up, started hitting the big moves, got hot. And then, yeah,
I'm
Hayter.
surprised.
Hayter got the victory.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be taking the pinfall.
Yeah, it felt like she was in there to be the one to take the pin.
I was surprised.
Yeah, so that's okay, good. Thunder Rosa t-shirt. What level of reality am I supposed to be enjoying that? I'm lost here. So you're sandbagging now. You've embraced it. I'm still in disagreement that it was like the big deal that everyone's treated as. But now they've made it a big deal. It's like, oh, well, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a t-shirt. Are you going to be buying two or what?
No, I'm a WWE fan. I'll only be shopping
of course.
exclusively
My apologies.
at www.shop.com.
Right.
yeah.
So if Theory had a shirt that's sandbagging since whatever.
Yes, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. It's one of the confirmation of it. Christian Cage beats Matt Hardy after Matt accidentally puts himself through a table. Absolutely classic. It says there.
It's classic, man.
Christian attempts to concerto Matt afterwards, but Luchasaurus
Another
arrives.
attempted, not a Pillmanizing, but another attempted, like, I'm going to do this really bad thing.
It's all chairs this week. It's
Yeah, it really is.
It's just a distraction as JB runs in through the crowd, but Christian bravely runs away. Christian Cage, Matt Hardy, shades of ECW on Sci-Fi 09, so that was nice to see. They did, I think, every spot they could do to one another that didn't involve a table or a chair or a ladder. And I forgot, because it was literally just the greatest hits, basically. And I forgot Christian Cage likes that bump. That it doesn't do as often, I guess, because it's been a while since I've seen him have a proper singles match where he's trying to do, I don't know, awesome bomb off the top or something. He takes the backdrop off the top.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's his bump. He loves doing that.
It's no one else really does it because it's probably terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not. He bravely runs away. All I can think of is Monty Python. And
Matthew does this.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's one of my isms.
Yeah.
But the
He's
highlight-
nothing if not a traditionalist with English comedy.
it was a very decent match considering Matt Hardy is
I didn't
Can't
run away.
walk.
completely
Clearly.
spent. He can't even walk the ring without being in pain, but they had a very credible match. But all that credibility was ruined by a guy in the front row who had a sign that said, "I've played this match in No Mercy," which was an N64 game that came out a long time ago, and you can do that match.
Fraser noticed a sign.
Yeah,
it was
in,
you. It was
in
you,
the
it was
Undisputed Elite section, or the segment of the show,
Yeah.
there was a sign right behind it that said, Kyle still fears Von Wagner.
you. So good.
It's like-
He drove
And
him
he
out
turned
of
around
NXT.
and it said, "Come Tuesday." on it.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
He had
I'll
it
send you a
written on the
screenshot
back?
later on.
If it was the same sign, there was one that was like, "Come Tuesday."
There was a
sign.
bunch of them.
My
You can't
God.
just bring one sign to
I
an
don't know
AEW
where Ross
show.
has
It's
gone
madness.
this week, actually.
Oh, he went AEW for his birthday. Ethan Page cuts a frustrated shoot-style promo about not being a featured star and no one buying his T-shirt. Hey, what happened?
I didn't write that bit.
What happened to America's top team? Have they just all evaporated? Stokely Hathaway arrives and gives him his business card, and it's laminated. They leave together. What the hell?
Yeah, good for Ethan Page. It's a good sign for him.
Yeah.
It's a bit out of nowhere, but I'm like, wait, he had a team. So on WWE, they've explained stuff like, hey, you were part of this thing, but now we've done this. Now it's just, oh yeah, they've gone.
Yeah, AEW really needs to be more like WWE. I think we've all been saying this for a long time. How much has changed this week? It didn't help that the week that WWE really improved, it wasn't the strongest Dynamite, in my opinion.
This was like the setup. Like, Fair enough, but it's just like Ethan Page, like, wait, what happened to Scorpio Sky? Are you still friends?
Like, I'm trying to think if we missed anything in the context
I'm
of
watching the show every week. I don't know what you're on about.
I don't know, someone collected all of their MMA belts and they disappeared. You got to do that first. I don't know.
Yeah, has Scorpio Sky been seen recently?
No.
No.
I don't know.
But anyway, Stokely Hathaway's collecting talents.
Yeah.
Yes, he
And
is.
what a signing. Ethan Page.
I like Ethan
He needs to be
Page.
pushed. And every time his name gets mentioned in this context, we've been like, why did Brandy
Why did Brandy bury him?
bury him? Yeah, right before
Josh
she left the
Alexander's
company.
better than you.
Yeah.
And Dan Lambert goes, you've got big fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old days of...
I didn't want to panic. I realised I'm on YouTube. I was like,
Yeah, thanks.
yeah. But that was a weird one, that as well, when he called her out for... It's like, is this 2000? This is Jericho and Stephanie.
Yeah, we had that time machine to
Aye.
travel back to the good old days, as
Brandy
they call
goes,
it.
Brandy goes, you're not as good as Josh Alexander.
Oh!
That was a weird feud, man.
Yeah. Did you see Eddie Kingston? He's doing that like live signing for a company I'm not going to name. And I don't know who was off camera, like egging him on. But it was like, what do you think of this person? And he was just insulted near enough the entire
It was
AEW
so
roster.
fast. He's like, Christian's an asshole, next. So good.
Can we say that?
What?
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah.
I'm checking every week.
Everything.
We're on our best behavior this week. I'm sorry for checking my dad, obviously off camera, make sure we can see these words. But yeah, and he was saying like, Taz is weird. Adam Cole, he's so pretty. I don't know if to fight him or to. And Ethan Page had words about.
All my real friends are ugly, including Moxley.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'll message Moxley, not to see how he's doing, just because I know he hates using technology. I'll send him and say, "Hey, you okay?" Just so I can picture him going, on his phone and all this. And he said a bunch of stuff about a bunch of wrestlers.
I
Ethan
think
Page
a lot
is
of them
one of them.
would be- a lot of
And I
them-
can't. That's why Eddie Kingston's so amazing. I can't tell where the truth begins and ends.
I think he likes Ethan Page because I've seen them do a joint shoot interview where Eddie Kingston has like a paternal relationship with Ethan Page. He said, "You first bladed in a match with me, and you bladed, and you were like, 'Am I dying?' And it was hilarious." I'm like, it doesn't sound that fun. And Ethan Page is going, "Yeah, man, I was scared. It's the first time I'd ever bladed." And Kingston's like, "Oh, you coward!" It's just like,
Yeah. So we'll see.
that
But
was an
I'm
awful-
amazed
sorry
Eddie
for my
Kingston's
awful
like
Eddie Kingston impression. By the way.
that was fine.
No,
It was more like new.
I'm walking here.
He's
I'm
more,
walking.
He's more yonkers, of course.
I got that like the H's at the end. Hey Tom.
Yeah.
That's just Tommy Rich, sorry. Backstage, the JAS talk about how excited they are for Jericho to become world champion again.
Yeah, he said
Anna
his-
Jay chokes out a member of the production team.
Yes, she does.
Just popular thing in wrestling now, eh?
Yeah.
The intro to this was incredible with Matt Menard. Hey, you know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? It was just
fantastic,
Like,
Daddy
it was
Magic.
What's that? Just jaws.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It set the stage for the promo.
What it was that did that was the prospect of Jericho becoming a two-time champion.
Yeah. It was just yeah, and then
I was livid when Fraser joined because I'm all right at impressions sometimes, and Fraser's more consistent than me. I was the impressions guy. Hey, I'm the impressions
Can
guy.
you do an Eddie Kingston?
no, not at all.
You did
it.
Oh.
Matt Menard.
Yeah, but it's a
He
different.
can do Shaggy from Scooby-Doo really well.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
because
do
he's
it.
a big Scooby-Doo fan.
Freddie Prinze Jr. took a shot at us this week on Twitter.
Did he?
Yeah, we
But
used-
Shaggy himself.
Fred.
No, Fred.
Fred.
Sorry.
Yeah, former
sorry,
WWE
Matthew
writer.
Lillian
Matthew
was
Lillian
Shaggy. I
was-
beg
yeah.
your pardon, pal.
Freddie
I just
Prinze
want to
Jr.
say Shaggy.
We responded to one of our lovely new graphics. You can go and like and retweet and please on Twitter by going, "I never said that," but he did. We took one of the
It was a
quotes.
direct quote.
Direct
I've
quote.
seen these things appear, yeah, but what was the
Direct
quote?
quote. It was about with Triple H now in charge, he can do one over on CM Punk. And he was like,
Okay.
that was the quote.
No changing of words or adding or
Nope,
substituting.
it was a
anything?
direct quote.
Apparently,
Where was
the
it? Where was
context
the
didn't
quote? Was
change
it?
it or anything.
Wait. Was it
On his
when you say the quote?
podcast.
Oh. So it's the audio.
Audio.
He said.
He said it.
Did you then post the audio underneath?
The only
you
thing
did.
I can think of is that he's
would've-
gone like, I'm not saying, hey, you can get one over and
Yeah.
trimmed
He said
like-
he meant it in terms of ratings and not promos.
Oh, well, he needs to clarify.
Yeah.
I would have
But one
put
of
the
my-
audio, and obviously because you can't just do audios on Twitter, and I would have put the still
Yeah.
where he is playing.
One of
Fred
my
in
idols.
in the hit film Scooby-Doo.
Thank you for clarifying it. A
the-
hit film.
And the hit sequel, but not as successful, but still a hit, Scooby-Doo 2.
Monsters Unleashed.
That's right.
Incredible film.
I'm more a fan of the Cyber Chase, actually.
Oh, those Zombie Island. That's peak.
Bloody love
Scooby-Doo.
the Hex Girls.
Witch's Ghost. Alien Invasion was good.
That one's sad.
Yeah.
Shaggy falls in love with a
love
hippie,
with
and she
yeah,
turns out to be an
yeah.
alien.
So does
An
the
alien
dog.
hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah, alien hippie.
And a dog who's also an alien
'Cause
because
they're near-
Scooby wants to fall in love as well.
Yeah.
They're near like Area 51. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this aliens crash landed.
She's
and then
like,
he falls
don't
in love
be
with
silly.
one.
And then they have a hippie song together.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Groovy, just us two. I used to watch this a lot as a child out on VHS.
'Cause
And
it-
don't
so-
forget Scooby-Doo.
That was a great
Our
Eddie
love will
Kingston.
never be blue. It's a great song.
So, what are you talking about, by the way?
Scooby-Doo and
Oh,
the
you said
Invasion.
impressions because I did a Matt
Right,
Menard
yeah,
impression,
yeah,
and then he said
yeah.
I could do Shaggy.
That's right. But what is that a straight
That's it.
video
Let's move
film?
on.
or-
Yeah,
It
those
was
are
one
straight.
of many excellent sort of
Right,
2000
right,
era.
right, right.
There's 4 key ones.
Zombie Island.
Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Alien.
She's the one we fear the most.
Yep, Alien Invasion, and then finally Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase.
Right.
Great film.
There's a really
You used to get
great-
them from Asda.
Yeah, you could. There's a really great video essay on YouTube. You can go and watch it that analyzes all of it.
Yes.
Of course there is.
I've skimmed it
Yeah.
because it's like.
Is
3
this one of these
hours
like
long.
6-hour ones as
Yeah.
well?
It's only 45 minutes.
Oh, okay,
Oh, okay.
great. That's
I
child's
have
play.
watched it.
Did you help?
No.
Whenever there was something wrong with you in the comment section, that's I think you'll find, sir.
The channel isn't Fraser Porter. It's definitely not.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. Good. But I don't know why we got into Scooby-Doo.
Impression.
No, sir. I think you'll find his name is Scooby Dumb, not Stupid Do.
Yeah, you sent me that for my birthday.
I love that. I love
one
that
of the
so
first
much.
things that when I woke up on my birthday this past year, I just had a photo from him that was Scooby Dumb, and he just Scooby Dumb, and then there was no context for that for like 2 hours, and then you sent me another message going, oh, "Happy birthday."
Yeah, I realised it wasn't clear.
I
Rob
never
like
know-
Stupid Dumb himself.
I never know how to wish happy birthday to Ross,
yeah.
especially after knowing him for so many years now. So this year I went, "Hey man, hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Are you joining the fantasy league or not? Can I clarify? Like you joining the fantasy league?"
Now seems a good time to go. I call him Big Ross Man. Got no reaction.
Okay.
Just didn't deserve one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's his opener's present. Where we at?
Shall we get on to the best part of the show?
The Acclaim beat the Ass Boys in a dumpster truck ass match. After Max Caster makes reference to Vince McMahon retiring to the biggest pop of the night. After the match, they claimed, never mind, after the match. During the match, so they're wrestling the Guns, right? So who Billy Gunn and Road Dogg had a famous dumpster match with? That's right, Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack at WrestleMania XIV. So they did the double powerbomb in the dumpster, which completely bruised Terry Funk's his butt,
Yeah.
basically. So I thought that's nice, and both everyone seemed to be a-okay with
Yeah.
that. And then obviously he put them in the dumpster, then jumped off with the mic drop through a table. Then they put them in a dumpster, and I went, hey, that's in the match. Then they tied the dumpster shut and pushed it off the stage after fighting the dumpster with the squeaky wheel. You hate it when you go.
I was really worried at that spot. I was like, oh, that looks like it's going to go off the side.
Yeah, but then they pushed it, and the other one that they did within 98 went like that, and it looked horrible. This one hit and then went upside down. I'm like, oh my god, they might actually be dead.
Yeah.
At least there was like padding in there, and there was padding on the floor, it looked like, to protect them, but it did seem like it wasn't meant to go upside down.
It looked like Action Park.
Because how do you get them out?
Right.
One time I was in the back of a wrestling ring van that was empty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to get anyone.
You're not gonna
I was in the back of it
Shaggy. And Fred.
with several other people because there wasn't enough seats. And we were just going from one side of the river to the other. We crossed the Tyne Bridge, I think. I couldn't see outside. And it was so scary in there. I was like, whoa, we're probably going like 20 miles an hour. And
The car's not moving, Jack.
and I can only imagine, but that was my closest experience to that. That's hot. I hate the idea of
The
it.
doors open, Jack goes out, balancing over the River Tyne. He goes, don't worry, lads, I've got a great idea. But yeah,
The original,
so,
not the
of course,
one,
yeah. So
The
Mark,
Acclaimed is the best thing in
Yo.
AEW right now.
Listen.
It's so good.
both of these teams have really benefited from this feud they were doing because maybe 2 years ago now, yeah, I think it was 2 years ago, they were trying to push Max Caster as like, yeah, he's doing this cool stuff, and it was the wrong time, in the wrong matches. Now, yeah, both these teams have really excelled. Even the Ass Boys.
No one cared about them like a year ago, and now they're in this co-main event of the show.
Yeah.
It's great.
And, well, they are your favourite
The
tag
Acclaimed
team.
right now, they genuinely are, yeah.
They are great. They are great.
I think it's the facial expressions of Bowens.
Bones was like, oh no. Yeah.
And they're just fun. And I'm glad they've turned them face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but now they've done this in the Tribute to 98, that means they have to bring Road Dogg in.
No, they don't. They
Chris Jericho beats Wheeler Yuta with the Lion Tamer to become #1 contender, and it was a proper Lion Tamer.
It was.
That's
Yeah.
right. He keeps the submission applied with his knee on Yuta's head until Moxie comes out to save Wheeler.
He has to come from all the way back there.
Jericho says that Moxie has opened Pandora's box and that he's going to get the Lion Tamer. The last survivor. No, the Lion Heart, not Lion Tamer. The Lion Heart, the last survivor of Stu Hart's dungeon. He promises to stretch the something out of Moxley.
Tyson Kidd's the last one of the dungeon.
Oh,
Tyson
you
Kidd.
said Tyson Kidd.
Tyson Kidd.
No, I think didn't Lance Storm have that name as well? I think they all had in the 90s. The last survivor of the Hard Dungeon.
If Tyson Kidd was the last survivor, where did he learn all his moveset from?
The dungeon.
Jumping off, do the springboard. and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Just jump on the wall, one the window, jump. No, they don't even have windows.
The Hard Dungeon's minging, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Just a sweaty little. We saw that, Shamrock and Owen have that match in the dungeon.
Yeah.
At one time.
Why?
You know what? You know who likes dungeons? And they would have loved to see Stu Hart. Scooby Doo.
Oh, Scooby Doo.
Damn right he would.
Scooby Doo meet the
Yeah.
Hart.
That should be a direct-to-video.
Spoilers, but it's Bruce Hart at the end.
Bruce Hart, I can imagine him tied up.
And I would have got.
That's not Bret Hart. It's Bruce.
And I would have gotten away with it if they'd let me do what I wanted to win the world title.
Yo, I just want to thank you, Scooby Doo. I imagine Brett in his pink singlet for some reason, just all like muscular.
They're playing the credits of a Bruce Hart. Shut up.
I feel like
Alright, shut up. Stop talking.
if Bret Hart was in Scooby-Doo, he would do whatever he take to frame the crime that he commits on Goldberg.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
I feel like Brett.
Zoinks, what happened to you?
They always.
I was minding my own business.
I
And then this ghost.
You know how.
This bald ghost with bad tattoos that couldn't work. Shouldn't have been broken the business, kicking in the head.
In my day,
you gonna
Ghost-
hold a grudge there, Brett, to the rest of my days?
I think Brett would like, how they normally turn up at a town or like a mansion, and on the way some farmer's like, it's haunted, don't go there.
Uh-huh.
Brett wouldn't believe in the ghost. He'd be like, this is all bullcrap. None of this is real. There's a light.
This is bull.
There's a projector over there. Oh dear.
Yeah, it was a good main event.
What writes wacky races in the camera?
That's it. That's the week of wrestling. Tapping out.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Let's have a look in the mailbag.
It's a short mailbag this week because there were 2 Reese's Pieces that I really wanted to include.
That's fine.
And a Hall of Fame section.
A lot.
And the Hall of Fame section was long.
Number 1. Good day, lads. I recently rewatched Survivor Series 2003 and came across a moment I'd forgotten about. Post-match, a wobbly and bloody Shawn Michaels is pulled to his feet by Steve Austin. And as Michaels tries to apologize to him for losing, and as a result of the match, forcing Austin out of the WWE, Austin takes Michaels' hands and shakes it. Looking great for the man who tried to overcome insurmountable odds. There's a great photograph of this moment, and I think it may be one of the most iconic wrestling photos ever captured. My question to you all is, what is, in your opinions, the most iconic photographed moment in all of pro wrestling?
I think Dan's got the image in question.
Can't wait to hear your answers.
That one.
Oh,
That's not a photo, is it?
Well, an image.
That's a screenshot.
An image, then image.
Oh, all right. Ready to hear your answers, and thanks to all of you at Cultaholic for producing the best wrestling news and entertainment on the internet. Bloody hell. Thank you very much. Matt from Chicago, Illinois, a.k.a. AEW's favorite city to run pay-per-views.
Yes, indeed.
Sure
Thank you
will agree
very
with
much.
that. Thank you very much. Do we have Chicago?
Illinois is right near Lake Michigan.
Spin some facts, Jack.
Just having, I know that because of the Kanye West song, Fireworks on Lake Michigan.
And not
We have
your-
Michigan. It's not the same, is it?
I've got a map.
Chicago. I'll write it down there.
It's Illinois.
Matt.
Illinois is the state.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah. Go Cubs, go
AKA
Cubs, go.
Chicago.
Go Cubs, go.
You're a big fan of Cubs.
Pizza.
It's just Illinois, just the state.
Just state of Illinois.
It's just
The state of Illinois, right? Okay, so most iconic wrestling photos or screenshots, I guess.
One of the first ones that sort of jumps to my mind, and it's purely just, I think it's the one of CM Punk leaving Chicago, blowing a kiss at Vince.
I really want to track
with the
down
fan going,
the boy, the boy.
Yeah.
I want to know what became of the boy.
yeah. I don't know if Dan can get that up, but that one signature photo, like that moment, is it a photo? It's the moment he leaves
There
for
it
a
is.
week. But
Now that's a vote. Yeah.
What became of the boy?
what became of him? Maybe he's Matt from Chicago, Illinois.
Maybe. And he knew we'd do
And he
this.
knew,
Maybe,
and he'd be like, I'm going to get on the podcast.
He knows. He just set us up with 03
Here it
Survivor
is.
Series. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I would say that's my most iconic.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
shout.
In my mind, when you read the question, that's what jumped to my head.
I had one as well, but don't get this one down because it's bloody. It's
Naughty,
that's bloody
naughty.
the noun, not the adjective, not the adverb.
Yeah. Do continue.
Brett and Austin and the Sharpshooter.
Damn it, I was gonna say
yeah,
that.
but it's the obvious one, isn't it? Yeah.
Any others that we can think of?
I can't think of one more.
It used to be Shawn Michaels super kicking Ric Flair, but I can't kind of.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mine was Flair's entrance during his last match with all the,
okay.
not this Ric Flair's last match, the last
Yeah,
Ric
yeah,
Flair's
okay,
last
yeah.
match.
I would also say any WrestleMania, sort of the end with Undertaker.
Hogan slamming Andre
Yeah.
opens up the show. I mean, that's one of the most 80s iconic.
Hogan.
I've made up a word there.
Hogan and Warrior in the power with the hands.
Yes.
He's on his knees.
That's a good one.
We don't talk about that.
No, wait, hang on, I was thinking of a different one.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the poster.
No, I'm
right.
talking when they've got
No,
the
gift.
test of strength. Yeah.
And also, it was on the front cover of one of the WF magazines where Austin's in the collar and the ropes, I think.
And the Royal Rumble?
McMahon's.
Oh, no.
No, I think it's just a random episode of Raw.
that
and
one.
McMahon's like,
Yes.
he just looks like all the veins popping in his skull. I was like, I hate you.
That one's
It's like-
great.
I thought that was a good one.
I think now is a good time to shout out Ollie Sandler, Ollie Ringside,
yeah.
who's my favourite of all the UK wrestling photographers.
He's good.
He's a
very
great
good.
guy as well. Love
Oh,
him.
well,
and he's
I'll
very
give it-
talented. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I'll want to give a shout out to Wrestling with Unicorns for their social media photography,
for it, yeah.
videography, and all the things they do. They'll probably make you a nice sandwich if you're nice
is
enough.
it Gorilla?
Go on.
Robin?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Another really
I can't remember his name though.
Yeah, I know.
Beyond
What?
Gorilla.
Beyond Gorilla.
Beyond Gorilla.
Beyond Gorilla.
Yeah.
There's loads of really good ones out there.
One more than Gorilla. Yeah. Also, on the other side of things, Hogan with the NWO and all the rubbish thrown in the ring as he's talking.
Yes.
Mean Gene in the ring. There's just crap everywhere. Oh, that's a good one.
I think we've gone through the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the major ones. Also, the shot of, again, Punk coming out in AEW for the first time and appearing on the top of the ramp.
Is that a shot? Yeah.
Because
yeah.
there was loads of photos of him and just sitting in the ring.
Oh, right.
And also, again, I guess the same. Most of mine are just Punk. That's
That's understandable,
Yeah.
really. I like the one of, just to carry on the most iconic
Hey, go
CM
on.
Punk images, I like the one of him crying in his last Ring of Honor match.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice.
And you would mention that because you have that.
It's
lovely
coming
video.
out. It's been put on the back burner for now for when Punk actually comes back.
Yeah.
Then we'll learn
Algorithm.
all about the original Summer of Punk.
Awesome.
Goodbye to the life when you. That was the last song he came out. Step by and walk on through, and it feels like dying.
Oh, I was thinking of where?
No.
More. I can't do the lyrics.
The Night Train, the last one he came out to.
Oh, okay.
Bouncing Souls.
But he had that song during that period, though, did he?
He had Cult of Personality.
Yeah.
When he started wearing the suit and signed his contract.
That's after he
on
turned heel. So before that was using that song.
I don't
You know what?
Missouri
I don't
All
know,
these
he's had
answers.
quite a few, and I don't know when.
Wow, he had lots of songs.
Yeah.
But all these questions will be answered when he puts out the video.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's very
I
funny.
mean, not all of the questions.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
never
we
mind
promised it now.
Yeah.
Right. Number 2. Hey lads, Do you know what Rey Mysterio's brother calls Alia? My knees.
Absolutely top draw. They don't need to be long.
Yeah, they don't. That's
it. By the way, that's
the question.
Cheers.
I think it's Joss or Jossie or Yossi.
Joss or
yeah,
Jose.
but, I mean, thank you so much.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
My
was it.
knees.
An update from... Wavina from last week.
Yeah.
Girlfriend of the dog lifter. Let's save this for when Ross is back.
Yes,
Okay.
so I've started in the inbox. I'm not going to delete that.
So we will get back to that.
Yeah,
but when Ross is here, I'm
because-
not.
That's been teased like Riddle versus
Sorry,
Rollins.
Fraser.
No, that's fine. I missed the context. So with the update would be
We
great.
were like, because she was like, I am the girlfriend of world champion dog lifter. And we were like, that's Adam Pacitti.
Pacitti.
Is she going to have Pacitti? So she's clarified the whole issue.
It's not Adam Pacitti.
Well, we'll find out. It's not. But we'll find out.
Imagine.
I know.
Hey guys, big fan of the podcast. Having fallen off WWE for a while and only really keeping up via your podcast, I gave SummerSlam a shot under the new regime and really enjoyed it, echoing the thoughts of lots of people right now. It got me on a bit of a WWE high, so I watched some of the big moments from this year, including Cody's Mania return. Pre-injury Cody seemed a lock to win the title at some point, and is still a lot of people's favourites to win the Rumble. Yeah. So my question is, do you think Triple H taking over WWE Creative impacts Cody's chances of reaching the very top after the many shots he took at him in AEW? I'd imagine he's too big of a star to bury, but might it hurt his World Championship ambitions? Keep up the good work, guys. Big love. Former Sunderland and Blackburn right back, Pascal Chimbonda, a.k.a. Matt
Jack
in London.
from
Matt
Newcastle.
from London. No, Matt was it, sorry.
Yeah, Matt. But Jack from
Me,
Newcastle. 'cause
yeah,
it's-
Pascal.
Yeah, and it feels like what you've been saying. It feels like it was
no,
written by you.
I actually disagree with this.
Really?
Oh, do you?
Respectfully. In fact, no, Matt actually ended up saying he doesn't think it'll impact Cody, did he?
Yeah.
But I think for different reasons. I think it's because Cody is a self-admitted huge fan of Triple H, which originally he'd admitted to me privately, and I felt really special with that knowledge. And then he's went out and said it on podcasts and stuff since, and I'm like, but I knew it first.
You're not a special little boy anymore.
I was talking to him after Super Carnivore when he rode the motorbike, and he told me.
As if that entrance didn't give it away.
That was quality. That's why I mentioned it to him. I was like,
Yeah.
Triple H came out on a bike the next night at Mania, and he went, yeah. And then I can't really disclose.
What he said, yeah.
I don't know.
Jack, you're my favourite of all the Cultaholic lads.
That's Cody, right?
Yeah.
I will bury you. I think that Triple H probably loves Cody. I think that they probably have similar opinions on
They both
why he's
seem
good wrestling.
they both seem to enjoy the same old style. And
Yeah.
the-
And they
Both
both-
got famous dads who are in wrestling.
Do they? Killer Kowalski?
yeah.
Father-in-laws, whatever.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. You just call him
Yeah.
Pop. Love you,
Yeah.
Pop.
Pop.
He was probably a huge fan of Dusty Rhodes. Triple H, I mean.
I mean, he was part of NXT, and Dusty was part of Triple H's whole vision.
I don't think it's going to impact Cody.
I don't think so at
Triple
all.
H
No.
is like, Triple H actually, you know what, I hated Dusty.
Imagine.
Oh, I suck working with him.
There's
Like,
just no way.
whatever.
I bet as much as Cody was very likely to win the world title at some point under Vince's leadership, I think this is
I think it makes it more
just
likely.
made it more likely.
Because
Yeah.
Vince might have forgotten that he was pushing Cody
Yeah.
and be like, nah,
Whereas
screw him.
Triple H is going, oh, he's done a similar thing as me where he's fought through an injury in this big match. He's going to get a big pop return when he comes back like Triple H did.
Yes.
It's going to be very likely
if he
he gets
comes
the
out
belt.
in denim.
Yeah, imagine.
I thought it was funny that as soon as Cody joined WWE, or left AEW, you should say, suddenly it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Who's your favorite wrestler? Oh, Triple H. Oh, you betcha.
No,
he was still
Triple
saying
H
it.
is first, Vince McMahon is second,
No,
Stephanie
Nick
is
Khan,
third.
no. I can confirm that
Favourite wrestlers.
before AEW was a thing, Cody told me that Triple H was his favourite wrestler.
Right.
I can clarify.
I think he
I
did
know,
when
I
he was...
mean, slightly sarcastic.
He might have
here, but
said
it's,
one of my favourites to me if I
Yeah.
remember.
it
right,
was just
but-
weird because it's like your favorite wrestler is this person, yeah. So you've decided to make fun of him and make
but-
references with the sledgehammer.
Yeah,
and
but
the
I
If,
feel-
if, if
and the
me and
throne.
Fraser
and-
set up a wrestling promotion,
Wrestling
and
has more than one royal family.
then one of us went to the other promotion, there'd be shots.
There would be
playful
shots fired.
shots, wouldn't there?
He does it and we work at the same company.
Aye.
That's
He did it
true,
on this podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Get you next time.
No, please. Can you let me know when you're next on so I can
You'll
take the
not
week
see
off?
it coming. You'll not see it
I don't
coming.
want this to happen.
Just hold it over him.
I think it's going to increase Cody's chances, and he and Triple H will get on famously.
Yeah, it's good. It will only help.
adrenaline in my soul. Cody's gonna lose to Michael Cole. So yeah,
Just a
Thank you very much.
Whoa, the worm's too slow.
It was so good.
It was.
It's so good. It's his best
good
one.
Joe Henry theme. Oh, Henry Balls.
I don't know. This is good. This is really good. Just the people's elbow.
It's a great.
Yeah.
We were talking about Joe Henry's recent parody song aimed at Scotty Too High.
Go and watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the mailbag we have because we have a little bit more Reese's Pieces than usual right now. So we'll go to it right now.
Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces.
Oh.
And here it is. Reese's Pieces. Morning, diddlers. Hey, that's us. Moves are easy. It's all about the little things.
Little thing.
No thanks. Though I agree with this, I believe the moves are still one of the most important things in the ring. The list below is all about moves/finishes. Quick, nice, and simple, I hope. It can be the best move that comes to mind or the first, up to you guys. Thanks for all the content. I especially like the Hot Wings video.
Yes. Me and Ross really suffered
Well
for that,
done.
and I'm glad that someone
good.
enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
And all the real-life videos that haven't got that much to do with wrestling. Well, this video, you mean. Just you guys being friends and having a laugh. Probably why I love the podcast so much. Aw. Thanks, third-time rider, Adam Cole. No, not that one. From Portsmouth, UK. Sorry for any spelling mistakes. Dyslexia is a bitch. Oh, it's very
It wasn't bad at all, but I did skim it in case of.
was.
But it was absolutely fine. It was a very good letter.
Mate, I just can't read in general. So these don't have to be the best. Could be your favourite or the first that comes to mind. So we'll go with the smartest people first. So Jack, you.
I don't know. We're all pretty clever.
Oh, bless you. According to this guy, we are. Best looking finisher. Oh, okay.
The first one came to mind was RKO. I don't know.
Montez Ford's Frog Splash.
Goldberg's jackhammer.
When it's good. When it's good.
Oh, I mean, him in a Giant or Nash. I was like, oh, wow. Worst looking finisher.
Worst looking finisher.
Oh, that's a good question.
Excuse me. The what was it called? Wade Barrett's one wasn't. I was never a big fan of that.
Wasteland.
Yeah, actually, that's a perfect one.
It wasn't. It's not the worst
But
though.
it's-
When he hit on a smaller guy.
Yeah.
fine.
Just pointless though, isn't it?
I guess so.
John Cena's Lightning Fist. If we can include that for his one-time finish. If not, David Otunga's Spinebuster. I thought it was pretty crap. He did a really bad one.
Actually, thought it was all right. That one.
It just looked weak.
Oh, can I choose
then.
Chavo Guerrero's Frog Splash?
Chavo's Frog Splash.
Didn't he land on his feet and fall forwards? Latter day
Yeah.
Chavo.
Oh, yeah. I think a few people have done that. I mean, Jomo did that.
Yeah.
Ryback's. No, I like that. I'm trying to think.
Shell Shock was
I'm
good.
trying to think of not just saying Wasteland, but no, Wasteland was rubbish. Most protected finisher.
The One-Winged Angel, probably.
End of Days.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
The pedigree. It used to be, but it's not really now, is it?
3D.
3D. Yeah.
Oh, the 3D. Oh, I thought that was John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
they used to also...
They did, yeah.
They did. But if you do that, I don't think. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the Dudley Boys.
Going down.
Yeah. The best sell of a finisher.
Not... Okay, I like the way that Kurt Angle took stunners. He didn't, leap in the air, but he'd go it stunned him. So I'll go for that one.
It's good.
Anything The Rock got hit with.
I was going to say not The Rock. I
really
was
like-
never a
I
fan of him
like
taking
them,
on
but-
I've said this before, yeah.
I'm trying to think. What RVD taking an RKO.
Oh, yes.
It's like a proper
that's
spike.
nice.
Yes.
I'll say Shane McMahon. He was in his prime.
Just anything.
Taking, yeah, but a stunner in particular.
Yeah.
Because he would do
Yeah.
like he was swimming.
Scott Hall's the famous one taking the stunner, isn't he, of course?
Oh, that's another good one as well.
Which
yeah.
got Austin to follow Richard Tubman on
That's
Twitter.
right.
Theory did a good version of it at WrestleMania. He got some height,
Yeah, he
like a
did.
Scott Hall tribute, which was nice.
Xavier Woods did when he got stunned at Mania.
Yeah.
He did like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's lining up to sell the stunner. Worst sell of a finisher.
The Rock taking Austin's stunner. I know people like it, but I don't.
It's tough now to think. What's the bad sell of a move?
I've got one.
Go first. I'll come back
It
to
was Kane on his knees.
Oh, the pedigree.
Oh yeah, can I'll say Big Show taking a pedigree just to jump on that bandwagon.
Greatest near fall after a finisher.
It's between two, but I'll save one in case one of you says it. But so mine would be Mania 25, when it really seems like Michaels has got the win, and then Undertaker kicks out, and you see these blokes in the front row who really want Undertaker to win, and they're like, no, and then he kicks out, and they're like, oh my god. So that's
a good one.
I think the other one is at WrestleMania 28.
Yeah, it was,
with
yeah.
a Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels hits a super switch of music on Undertaker in a pedigree, and it's pretty much the closest you can get to the finish.
I'm surprised you both said that, when the other one I was thinking of is when Undertaker can't put away Shawn Michaels, and we get that zoom of his face going.
Yeah, I mean, it's all Undertaker.
They're all streak bait, yeah.
All
it's all-
Undertaker and involving Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Best top rope finisher.
Frog Splash.
I mean,
I'll go Frog Splash.
I mean, I've already said a frog splash for the best looking finisher, but top Neville's or Pac's
The Black Arrow.
Black Arrow.
Mustafa Ali's 054.
Nice.
Good. Yeah.
I've got a
She's
couple
doing
of
well.
honorable, like a really good moonsault is always really. Angles
I say Rios.
moonsault. Or angles when he goes up.
Oh,
And it always misses. Or I like a Phoenix Splash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were back at What Culture. We went to WrestleMania 33 when Rollins wrestled Triple H, and it was a long match and all that. But at one point, he did a Phoenix Splash, and Rollins is like tall, and seeing him in the flesh go like, I was like, wow, Jesus,
crazy.
So, yeah, so Phoenix Splash, I like them as well.
That's nice. Best kayfabe submission.
Unfortunately, I really like the crossface.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nuance to it. There's the leg trapped, where's the arm, have they cranked back, and there's loads of ways to reverse it, which I think makes a good submission as well. So yeah.
Similarly, the label lock. Just like I like the little change of similar to crossface, but the arm properly hooked. So yeah, label, yes, no lock, whatever you want to call it.
A big dirty lion tamer.
Oh, scrummy.
Ooh. Submission that looks like it actually hurts. Ooh,
Probably any of the MMA based, like the Kimura or whatever.
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, I would say Ronda's armbar can look like it hurt.
yeah.
Yeah. When she did it on Steph that first time. I
Yes,
was
it's
like,
when she hooks it and then twists.
I like when she pauses before doing it and always goes, "You want to see it, huh?" That's my favorite, but that hurts me.
Because I've rolled over both my feet. I'll say the ankle lock.
Oh, have you?
I can't believe. I realised I was just wearing the wrong shoes. Like I need to wear big, dirty stompers.
Yeah.
So I pretend I'm Rhea Ripley, I guess. But yeah, the ankle lock. If any person doing it, from Shamrock to Kurt. Best suited finisher for a wrestler.
Oh, so it suits them the
Who
best.
suits it?
Okay.
I think that it's a bit of an obvious one, but I think that Austin's the Stunner really fits Austin because at his peak he was like, you needed like a quick exclamation point kind of thing,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sick of your crap, bang.
Take this ref.
Yeah, right, yeah, and he can do it on anyone.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to do it on his own brother this year at WrestleMania, but he didn't. Yeah. So that one probably.
I think probably the stomp for Seth Rollins. I think when he didn't have that as a finish, he felt like he was missing something, and it really brought his character back together when he was allowed to do it again. And it looks sore. Looks really
Did you
sore.
not like the Rainmaker knee that he used to do?
I did really like it.
Yeah.
It just didn't work as a finish. Or that one like implant face buster thing he did. It's like underhook face, but it was like you clearly want to do a pedigree, but you're just not allowed to right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot mine. Went out my head. I'm thinking of all the finishes in the
All the
possible
finishes.
world. How annoying is that? Orange Cassidy's Superman punch.
Okay.
Good choice.
Because it's a dopey move done by a dopey wrestler.
got a
But
great
the
name.
serious wrestler can do it as well.
His looks great as well.
Yeah. Worst suited finisher for a wrestler. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, there could be some good ones. I can't think of any right now. No, actually, that's pretty good. I'm struggling.
This is really tough, this. I can't think of a
Just
worst,
whoever gets one first, just say.
worst suited finisher.
Oh, I've got one. Edge's spear.
AJ Spear. Yeah,
That's a good one, mate.
um
Jay Lethal's handspring into a cutter.
The lethal injection.
Lethal injection's great.
Cody Rhodes told us that's the one cutter that no one kicks out of.
Yeah, no one kicks
avoid,
it.
avoid.
Yeah, he did say that.
It was a weird promo.
What
Wasn't even feuding with Lethal.
Yeah, I'm stumped on that. I can't think of any like
No,
worst suited.
Best name for a finisher. Make your own ones with a pun if you can.
The J-bomb. That was my float over DDT on the game.
Oh, yours, right. His name. The Dudley Death Drop.
3D, yeah. That's
Beautiful
cool.
name. And 3D, yeah.
Quite like the Lethal Injection as a name.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, also honorable mention to Sugar Shane Helms. He had Nightmare on Helm Street. He was in WCW.
I like the RKO. It's caught on well. It's his initials. It works well. It's not the funniest name or anything, but works.
Worst name for a finisher.
Eat defeat. I think it's lazy.
It is
I'm sick
lazy,
of it.
isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It's clever, but I don't like it. Bro Derek.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah,
'Cause what's the point? Why?
No one will get the
Wow, a
reference.
reference to something from the 70s.
Yeah.
Who could have thought?
Is this wrestling or is it Matthew Boring Jack on a
No, I thought it was a
podcast?
Vince thing you were going to say.
Bro Derek, the
Bro Derek.
kids lover.
So that's what I'd go for. Bro Derek.
That's a good shout.
Oh, I can't think of any others to be honest with you.
On the Indies, when Ricochet used the Benadryller, it was like a bit of a go to sleep
Oh,
type. He'd throw them off his
yeah.
shoulders and kick them in the head. And I was like, that's such a sick name, the Benadryl, because Benadryl sends you to sleep. Then I realized, no way, isn't Benadryl allergy relief?
It is, yeah.
And I
It's
was like,
drowsy.
oh, is it?
There is a drowsy
Yes,
version.
get in. You've done it again,
right.
Trevor. You've done it again.
Trevor's the man.
Man, he used to wear a hat sometimes, like a
Yeah, he did.
Chicago bowler. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I look cool though.
The original name for Cena's AA, because it just smacks of that early 2000s.
Yeah, it does,
Screw you, Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
One for Maffew. Oh, hello. Worst botch of a finisher.
I don't know if it counts, but was Batista going for a Batista bomb when him and Cena fell out of the ring at the Royal Rumble?
I think that's where it was going.
Yeah.
I still not quite figure out how that worked, but neither did they,
It
I
was
guess.
like the luckiest best botch ever, though.
Yeah. Vince taking the stunner
Oh,
this year,
This year, yeah.
God.
or any year.
What botch have we got for anything? You know your botches better than anyone.
I do.
You do. Can you think
Skip
of
this
anything?
one
Have you got
if
any?
you
One time I was really privileged to ask Matthew the question of what his favourite botch ever was, and he took it really seriously. I think someone wrote in maybe,
Okay.
and it was the
Yow.
Shockmaster, his debut, because of so many elements. But you really broke it down. You were
Yeah.
like, it
Yeah.
was the occasion, it was the botch itself.
Perfect storm.
It's not the worst botch because it's not a botch, but it just what I fear every time styles clash on someone
Oh God, yeah,
large.
yeah.
And he has broken necks with it.
Yeah,
So yeah, that styles clash being botched.
yeah.
Good
fair.
pick.
Yeah.
Best double team finisher.
3D. I like 3D.
3D is good.
I'll say a tribute to OSW. Total elimination.
Shatter Machine or whatever they call it.
yeah, the big rig.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow, those are all
There's
the
quite a
finisher
lot. Heart attack,
question there. Oh, Hard Attack's good.
the demolition device.
Danny Doring Roadkill's Boogie Bang, which I don't think anyone borrowed. Roadkill gets him a reverse powerbomb position, so legs here, and then Doring does a leg drop to the head as he sits down.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Look brutal, and asked people, why don't people do this? And I think Evil Uno replied with, because taking leg drops off the top and the back of your head's just terrifying.
Okay.
It's like, no one likes taking them. It's like, all right. But what we do like taking is wonderful Reese's Pieces like that. Thank you very much again. Adam Cole. No, not that one.
But wait-
Portsmouth.
Thank you very
but
much,
wait,
Adam.
if you love that, there's another one. There's more. Howdy diddlers. I was watching SummerSlam this weekend, and during the Miz versus Logan Paul match, which I heard was good, I was wondering, because Logan is an influencer, what are the most influential things in wrestling? So I've compiled a list of categories and want to know who has made the biggest influence in those categories. Interesting question. Most influential technical wrestler.
The problem is the first one, I don't think I feel qualified to answer for technical.
Okay.
Who innovated technical? Is it Gotch or Thez or I don't know.
Yeah.
But who's your pick?
Farmer Burns.
Oh, taking it back to the 50s.
I don't know. Oh, is he only from the 50s? Oh,
Oh, embarrassing.
Oh,
Toots
take it-
Mond, the promoter.
Danielson.
Hackenschmidt. Danielson.
Gotta be, is the award's named after him.
I guess so.
Like,
The arrogance of youth picking Brian Danielson as the
There
most
you go.
influential technical.
I'll say, because the amount of love he gets on AEW every week, Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just do Bret Hart's match. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Most.
then I'll go for Thez then, if none of you have gone for Thez.
Oh, you've got me there. I'm
the
Cheaty's
Adam
favourite.
Cheat.
Can I go
pick.
for Eric Costin or whatever he was called? No, who was the skateboarder who invented like all the moves? It wasn't Eric
know.
Costin. It was who was it? Sam will know. Sam.
Jack, we're going to live on the scene. Jack is
Yeah.
going to Sam. He's running to Sam.
Kermit the Frog live on at the scene.
Who was the skateboarder who invented?
Where's the person?
Rodney Mullet.
Rod, we're getting it. Jack is
Rodney
coming
Mullet.
back with the information. Jack, who's your pick for the most influential technical wrestler of all time?
Rodney Mullen.
Rodney Mullen. of
Rodney
course.
Mullet, fantastic. Most influential brawler.
Oh, that's a tricky one. Oh man, is it Bruiser Brody?
Everyone says him.
Yeah.
Do they?
Like-
I felt really clever there.
He's got the Wrestling Observer Award for like best
Oh,
brawler.
well then Austin. Then.
I would say
then-
the two was Brody or Austin for me.
I was gonna say Cactus Jack.
Oh, good
yeah.
shout.
I think he won it nearly every year. So, most influential high flyer.
I guess Liger or someone like that.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, very good. Very
Lots of people saying now Ray was the hero.
Not quite the same, but unless it comes up there, yeah, it doesn't. I'd say Sabu. Like it could be either brawler or high flyer.
You do like Sabu?
I think
A common
guilt.
misconception. Oh, right.
It's guilt for like doing those compilations because in the weird last few years, botches have become weirdly fetishized. Like this wrestler botch.
Yeah.
Get back to training.
right,
I'm like,
yeah.
like, you know, that's not how wrestling works.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, people just use them like, well, they can't be good because they fell over one time. I'm
You
like,
could honestly
oh
write a
no.
thesis on the culture of botches. Like, that's fascinating.
Maybe. I mean, if that's what people, no one's gonna care about that. But like,
On the
if to
Cultaholic
me,
Patreon. Come on.
yeah, because no one would watch
Matthew,
it.
can we have 12,000 words by next week, please? And we'll put it on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, it's the perception that people are using like that. I'm just like, oh, this is part of everyday life. Look at me trying
Yeah.
to read. You know, it happens
I
to
never
everybody.
took it as you trying to say that they are bad wrestlers because
No,
of
but
that.
I definitely made a mistake when I made just Sabu only. That was a huge mistake. If I had known that people would still be going to Sabu
Yeah.
and looking at his mistakes rather than the influence he had on a
Yeah.
certain genre of high-flying hardcore stuff, I'd be like, oh, right.
Fair enough.
So you live and learn. I'm sorry, Sabu. Most influential big man.
Bruiser Brody. Everyone says him.
What's your favorite Bruiser Brody match?
The one with Hansen in Japan.
Oh, that narrows it. Oh, yeah, you got me
The
there, Jack.
tag match, him and Hansen against two of the four pillars. I can't remember who. That's
Okay.
my
That's
favorite
your
Bruiser
favourite,
Brody
yeah.
match. I've not seen that many. I'll go for Vader.
Yeah.
Good shout. Andre.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as combining speed and size, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, yeah. No one said Von Wagner.
Oh,
Next time.
well, you know, I thought you were going to say it. So like, most influential modern tag team.
Okay, so how are we classifying modern? Let's
10 years.
set a ground rule for that one.
15 years, maybe.
I'm going to have to go for FTR.
Should we say-
Which is weird saying that they're influential modern because they're looking backwards. They're like a revival act. Well, they're a revival.
I get what you're
But
saying,
I
though,
think
yeah.
that the structure of tag matches and the rise of tag team matches and that has all been
Especially in NXT, absolutely.
and then but it feels wrong to not say Shelley and Sabin for me.
Yeah, I'm torn between two. I would say Motor City Machine Guns or the Bucks.
I was going to say,
Just-
whichever one you don't pick then, because
Well,
I was going to be my pick.
I'll say Machine Guns.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm picking
But I feel like
Bucks then, I
they've
guess.
influenced a
I'm
ton. Like
picking
the
the
whole
Bucks, I
indie
guess.
wrestling scene for a while was just, we're going to redo all of the Machine Guns versus Generation Me matches.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Most
good
in-
choice on FTR.
Good
Thank
choice.
you.
They're
Mitchie.
very
Well, I mean,
influential now.
I adhered to the 10 years rule. I think you're fine.
Well, actually, 2011 was when. I suppose that was 11 years ago now. God, that's old.
Don't think about it. Most influential classic tag team.
Classic tag team, probably the Midnight Express, I guess.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Heart
God, they're
Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, great pick. Oh, influential.
Rock and Roll Express?
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Yeah. The Ass Boys?
Stop it.
They influenced an entire
This is so
segment
bad
of
because the
Dynamite.
brain's still going like slot machines, and I have one, and you say something, and it goes on the head. Who's
Dana
about to
Brooke
say?
and Emma?
Road Warriors with
Stop it.
Heidenreich.
Oh, yeah,
you've
you
got
know
Road
what?
Warriors, so yeah, that's
But,
good,
no,
yeah.
no. Turn
No,
second bit of
I-
that. Damn it. You tricked me. Yeah, the Road Warriors. Most influential promo.
There's one thing everyone's going to.
Okay, I've got one.
Yeah, but is it going to be the one
Just
that
say-
everyone
yeah,
said? Well,
so I've got back.
I'll go Hard Times because it popularized it was the iconic babyface
Yeah.
promo, so yeah.
Austin 316.
Yeah, fair.
Because the amount of times we bloody heard it, including this week on AEW Dynamite, the pipe bomb.
I thought you were going to go for Kane Dewey because of your you've chosen quite a lot of ECW stuff.
Those, I can't recommend those promos enough. A most influential heel.
Most influential heel.
I don't like my immediate
No,
thought.
same. Mine's Ric Flair, but
Mine's not that, but
Okay.
I don't like my immediate thought.
Okay.
What have you got, though?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Vince McMahon.
right, okay.
Yep. But the evil owner, been ripped off so many times.
Yeah.
Okay, so not them.
It's not fair, really, making you go.
Yeah.
Nah.
We've taken the two big ones.
Nick Khan.
Yeah, he's influencing HBO Max. Good, think of something.
There's tons of heels out there. It depends on what era you're looking at.
Oh, like the NWO.
Oh, yeah, that's a
cool
good shout.
heels.
There you go. Yeah.
Most influential face. This one.
I guess Hulk Hogan, but, yeah.
Oh,
Austin in his in his
in
prime.
different, yeah.
Like even when he's a heel, people wanted to cheer him, and he was still
Yeah.
a face.
superstar Billy Graham.
Billy Graham.
Because he was supposed to be a bad guy, but he was so bloody charismatic
Okay.
that Hogan ripped him off.
I was gonna
Steiner
say,
ripped him
without-
off. Jesse Ventura ripped him off.
Without him, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Graham,
God, I feel like
look, I'm Tower of Power.
I feel like I've gone on the Price is Right and said $100 and you've got 99.
Yeah. Most influential manager. Oh,
Heenan.
If you're saying Heenan, I'm going to say Heyman.
Of course.
There's another one though.
Those must sound exactly the same.
Oh yeah, there is another one.
I'll say, come on, in terms of managing and the skills
Yeah,
you put
yeah.
at the table, I don't care. Jim Cornette.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Most influential commentator.
I feel like
There's quite a few
quite a
actually.
few.
I don't want to be like Gordon Soley because I've never listened to Gordon Soley, but apparently he was amazing.
Never heard any Solely.
I must have like in clips and stuff, but I've never deliberately set out to listen to Gordon Soley. I'll go for JR.
I feel like what my pick is quite controversial, but he's kind of shaped the entire
Oh my
time I've been
God.
watching. Michael Cole.
Oh, he's done it.
You know what?
He shaped the
yeah.
only
now
voice on commentary that I've heard apart from like Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. Michael Cole has been the staple voice for the past 22-3 years.
90.
He's been
he
on
did backstage
TV,
interview in
yeah.
97, did proper full-time commentary in 99, I think. So.
Yeah, so over 20 years.
And now he's Michael Cole, unchained.
yeah.
So, oh, God.
Could say Heenan for this one as well.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say.
Nah.
Yeah, but you know what? There's not many people that... He's influenced really crappy imitators. That's the
Say-
thing. No one can be Heenan.
It's a gorilla. But without Heenan, is that the same?
Ross Tweddle.
Ross Tweddle.
I'll say most influential commentator, probably Excalibur.
Fair.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah.
Hey, I can do the slightly funny stuff when I need to, and also be incredibly knowledgeable about the thing I'm talking about. That's the proper blend that you need to be now.
I'd like to shout out Tom Campbell for being an excellent commentator and Dave Bradshaw
Oh.
for being an excellent commentator.
Oh,
He
great
also
two
does
pillars.
the commentary.
No, I'm not on this list.
Matthew's the Heenan
Matthew's
of
the
the
Heenan,
Tom
yeah,
and
of course.
North.
There you go. Yeah.
Jim Cornette of North.
No.
That's exactly what I'll be known as, pal. Most influential female wrestler.
Genuinely Becky Lynch. I think, yeah.
Yeah, to try and find someone Trish Stratus
That's a good shout.
and slash Lita.
Yeah.
Just that feud.
China.
Ah,
yes.
Absolutely. It's barren people having Eddie Guerrero go, Mamacita.
And then recently, Jericho decided to go, it was rubbish.
No, he
The
said...
feud was rubbish, he
I'll
said.
give it... It's weird because, like, you know when you like know something, but then
Oh,
it
I
gets
thought
reported.
he said-
Jericho's always been like that, regards to China, because in his book he goes into more detail about how China was, he's calling all the spots of this. China's battering him, and like he not hit her, but in the context of a match,
Yeah.
did a move, and then Vince and Triple H both yelled at him, going, "Look what you did to China!"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm getting beat up by every night," stuff like that. So I mean, the way he
Okay.
the way he bite sizes that makes it sound worse.
I read a quote,
But,
yeah.
yeah. But his book goes into more detail. Wow, I'm defending Jericho. By the way, speaking of Jericho, he's done that True Geordie thing. Obviously, you do. I'm just setting this up. He said that like no one knew who anybody was in AEW, and he was one of the because putting the title on him was one of the biggest things to help AEW because no one knew who the other guys were in his words.
I thought that the very audience they marketed themselves out
Yeah,
knew whoever it
right.
was.
Not
was,
that
yeah.
elite or being the elite thing or whatever. And so I thought that was a quote. Never mind the China stuff. That
very
was a quote that
Jericho,
should have been
yeah.
like bitten onto a lot
It's
more.
very
but
Jericho, isn't it?
It is.
I get what he means if he means they put the belt on him for the wider TV viewing audience once they were on
Yeah.
TV, like a recognizable name with the belt, rather than put it on
You've got a
Hangman.
point there, but it was him saying no one knew who anybody else was. You're like, okay.
They were just wrestling in bars.
That's right, those smoky bars. Most influential promotion.
Oh, it's WWE.
It's WWE. To just choose something else that's not just
Go
the
on,
reality of WWE. Ring of Honor.
Nice. Yeah.
FMW. For all the hardcore stuff, and he innovated that. ECW then went, hey, that's good. And then other companies later on went, hey, that's good. So the trickle-down effect. Most influential celebrity.
Cyndi Lauper was the first name that came to mind there for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That's also the one, but to switch it up, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
Boy
episode?
George.
Yeah. That's a good episode. But it's an episode where, like, it's Mr. T and a bunch of wrestlers. Like, we're the bad guys. We want the money. Or we're shutting down the charity children's gym. Or whatever. It's always like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hogan's there. The Bulldogs are there. And it's like Jake Roberts' nephew. Or what was it? That little brother he had? Oh, was it Rick McGraw or somebody? Whatever. It's like, what are you doing here? Anyway, that's it. I'm going off the subject. Sorry about that. Most influential rivalry.
I'll leave it for Fraser because I feel like we thought. You're not going to do the one.
There's 2 ones in my mind.
There's 2 ones in my mind.
You go for.
I'll be slightly different. I'll go for Hogan Savage.
Okay.
I really like Hogan
Oh,
Savage.
that was a beautiful. Yep.
I don't know if we're thinking of the same one, but I'm saying Austin Rock.
Oh,
Not Austin.
I thought you were going to say the other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
I'll say the 3-way over the tag titles. Hardy's, Edge, and Christian.
Yeah. So we can say the other one was Austin
Vince.
McMahon.
Yeah.
Most influential match.
Oh, man. I guess when I think of if someone said to me like, "What's the most famous wrestling match ever?" I'd say probably Hogan Andre.
You can make an argument for either WrestleMania 3 or the main event.
Or the
which
one
still
where-
has
yeah.
I think it still has the single most viewed wrestling match
Yeah.
or program in American history.
Well, I'll go Hogan Andre then.
Hogan Andre. Rock Austin X7.
Okay, it ended the Attitude Era.
Yeah. It's just such a monumental big
Yeah.
match to cap off one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time.
Yeah.
But is it influential?
Well, I was
Because as you said, it ended.
going to say Bret Austin.
yeah,
Because
it's probably
it led to Austin.
it's probably yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll say Bret Austin. then.
Okay, fair enough.
Generation Me versus Machine Guns at Destination X.
Great.
Most influential moment.
God.
Are we talking of all time, or just are we looking?
It's hard, isn't it?
It's because it's
Apparently.
of all time. It's like how far back do you go, and then you don't choose
Probably
modern
when
stuff.
they got the belt off Buddy Rogers and gave it to Bruno. I think I'll go for most influential moment. I'll do it on a personal one. The pipe bomb got me back into wrestling properly, so I'll
Yeah.
go for the pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb. I'm going to say when the Outsiders appeared in WCW
That's
for
a
the
really
first
good
time.
one. That's a
Oh,
good
that's
shout.
Like
Yeah.
that kickstarted a lot of things.
In terms of history, I should say something like Hogan pinning the Iron Sheik in '84. What I want to say is Vince McMahon being revealed as the higher power.
Oh, fantastic! I thought you were going to say Vince like turning his back on the territories and everything, or like shutting down everything.
Yeah.
Going national. Not Vince.
But
Yeah,
he,
Vince
went,
Vincent.
he went to Ole Anderson and went, if you consider running arenas, and only one said, pish, posh, no, the smoky bars. We make a killing on those peanuts.
Can we start SBW? Smoky Bar Wrestling.
Smoky bar wrestling. That's a lot crowd here of 10. Thank you for all y'all do. Y'all's banter, that's what it says here. Y'all's banter gets me through my week, and I enjoy the content that y'all put out.
I remember where this person's from.
Keep on creating great content. Cole from Texas.
Yes.
God bless Texas.
I'm sorry that none of us said like the Freebirds for any.
Oh,
sorry, the Von
yeah,
Erich.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
the Von
yeah.
Erich for any of the
Yeah.
answers.
Unlike,
Lots of Austin,
unsubscribe.
Yeah, there was lots of Austin. There was lots of
Michael Hayes slamming the cage.
Yeah.
That was Gordy, wasn't it? Or whatever, you know what I mean?
I meant the Von Erichs anyway. I'm a fool. I'm a fool.
Idiot.
Silly Billy.
I can never tell them apart.
Wow, that was...
I'm really bad at telling the Von Erichs apart.
Yeah, me too.
Their stories all intertwined.
They've all got very similar faces. That's why they say Matt Riddle could have been a Von Erich.
Because he's got the.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the chin.
They've all got the Mick Jagger.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I'll go with that. Keep on creating great content, Cole from Texas. Thank you, Cole from
Thank you.
Texas.
Thank you.
And Adam Cole, not that one, for those magnificent Reese's Pieces. God, it's a long episode, but don't worry. You can increase the length of next week's episode by sending in something from the mailbag or something for the Reese's Pieces at mailbag@cultaholic.com.
It's Cultaholics.
What a lovely podcast. By the way, that's the thing I do.
Oh, no. Don't worry. Yeah.
Again, you know,
He's
like
seen Ross be you.
He even did that, did he?
I think so. He did the how you
pal?
How you doing?
I couldn't make it through all that because I keep switching my eyes. I've done. Am I there?
It's a nice sort of break between each segment because you know, when I would listen to the podcast when I was in Tesco working away, working hard.
He's a big fan. That's how long we've been doing.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I was a lot happy before you said that, Fraser.
Oh God, yeah, I met you before I was even in Cultaholic.
Yeah, I met you
okay,
back in the old place.
Yeah. I met Fraser in the O2 Academy.
Smoky bar.
In the Smoky Bar, the O2 Academy. Yeah.
Back when I did the work experience, he drags me in at the studio, do the jingle, and that's where you were like, I was like,
that's right.
What? And you were like,
Fraser, I've got a great idea. You're the toilet dude, so come in there and do the jingle. People will love it. And
You're the toilet
dude. Still get some people saying.
Great. You look like
No, now it's the arrogance of youth. That's your serious gimmick now.
Yeah.
I've helped you get rid of that old comedy.
Yeah.
One day we'll have Fraser there we go, do audio commentary for Maffew dragging him in. The famous segment that's still talked about to this day.
You're not Stardust anymore, brother. You'll go straight to the top.
What can I'll smash a botch. Just
You're from the outhouse to the big house. There we go. By the way, guest producers, thank you very much for your support. Buddy.
Thank you.
Reno 2200.
Hey.
Nick. It says Harby here. It was Nick Robbie.
Robbie, yes.
Nick Robbie. Hey.
Yeah, you missed a lot, but it's okay.
Sorry.
Good job you do this every week. And Noah Anderson. Thank you very much, you beautiful
Nick.
human beings, for your lovely patronage.
Thank you so
now,
much.
the big question, we'll get into it, don't worry, is which talent
Should
thrive, thank you, under Triple H? It's his new regime.
Now, when we were discussing this big question, you both had different, and we wanted to try and encapsulate both takes, because you were like, who should he bring back along with Dakota Kai? And you were like, who should thrive like in a Ciampa way or like in a Mustafa Ali? People who've been featured once again who now...
Right.
So let's just
let's do both. It's crazy.
Let's just be blokes.
We said in the news at the start, it's just guys being dudes.
Yeah.
I'm bloking out, man.
There's loads of indie talents that are good, and Triple H is back in charge, and he loves indie talents.
He does. He loves indie
Yeah,
talents.
because do you think Triple H deliberately had those, let's get the new talent, those, college athletes or whatever. Oh, no, they're rubbish. What are we going to do? Hello, operator, get me a ticket to PWG.
He's made the ring slippy, so they all just, look, he can't wrestle.
Hanna-Barbera noise, the ring.
I'm just picturing Triple H before with a comedy large-sized thing of syrup going, they'll never suspect this.
One guy just jumps over, goes, drat, and double drat. He's watched wrestling before.
But he seems to be bringing, he's brought Dakota Kai back, which was quite a shock. She was released back in April, I want to say, budget cuts.
So.
And she's trademarked all her names in King Kota, and then they've gone, right, come back.
Back you come.
She lost her tick. She lost her blue tick, Jack. Because she had to change her
Never
handle.
had a blue tick. Don't care.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
rubbish, imagine.
Overrated.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, completely.
Because you can say stuff now and people love you, but if you get blue tick, you're like, what would you care, blue
It's a
tick?
blue tick account. Yeah. I'm gonna say Kevin Owens because he's Triple H's boy. Remember, he gifted him the Universal title after he pedigreed Seth Rollins and went,
Did.
"This is your kingdom now."
Just hugged him.
Yeah.
Go.
And
Say hello to Goldberg for me.
but now I don't think it'll be as I don't think it'll be as blatant as that because Triple H isn't really going to be on screen very much, I assume. But I think we'll see Owens get the push he deserves, hopefully.
Yeah, Owens is sort of a big one. Sami Zayn, I think, will get a renewed push, perhaps as a face again.
I don't mind either way.
I like him either way, but I think Triple H
I'd love him as a heel
had
now.
him as a face all the time in NXT.
I
So
know.
like,
Do you remember when he first turned heel and everyone was like, Sami Zayn as a heel?
Yeah.
I can't believe he's so good at it.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
so like Sami's a big one that jumps out, and linking that to Sami, but also Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh,
I could see it. Maybe not a big push, but something that's like you've done your bit. You're one of my boys. I brought you into the company. I think it'll be good.
I think Kota Ibushi will be WWE champion in the next 10 years.
Speaking of that era, though, Cedric Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he
CWC
gone?
greatness. No, he's there. He's just been used for nothing. But
He was on Main Event recently
Oh,
with
great.
matching gear with Mustafa Ali, and it looked like they were going to do a tag team.
Heart and Soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were the Heart.
Heart and the Soul.
wow,
and a
yeah.
pre-show match.
5 Live.
When they shouted Heart and Soul at each other.
The life, the lesson. There's no money. That aside, one thing that hasn't been confirmed or denied, still in that weird, what's happening, no one knows situation, Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Yeah. Well, like they seem there's like swirling rumors about what's going on with them. I think
Literally no one knows.
No
No one's
one
confirmed
knows.
anything. Raj
Giri,
Raj said that thing. No one confirmed or denied it. Fascinating.
yeah.
That.
And then Sean Ross Sapp said last night, I think, he was like, Raj Giri's report was accurate, but there might be a deal. We don't know. There might not be a deal.
Guess they're in talks.
Thanks for clarifying that, Chris Kamara. And but do you think now that what we know, do you think, all right, well, let's not say anything. Vince is out. See what Triple H says.
Possibly, yeah. I
Maybe.
mean, I'd really like to see them come back.
Yeah.
And what he says is, I'm the game. But no, I think wherever they go, they'll be great. If Triple H is like, yeah, you two are great. I'm not sure if they're...
I think Triple H
totally
hopefully recognises that Sasha's like a really special talent in
Right.
the history of women's wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
And it's just, she's the one to me, along with probably Owens, who I'm just baffled as they've never made more of.
I mean, you say that Owens got the massive spotlight at WrestleMania this year, but he's done nothing really.
But that
since.
felt like a thank you, or like
Yeah.
a we trust you not to kill this man. Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
It could have been The Miz, maybe.
It wouldn't have been as big.
It was. He made the most of it. You
What-
can tell he was having a great time.
What talent that has left though?
Oh no, it's going to power off.
You can't see behind.
What time we could bring back?
What talent could you bring back?
Braun Strowman?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
That's
very good
exactly
shout.
one of Triple H's
I can't
boys.
believe they got rid of him.
I mean, it's
No, that is a good shout because there was no one like Braun. There was no big men who were like him.
Yeah.
Really.
A guy who wasn't very good who got really good and
Yeah.
then, wow, you won the world title? All right, bye.
And Bray Wyatt as well.
That's
A
who I
similar
would say.
time.
Wyatt would probably
Wyatt
be one.
6.
Wyatt 6 or whatever he's going to be. I can see Wyatt coming back just as I trust a bit more of this creative process now with someone else in charge. But
Oh, and they could keep the Vince puppet.
you could keep the Vince puppet, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you'd want to.
Maybe unwise.
Yeah, maybe not a wise one.
I don't know why they would. Yeah, what was a stupid thing to say? I'm
like
sorry.
to see
But did you know that Don't Hook Me, I'm Scared is going to get that Channel 4 series soon?
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh?
I, for some reason, thought that would get a big reaction. Ignore me. I'm very sorry.
I don't know what I mean.
It's a YouTube thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
right.
Make Me I'm Scared. Wasn't one that I'd ever...
No.
Watch him on
Oh,
YouTube
okay.
apart from GeoWizard. Shout out GeoWizard. What a guy.
Oh, what a
Love
guy
Geo
walking
Wizard.
right across.
And the Logan Paul experience, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Is there any other names within
Yes.
WWE that you'd really want pushed?
Diesel.
He brings
deserves
back all
another
his
shot.
mates.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It's like 03 all over again.
No, I think there's. To be fair, we're always going to miss someone off because there's so many of let go.
It's so deep. The
I was
roster.
going to say because of Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox now has a window back in. Hopefully,
I genuinely thought she
Or
was going to be the
Nixon
next
knew,
one to
but-
come out at
yeah,
SummerSlam.
Yeah, when Dakota came out.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think we
a
both were like,
Yeah,
Makes
Kyrie's
sense.
saying, but I don't know what she wants to do at the minute.
Also, we're all saying nice things about this current run. You know what's one way to guarantee that it won't last? If he was Triple H, he goes, you know that plan for world domination? Yeah, let's go back to that. It's like, oh no.
Oh no, I think
speaking of NXT UK stuff, that's his whole thing. He kind of
Take
came
the
up with that.
world.
Gunter,
Gunter, that's a good shout.
give him.
I mean, he was already getting a
He was
push,
already getting
yeah,
a big push,
yeah.
but like under
Yeah.
the old leadership, it could have been like, right, here's your. Oh no.
Well, he was never getting on pay-per-views.
Yeah,
and it's
and
like
he's the champ.
he had amazing matches with like Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne on pay-per-views. Like, why have you taken him off pay-per-views?
And Pete Dunne's the other one.
And Pete Dunne.
Oh.
Oh, my God, he's going to be buzzing.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind that.
What a roller coaster
Yeah.
Pete Dunne's had.
Never mind that. Tyler Bate
Yeah.
Yeah,
going to have more than 6 matches a year.
Maybe they'll rescue him from
essentially
North
just
London or wherever he
He's
is.
there just scurrying around like half man, half rat or whatever. Like, no, come on, come
Triple
on.
H kicks
Come
down
on,
the
society.
door of a dusty, broken down performance centre. My son!
Father!
Where were you, Dad? Thought you were gone. Where have you gone? Where have you been? This is banging, this is Bob.
oh, I remember that. Yeah,
I know,
No, that was
sir.
good, that was
I
fun.
know,
It was good. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it back, Jack.
Yes.
Well done.
I did. British strong style for Ebs.
That's right.
Well, those are some good names I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Definitely Pete Dunne.
Are
his
we
Butch.
thinking that if he gets more control, he's gonna? Are there any people he dislikes? He's not been smart enough or dumb enough, I should say, to say anything out loud as a COO or whatever.
Well, someone pointed out, was it you? Someone said to me, well, Omos is on main event. I think it was Tom Campbell.
Tom said
Omos
that,
was on main event this week. I was like, oof.
Yeah.
oh,
Theory
I wouldn't worry
to
about that.
theory to a lesser extent, but he still pushed him.
Yeah, he's got the main
Oh,
event.
sorry, Johnny Gargano.
That's
He's.
Oh, he loves
I
him.
would have thought he'd be back.
Yeah,
In
he's
no
been
time.
he's been tight-lipped as well about what's happening.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you if you're in a bidding war?
Yeah.
But anyone that
MJ?
who wouldn't?
God
he push?
knows what's happening with that. That's just gone
There
off
was
the
a
rails.
recent report saying he's gone radio silent.
Someone said he's going to be on a Practical Jokers.
Aye.
Yeah,
That's
supposedly.
a weird step to take.
He's not responding to my DMs. Used to be like this.
Is he a gamer? Could you insult one of his games? And you can go back and say, no, Final Fantasy VI was better.
Yeah, and then you can get some news.
Wait, I preferred Toy Story on the SNES. Hot. What a game. Remember that? Remember that level?
Yeah,
Remember that when Woody in the magnifying glass and then he runs around going, hot, and you've got to control him?
Yeah.
I mentioned this on stream maybe recently or
Yeah.
something. Yes.
Yeah.
Out on the ball.
Yeah,
Beat
bom,
Buzz in the race.
bom.
That little...
Yeah. You have to put the tyres on. All right,
Oh,
anyway.
the boss fight.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow, we've really had a long episode this week, haven't we? But yeah, lots to think about. And this is just three people's opinions.
Of
What are
course.
your opinions on the Triple H regime, faction? Is any Christian used to
doing
call
that
it?
now?
Please let us know in the comments below.
There we go. Comment below.
A quick reminder, patreon.com/cultaholic for all your Hall of Fame needs, and mailbag@cultaholic.com for your questions, queries, thoughts, ramblings, and Reese's Pieces. This has been Jack. We've got for us until next time, pal.
Twitch streams every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic alongside Owen Mawson. I have several things in the works, but they're either on the back burner or not quite done yet. But I've decided upon my next weirdest episode's subject, so I'm writing that currently.
It's always exciting when you've got a new one. I get to hear you go, oh, this is going to be good.
This is gonna be
And then the finished product is
And then
fantastic.
I have a coffee or a strong energy drink or something like immediately before I go into film, and then I'm like, oh, now I can. And
Here
then
we
I come
go.
out sweaty and drained.
Oh,
So yeah, just look out for stuff on the horizon, and it should all be good
Yeah.
times.
wonderful. What about yourself, Fraser?
Twitch streams every Friday at 6 p.m. So just go and check out that. What game am I currently playing? Grand Theft Auto, but I might change that. I'll see.
Which one?
Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm gonna play some GTA Online at some point.
The
with
infinitely
lovely community.
profitable one.
Yeah.
The one that's made them, they've released 4 times in the past 10 years.
That's right.
Apart from that, what else have I got? Anything? Cultaholic.com/cameo. You can get any of us.
Oh, you can.
You can.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
So
yeah,
go and
you
do
can.
that.
Oh, yeah,
Go and do that.
Don't send me anything inappropriate.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah.
Send me inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Yeah, what have I got to do? Yeah, I'll do the streams on Wednesdays. Just finished Grim Fandango, the greatest games of all time. And on
You finish it
Sundays,
without a walkthrough.
there was one person helping me in certain bits in the chat. I think that counts. But there's bits I'm like, what the hell is this?
mate,
I don't remember any of this.
I did
And then
finish-
you go through one room, oh yeah, you put that there, you do the thing. And I was so happy.
As I was playing it, obviously, I told you I'd started to play it, and I was playing it shortly before I moved in with my girlfriend. So I just thought I'm just going to complete this before I do the move because I can't be.
Yeah.
But then I just had to rely on a walkthrough because then it wasn't as fun because you're not.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but then I looked back on it on the last couple of levels, and I thought, how would I have ever known what to do if it wasn't for the walkthrough?
Welcome to point and click games.
yeah, but the world was amazing. Like the characters and all
just
that.
a stunning game.
Great, yeah.
And then on Sundays, reading wrestlers' autobiographies. We're still at Dynamite Kid's book.
Old fun.
He's, like I said, it's weird to say, but because he's so brutally honest and doesn't care,
Yeah.
it's refreshing because there's so many books have been written by wrestlers and so many be like, oh well, I'm not going to burn any bridges. Dynamite Kid doesn't care about bridges, absolutely not. So it's fascinating.
Dynamite Kid
insight.
doesn't care about bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that every Sunday.
He's not the
And
construction kid.
that is definitely how we're ending.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, always. We'll be doing that now. And now we're going to end this lovely episode by pointing at... This is the bit where we try and think of something.
I don't think of anything to say.
Think of something.
I missed in the camera. I missed that bit.
Oh, that was so
that was
great.
good. Should we do that again? Oh, the camera's all the way over there.
Nah, it doesn't really work, does
No,
it?
it doesn't.
Um,
What have we got?
What have we done?
Triple A.
yeah.
Yeah.
This business.
H.
This business.
What about
Three.
it?
Just do that. On
Okay,
a count of three,
okay.
we'll say that famous expression. 1, 2, 3.
This
business.